All right, everybody, welcome to another week. Fuck, these weeks come quick, don't they? Yeah. Tuesday, game day Tuesday, bang.
We're halfway through the season.
We are halfway
Thank God.
Can you believe it? We're halfway through, I can.
Thank God.
Can't wait till the end of the season, just quietly, mate.
I cannot wait.
If you haven't been here before, because sometimes we get new people coming on.
For sure.
They watch us, they bag us, and then they leave.
Yeah, no, I've never seen the show. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries. So we got Marcello.
Dawn. You wish, cuz.
What was, sorry, I've forgotten your name. What was your name?
John.
John from SEN's very own, John. How are you, mate?
Good. Hello.
I'm Rocco, and we've got AD's come back. I think we brought you back at the right time, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be here. When did I come? Before the season? Or after the Richmond loss? No, before the Richmond game.
I can't remember. Man.
Before.
Yeah, it was before.
Was it?
It was a week before.
Oh, I think, you know it was.
It was to preview the season.
Yeah, we predicted 100 points.
Yeah. And then you made a reel about it and you stitched us all up. How inaccurate we were. No, it's good to be back. Thanks for having me on.
You were like 100. You think you said 100 points?
It should have been, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Huh? Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, welcome everyone.
We got something to do before we start the show.
Oh my God, we're just going to, because it's...
Well, lucky it's not an Israel or a Lebanese flag.
That's it, mate.
Or Russian flag.
Welcome to...
Ciao!
Scusi! Ciao! Scusi! Welcome to Cultural Heritage Week.
Viva l'Italia!
You reckon I can bring this to the game or they'll take it off me? You reckon they'll take it off me?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like an Israel or a Lebanese flag. I'm sure you'll be alright.
I wonder if you do, because you're not allowed to bring flags, and then we're
Maybe
doing...
this week you can.
Is this official?
This is an official cultural heritage
They've had a
round.
memo. No. I know the round. Is it a memo?
It's not an Iranian flag either. It's Italian.
Do you believe that Iran military defense has a Twitter account?
They do. They all do. Don't they?
Come on.
They let them in as well.
They're taking the piss, bro.
Yeah.
It's probably Prime Walsh.
Wheelo ratings have got their numbers going for that, I reckon.
We got the...
Champion Data's put
So it is international international, what is it? International,
No,
what
it's
is it?
heritage.
China and Italy week.
But you've been
Why
that in...
China?
Yeah. Because of
Lin Zhong.
Nah, Vesio. She's Chinese.
She still play with us?
Yeah, I think.
She's Italian. Oh, she's half Chinese.
Well,
Yes.
our cousins, huh?
She's been a stalwart.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's good.
Yeah,
But why
she
did we add the Lebo this week? Because of Saad. He never
I'm
gets...
sure they will.
No, they won't.
Well, they got Sheasel on the other team. It's a bit of a conflict.
Yeah.
Imagine if they put him on the back cover instead of Davis
what it is?
Unis.
What's Davies Uniac? What's his heritage?
Nothing. He's a fucking unicorn.
It's a dead
Fuck
shit.
him.
Davis Uni gone missing, bro.
Between Norfolk and Carlton, he's going to be war out there, isn't it?
Literal war.
Literal
Because
war.
they don't like us
No,
for whatever
they don't.
reason.
Well, we tried to buy him.
Yeah.
That's why,
the
years
John
ago.
Elliott days?
Yeah, we tried to buy
Yeah,
him.
the Carlton arrogance. See how far that
Buy a
pick up.
club.
No other club would have the audacity to actually
only
do
us.
it, except for us.
Tried to absorb them with it.
And now we've been bought.
We're the best.
Now we've sold our souls.
Lucky we got the imaging centre.
Fuck it out.
Do you know when you go on the Carlton website today? I went
Is
on
the
it
first
today,
thing that pops up?
It's an option underneath. the
Yeah,
menu.
good.
Is it really?
Yeah, because you can book to go to it now.
I'll go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I wouldn't even pay him.
Nah.
Thanks
Just
for your
walk in,
services,
walk
thanks for
out.
telling me thanks for telling me my issues. You're not getting paid. see how it fucking feels like. That's it. Fucking idiots.
You don't get it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. First of all, before we go on, Alexandra or AIR.
Allah.
Ella. Is it? No. It's
Ella.
Oh, is it Ella?
It's definitely Ella. Yeah.
Oh, shit, yes. IRR. A question for Rocco Paul and Marcello. How's Vincenzo going? Please update.
Oh, yeah.
So Vincenzo had his
Struggling,
operation yesterday, so he had some sort of operation. So I think he's on the mend. He's slowly getting better. So
Is this harness, Vince?
Yeah.
Vince harness?
Yes,
Carlton?
Lochisano, yeah.
and Blue Sunday Vince, yeah. So he missed out. So thanks to Rash for filling in last night. Yeah. So he's getting better. So we'll keep you all updated. But he's on the mend. He's had a couple of bad months.
Health-wise?
Health-wise, yeah. Carlton-wise too. Is that
Perspective, I suppose.
Geez, yeah. Yeah, it is perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is perspective.
No, of course it is. But yeah, he keeps sending messages. He keeps still talks about. He still watches the game.
Yeah, of course he
like
does.
he's under operation. He's watching the game. You know, like so. So it's all good. Yeah. So that's it. And that's it. Thanks to we'll forget the fucking thing.
We're making the call. Oh God. Did I see you dial 911?
Yeah, we're gonna need it. We need it. How may I help you? Thinking Largeman, how may I help
What's
you?
the England dial? What's theirs?
Is it 011 or 111, something like that?
I've been taking a while.
There's something like we're 00. It should be just that. Because if it's an emergency, you think about it.
Like they're not. Like this is an emergency. The person's not picking up.
Hey, how you
Oh,
going?
there he is. He.
Yeah, we won again.
They.
Are we happy?
How you
We're
doing?
going to chuck a fucking parade to do about West Coast this week.
Yeah,
No,
beat.
but yeah, it's going to go straight down Lygon Street onto Elizabeth Street. Yeah, they're blocking off everything. Yeah, no, it's good, yeah. They're North Melbourne, yeah, we're doing fucking great. All right, get some coffees and we'll get some food. Are you hungry?
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah.
yeah. All right, let's do it.
Hungry? What's that?
Yeah. I'm bringing the flag. What flag?
Nah, they'll consider it a weapon. And no disrespect. Like they'll look at you and you're going to walk in there.
That's fair.
With that,
I'll bring the real weapon
with
out.
with that Moncler beanie, and they're going to be like, "Nah, this isn't happening."
It's a bit like at the Sporting Globe. You got to be careful there. They got
What
weapons there.
a place the Sporting Globe is.
Yeah,
There
at
you
the
go.
bloody.
Oh,
head
this
up.
is the bit. Hey, this is the part where you put the
bit of gin,
alcohol in there.
You've been waiting all.
Oh mate, been waiting.
Fucking just get tanked, just swig it. You're gonna need it to end the season, I'll tell you that.
I'm not looking forward.
Oh, I'm looking well forward to it.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to the end of the season.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the wash up.
Oh, I'm looking forward to what's gonna happen in 8 weeks. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. The world's just gonna burn.
Well, we've got a war going on, and we're worried about our footy club. I mean,
But
quite personally, I think we've got the worst end of the
Yeah,
stick.
I know, but you can't.
No, I'm joking.
You can't. Yeah, well, you can't do that. You can't worry about because there's always
Bigger problems in the world.
around the world. What are we going to do? You know, there's all
Perspective.
sorts of
Oh,
shit.
we can
Yeah,
always-
Yeah, but I can't deal with that. I
We're
deal
in
with
this
this.
little.
Hey, we can always fucking protest it on Sundays, like.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
How are you going to protest? What are you
Oh,
gonna do?
we'll start
You're
a
gonna
rally
go
or
to the
something.
game, you're going to buy your fucking pies. You're going to sit there and you're going to go and then you're going to go back next week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of dickheads.
Like a bunch of
Chendani.
Yeah, Centando.
Saying?
That's about as long as we've been fucking shit house for.
Yeah.
You got any more? That's good. Awesome.
Do you want to shock one of that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wog just
It'll
a
heat
little bit
me
at
up.
the end.
Yeah,
just to clean
fucking
up.
get absolutely fucking anked. Do you want a drink? Pepsi Max or
Yeah, I'll go
water?
Pepsi Max, please, yeah. Petty Max, as you call it.
For sure.
Who's active with us?
I'd say catch
Only
it.
Carlton's in.
Only Carlton.
I see Zach there.
Met him. We met him. Yeah, we met him.
Yeah,
He's a
only
gentleman, he's
Carlton.
We
great.
met only Carlton.
Hey, shout out my
Lurking
brother,
in the
man.
shadows there.
He's lurking in the shadows there. And
Who approached who?
we did actually. Zach approached him.
Zach
I was
did.
about-
He's inconspicuous, isn't he?
So what happened? We were all sitting there, and
See
then
you, boy.
he's walked in, and then while the game was going, he sat in the back, and he said
Hello?
nothing. Then I'm thinking, who is this guy? Like, just a Carlton supporter? He just. So I walked up and he goes, "Oh, I'm only Carlton." Fucking, why'd you come up to us? He goes, "Oh, you
Taylor asked me who
He's the
who is
best.
that bloke in the back. I'm like, I
he
don't
was
fucking
good,
know
man.
who's
He
this
was good.
bloke. You
Yeah,
know? And then
Zach.
he's like, only Carlton. I'm like,
Shout
oh,
out
you're
Zach.
only
Yeah,
Carlton.
that's it. And then, and sorry, I've forgotten his name again.
Atush.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think he's come out and
Yeah,
Atush.
He's got it on his pinned
Yeah.
on his profile.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to
And then he
keep
did
it low key.
He did a post straight after the game.
I saw. What's that smell?
Yeah.
Oh. So good.
He did good.
It's so good.
So, but thanks to Sporting Globe, we had a
Thank
great
you.
day. There'll be another one coming up in 2 weeks already. Just not even 2 weeks.
Port Adelaide game.
The horny one. Who we're versing the horny one.
The links at
Adelaide.
the bottom.
Paul Adelaide.
Paul Adelaide.
Paul Adelaide.
Partnership, Paul Adelaide.
Paul Adelaide.
Yeah, so you know, like depressing sometimes going to watch these games, but at least we're together and we.
I know,
watch
you do it together, yeah. One in, all in.
True.
So yeah, and thanks to the rest, Northside Transfers, Carlton, Tech Collectibles, and Top Dog Liquor.
Yes,
Linden.
Linden.
We're going to work out going
Lyndon
down
the boxer,
there.
yeah?
Yeah.
Punch me.
Can't,
you see
can't,
that?
I did. Can't forget him. Big
nice
bally
punch.
beard.
Yeah.
Fucking
Smash him.
whack, mate.
Need a bit of that.
I know. Maybe Cowan back this week might give us.
Oh, here we go. And, fucking hell. Now you're going
Who
to start
knows?
giving me the shits now. That's what we're relying on, this
No, it's
19-year-old.
not.
Like, we
No.
need a bit of toughness by my son. Like, come on, bro, mate. The whole team should be like that. Fuck, I'm going to start on Rocco's Rant early here. What else have we got? All right, so I have got a bit of footage, behind the scene footage. I actually got a bit of footage of the first quarter of Carlton. Can we just have a look at this? Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Big machine
my
Gene.
goodness.
There he is.
Who's that bloke you lives
Big
in?
Dreamo, look at him. That's Carlton at the quarter time. They weren't even listening to the car. They were just standing there like that. all
Big
of it.
machine Gene.
And then I've actually got footage of the next 3 quarters.
Shit,
Oh,
really?
Look at this.
I'll say this one. This is good.
Oh, fuck yeah.
First quarter.
First quarter. No, this is like coming
Second
into the
quarter.
second
Beautiful. Third quarter. Fourth quarter. Beautiful.
Absolute shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we fucking do, man.
What did that say? Johnny Sins versus Carlton. Is that a porn star?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, Johnny
it is.
Sins.
Right.
Johnny Sins.
Bo Check. Johnny
Oh,
Sins.
Bocek. Yeah.
Johnny
He's a
Sins
sick
versus
puppy.
Carlton that round because they were all fuckers. I see Johnny Holden there. Welcome back, Johnny.
Doing
Yeah,
Johnny.
Johnny's
He was
back
there.
there. He came
He's
down
with his
with
son
married,
Josh.
He came
He
down
got married over
Still
there.
married?
No, he got married over there in Vegas.
That's why I asked. Is he still
Yeah,
married?
he's still married. Yeah,
On you, Johnny.
he's a sick
Love
soul.
Johnny.
I love him. He's good.
Sicko, man.
Good value.
He's yeah, him and Josh were there.
Yep.
Everyone was there, so we caught up. Yeah, just make sure you want to send us anything. Email.
Oh yeah, the email. Yeah,
Oh, yes,
yeah.
the old email, yeah.
thejumperpunch@gmail.com, and if you want to become part of it, set up the Patreon as well, so you can get your fucking
Yeah,
key
previews, reviews.
Yep.
I saw your preview. Very good. Your review. Was it review or preview?
Both. It's,
Yeah, I saw both.
it's literally just copy and
Does
paste
anyone
every
speak
week.
about them? Because I fucking love them.
They're really good.
I love them.
They go okay.
Yeah,
They go alright.
No,
Thank you.
I've told
No, thank you,
Paul
appreciate it.
numerous times. I think this is
Thank you.
I think they're great.
Appreciate it.
They get a good.
There wasn't really much to say after that game. It was just
There wasn't much to
similar
say
to
before the
yesterday
game, and not much to say after the game.
A bit of different context, but yeah.
Make sure you catch all the shows. You go, make sure you go back and have a look at Blue Sunday. Reese was at his best again. He doesn't hold back.
Just
man.
slate.
Pretty
Or
much
just go
slate.
a little-
I think-
David Rees-Jones.
Yeah, he just Reese. Yeah, David Rees-Jones, the hyphen. He just tells it. Look, he loves the club. Someone asked him, "Do you feel anything for Sydney?" And no, nothing.
He just comes through.
Yeah,
He hates it.
proper staunch.
Hates it. He didn't
Proper
like the way they got rid of him. He just
He's still dirty.
Still a little bit dirty, but he says it as it is, man. Yeah, just make sure tomorrow night's show for our rivals should be good. Hopefully Mark gets to wear the jumper and doesn't chicken out like.
Is he going to go
He'll
through
wear
with his
it.
fucking bet?
He'll wear it.
Huh?
Is he going to
I
go
hope
through
so.
with his
He has
bet,
to,
or do
surely.
I have to go around to his house
He
and
will. He will.
fucking
He did it
blade
last
him?
week.
He will.
He didn't last week.
He didn't last week.
Surely.
No, he didn't last
did
week.
it.
Didn't honour the bet.
Didn't on the
I'm
bet.
going to go around there and blade him
I'm
there.
telling you, it's shit ass, man.
Well, a bet's a bet.
I was
When
not
You got to
good.
honour the bet,
If you
huh?
lay it down, a
And
bet's
then
a
you know
bet.
what he wanted to do? He
What?
had something prepared. He goes, "Oh, I've got something else." I'm going, no. And he had something prepared. He was going to make fun of Carlton. And I thought, wait a sec.
Do you want to put him on the ban list?
Can you put him on his fucking ban list? Actually, by the way, it's some of my favourite
Which
bits of material, the ban list.
Wait, you like it?
I fucking love
Fucking the whole AFL's going to be bad. No one left to bet
I
on.
know, what do you
It's
do?
going to be no
What
one
do
to
you
bet
bet
on soon.
Well, yeah.
Once you're banned, can
No,
you
no,
get
you,
back on?
of course you
Yeah,
can.
after the season's
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
That's
no,
my
no,
rule.
no. We give you 2 or 3 weeks.
No, you got
So
one.
Patrick Cripps has got a life ban, I can tell you
Nah,
now.
you
Has
can't
he?
back him.
Mate, he pulls himself. Patrick Cripps is.
You can't ban him.
He's
You
never,
can't.
he's
You can't
never touching
unban
another
him.
multi in his life.
You get burnt every week, but they don't give a fuck.
No, I saw you say one video. You said he never wins. He never wins.
No, you never win.
No, but you don't look at my story. You don't look at
You
my
got to look at his story.
I saw you look at some of them, but because you're not active, because you actually have a life. You know what I mean? Like you're not on Instagram 24 hours a day. I saw you say, I was like, Rocco doesn't look at my story. Sometimes I win, but
Yeah.
you know, you always chase your losses. They can't run forever.
I love it. That's fucking.
They can't.
Gamble, no, don't go into that.
All right. Well, we're
Gamble
here for a
within your
reason.
means and beyond your means. Yeah.
Correct.
Glenn Pollitt.
Yeah. Within your means and
You're
beyond your
doing
needs.
a really good job. Everyone that not on there, check it out. What is it?
My handle, Adrian Daher, DAHER23.
They're actually really good, and you've skyrocketed.
No, I'm just a no one.
I'm telling you,
Mate, I
man.
haven't
They're killing it. They are killing it, man. You are just.
We keep going.
You got the whole.
like the
market.
comment.
It's just it's entertainment. That's all it is.
Justin Akari's for it.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Akari needs to go get checked.
He's warped.
He's fucked.
He's warped.
He is fucked.
Warped. He needs help.
In the best
Warped.
possible way.
Warped.
Yeah, appreciate that, Rocco. Thank you.
No, it's been really good.
the
David
Monkeys.
Reed Jones will be out for 2 weeks. We might be getting Peter
Oh,
Brown.
is he part of the
Yeah,
injury update?
He's
Is he?
actually gone. He's gone over to the States.
Oh,
Good on him.
God bless.
Good on him.
So he should be good.
Good stuff.
So, but anyway, all right, we're here for something. This is a wow, well count. Wow, well count. Can we go straight into my segment? Because I just get Aaron done with, and then you can talk about your fucking stats.
No, I don't
This is
care.
going to be the biggest wind up ever.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, like I'll get straight into it. You know, like
Wait up. Brought to you
Oh,
by
yeah,
Top
brought to you
Dog
by-
Liquor,
that's
Lyndon
how-
Hoskin,
Lyndon.
before you get whacked in the
you
jaw.
know, I'm revved up when I forget the sponsor.
Lyndon
Top
the
Dog
Boxer.
Liquor. While I'm doing that, you'll have
Jack Daniels cans, 330 mils, 8 for 45, with a
Wow.
free Jack Daniels cooler bag.
And the cooler bag.
There you go. And he's got another special too, a Jimmy Beam 1.75 litre for $99. And he's broken it down. It equates to $39.60 for a 700 ml bottle.
There you go.
Oh,
Get down to Top Dog Liquor.
Bravo.
pretty good.
While stocks last, and there it is. Now
While
Rocco's rant.
stocks last. In your the Stone and Wood, they're a good drink.
wow.
Those. They are
Stone
a
and
proper
Wood.
drink. That
I
Pacific
like
Ale.
Stone.
You like 'em?
Different.
They're a good
Different.
drink.
I don't like ales.
Same but different.
Not a fan. But anyway, go.
Rocco, Dre, hey, listen, I'm just, they've kind of broken me a bit this week, huh? I'm done. They're broken.
God.
They're fucking done. I know that we won. I'm sick of the narrative about we won. We got the 4 points. I'm done with it, man. Like, it's really, where are we? I prepared nothing. I'm just going to go off. Where the fuck are we, mate? Seriously, where are we? Like, I hear, like, I even heard your thing, you know, you kind of gave a little bit of credit to some of the players, you know, and this and that. Like, and I don't get it. Like, where the fuck are we? It's 4 years down the track with, we were supposed to be contenders. That's what we were supposed to be now. And now people are saying, oh, but the 4 point, we got the 4 points. We got the 4 points. Is that where we're at? We got the 4, that's where we're at now. We've gone back to we got the 4 points. That's where we're at. I don't get it anymore. We're supposed to be fucking contenders. We're supposed to be fucking pissed off at the moment. Like, remember a couple of years
Not
ago,
supposed to be. We are.
well, I am, but there's a lot of people that aren't. They're going, oh, but we won. I don't get the narrative here. We won, and you're just still like, what do you mean, mate? Like, seriously, man. Like, we were a preliminary a couple of years ago. By us or not by us, we made a fucking preliminary.
5 goals up.
5 goals up, right? And then a year after, we start off fucking 100-0. We were top of the ladder. Everyone was saying Sydney and Carlton are going to be in the grand final. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everyone. I kept saying, relax. Relax.
We moved into equal favourites for the flag.
Fucking oath. And then from there we just fell away, and a lot of people are just all right with that.
Nah.
They're all right with that shit, you know? Like, where are the players? Like, oh yeah, we bring in some kids. Oh, you know, oh, he did all right. Binns did all right. He got 26. Yeah, he did all right. He was fucking shocking at times, man. After 4 weeks, man, after 4 years, how long's he been there? Like, is that who we produce? We bring in. We bring in people like that. Yeah, Carroll's been all right. Other teams bring in a first game and gets fucking 30 possessions against us.
91% efficiency too.
94.
For fuck's sake, man, we're just accepting of all this. It's okay, you know. And then we get fucking his press conference again, mate. Like, we'll have those conversations. Will you? Will you? I thought you'd have those conversations for the last fucking 4 years, mate. Look at the positives and what put us in that position during the game. Is that what you're going to do? Look at the positives after 4 years and see what you don't know what you're supposed to do to get to that fucking position and keep it, mate. Playing against the opposition that was in pretty good form, had a very good dominant first half. They won one game for fucking crying out loud.
Yeah, that freaked me out, that.
They won one game for the half of the year. They were getting smashed, and you're going to give... Look, don't get me wrong, man. You always respect the opposition.
Pretty good form is
But when they turn politician, that's when you get annoyed.
Jesus Christ, mate. We were supposed to... Let's be serious. That was supposed to be an 80-point win. That's it. There's nothing. Like, even the fucking who do we play? West Coast. Even the West Coast coach there, right? What did he do at quarter time? What did he call them?
Pathetic.
He called them pathetic.
Yeah, that was bad.
Then we got our coach who's the... Why are you covering for these players? I want to know why. Why? Because they don't give a fuck about you. Because once you leave... Ciao, mate. They're not going to look at you anymore, mate. Start fucking thinking for yourself, mate. It's really, I'm done now. Now I'm going to the footy, and I don't enjoy it now. I don't enjoy the last few weeks. And we're winning.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because I can't see.
You don't see the vision.
No, I don't see the vision. Not even for this year, but for the... Like, where's our list been?
Well, you're not confident with what we've produced.
Nothing.
Will stack up against.
And then after 10 years, because you got to remember, we got these top six, the top six best spine in the fucking business. I'm sick of hearing that. I'm sick of hearing the best spine in the fucking business, because it's been 10 years and they're still the best spine in the business, and we are nowhere. We have gone nowhere. We've gone backwards, and I'm just done, mate. I'm just done with this team, mate. I'm done with them being mediocre. I'm just done, mate. Everyone accepting, not everyone, people just accepting that this is fine. You know, Motlop has 3 goals last week. Everyone's the fucking parade. He's doing so good this week. 5 possession. That's all right. But you know what? We'll give him we'll give him more time. It's only been fucking 3 years.
I have a theory about him, by the way.
Yep. All right. Give it the theory. He's a champion. No, he's a champion. Everyone's a fucking champion. Everyone comes in, they're all fucking champions, they're all doing fucking good, and we're just sitting here with a laughing joke. We're getting opposition teams and players, right, who make jokes about us. They make jokes about us.
Yeah, a few have. Hawthorn.
We're just a banter club.
Hawthorn.
Are you serious?
Hollywood.
Disney FC coach.
Are you serious? And they're making jokes, and you're just, no worries, you know what I mean? Now, Wright's the fucking saviour or whatever. I hope he kicks 100 goals next year, because that's what we're going to need from him. You know, like, it's just... why is everyone acceptance of this? Why? Why are we accepting this? Why are we expecting... Why are people saying we're going to... You know what? We won't sacrifice this year. We'll make him see out his contract. Why?
Nah.
Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Why would you do that? Why would you make him see it? What have you... I would sit and say, what have you done from when you got here till now? How do we look like a better side? How do we look like... Every other side has improved. Every other side has got a new... Because what happens over the years, you can see that the footy evolves, and you have to evolve with it.
Yeah.
We have it. We have it. And then I know what some people are going to say, rightio, but what does he know? I've heard people say, they read, what did the bald bloke, what the fucking the old bald, what does he know? I've got fucking eyes. I might not have played footy, but I've got eyes. I can see that shit what we're putting out there. That was a disgrace on the weekend, you know. That was embarrassing. The last 3 quarters, I was absolutely embarrassed. We kicked 2 goals after half time.
Yeah.
2 goals. Akers running into that. I know that is. I would have pulled him off right there and then.
There's a few selfish things that occurred.
That's what it is.
It was bad. It was like, we know we're going to win.
Yeah.
Let's just have some fun.
Fucking.
That's what it felt like.
They geared down. And
let's have some fun.
Fuck, if that's fun. I hate to see when they're not having fun. That was rubbish, mate. That was absolute rubbish, mate. And is it the coach? Is it the players? I really don't know.
Everything.
Anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't think this is going to tell you the truth now, I don't think this is... You know, people say, it might be only a few things. I don't think so.
It's irreparable damage has been done. I mean, you can't repair it. I think the list
Everyone's mates.
The list is far gone, and I think it's
and it's not as good as people think. Yeah, it's acceptance.
It's acceptance from us.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. We don't want to accept the fact of we don't want to swallow the fucking clear pill. We're shit.
We are.
Don't dress it up.
No,
You're fucking
we're
shit.
trash.
The talent is there,
We're
but
junk.
the players. But this is the thing: the players are not motivated. That's what I'm seeing. There's no fear in them, and fear is a motivator.
All right,
Correct.
give you an example. You know that.
I'll give you an example. Patrick Cripps,
Yep.
come for me. I don't give a shit. Anyone in the chat should not be the captain of the club.
I agree now, and not.
I don't care.
for his
Write
own
whatever you
good, I
want.
suppose.
To me, the leaders and the core group don't care enough, and that might be due to a lack of respect for the coach. And we were talking before affair about actions versus words. Their actions are speaking, man.
100%.
I don't give a fuck what they say. I don't care. I don't see this prick on fucking AFL 360, but I don't give a fuck, man.
No, I agree. There's no use.
You're going
no
off of
use
Voss.
talking.
You're going off of Voss, yeah? To me, he turns politician in the press conference.
Oh.
I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear you.
I'd rather him just leave.
I'll just give you a suit and I'll
even
give you a
bother.
podium.
Leave or at least be
Go to
honest.
fucking Canberra, bro.
I'd rather you just not turn up to the presser.
I know, and get paid the
It's just
fine.
better.
and
Do you want my
whatnot.
honest opinion? I think at the end of the year, he's going to walk. I do. I really do. I think the end of this year is not going to end the way that some of us think. I think obviously there's high hopes that
What
we're going
would
to
save him?
his contract being another year, but I don't think Carlton is going to waste a year with him if they don't see the vision. This can't be fixed in 1 year. It just can't.
No, it's just 2, 3, 4 years now.
We've actually.
We can
Rework it.
regenerate whatever words I want
retweak
to
it,
use.
Fucking this
But
and read that.
I don't,
Do you think seriously that, take out. I'm sick of hearing about these 6 champions that we got, right? Apart from them.
I think they're all selfish.
Everyone else, you got Hollands, maybe you got 4 or 5 that are. The rest really aren't up to it. The rest will not make it in most sides, or at least the top 6 sides. They won't make it,
Mate,
They will never get a gig in there.
I reckon they
The bottom
would
of
with a
it.
better coaching
Maybe.
panel.
And tell me another thing.
I
all
agree
these
with that too.
debutants and all these debutants.
Because you
that we
don't play
brought in,
the AFL if
Do you
you're
know who I
nothing.
think
all
our
these
three-
debutants that we brought in during the year.
yeah.
Would any of them make it into the top 6 at the moment?
No, but you got to understand, we're not a top 6 side. So you look at players like Matt Carroll, players like that. Like he's not getting a game at a top 6 club.
No.
But we're not a top 6 club.
We're bottom 6.
We're a
But
genuine.
we're not.
Well, the
we're
ladder
not
doesn't
generating
lie.
any top 6.
Yeah.
The ladder doesn't
players.
lie.
Like Cooper Lord, maybe.
He could maybe
Cooper
on the
Lord
fringe.
potentially. Like Will White.
Potentially.
Bro, Will White wouldn't get a game for Reservoir. Like,
he's a
no,
rookie.
no disrespect. I understand that. I understand. I like what he's brought.
Other teams bring in rookies,
Hey,
bro.
you know something? The 3 players that I think have been our best this year are 3 players that I had serious question marks heading into the year. Chera, Hewitt, and Silvani.
Yeah.
And what about
I think they've been our 3 best.
Holland? I reckon Holland's.
Holland's is probably the 4th.
Yeah, all right. And you're right. You're right about that.
I had questions about him. The
Remember we said-
players I expected to be playing well and representing the club and leading from the front, I for whatever reason it may be,
Our
are
high
not.
output players are not.
Are not.
Aside from maybe DeConing, the rest are not.
Nah,
been
what do you
very
mean, huh?
Consistent.
No.
No, he's been consistently good.
Nah, I completely
Give me one
disagree.
sec. Just a thank
I
you
disagree.
to Zach for 9 months of the Paolo.
Hey, Zachary.
Trade Harry, bring back Christian Jacks. Fucking hell.
Is that Zach Asuni?
Yeah, Sunni bet. The Duke Leverage Show. We're soft. We get told we should just accept it. They can cite whatever they want. This team has no passion, no intent, and it's been over a decade. And then
Hey,
again,
he's a
the
good
Duke
man.
Leverage Show. You can coach heart. You can't coach heart, intent, or passion via HRD.
Oh, that was the Duke. Yeah, he got 2. Did you read both?
Yep.
The Duke, Larry. He's a good bloke. He's got a good little podcast too. Everyone get onto it.
Shout out.
Yeah, he's got a good little
Very
podcast
nice.
too. Yeah. Well, we'll go. I don't know if you want to look at numbers and that. I know you've got a lot to say too. I suppose.
Give me one sec.
About the
But I saw a
game.
lot of fucking notes. there.
no.
About the game.
Nah, maybe
2 pages, mate.
Oh, there was a game round 14, 7-10-52. West Coast played Carlton, 12-14, 86.
And remember, we were 7 goals in the first quarter and 10 goals halfway through the second
After
quarter.
quarter time, it just.
Far out, man. Look, and I know, like I heard you speak a couple of times on a few shows and that, and you're saying, what happens? And I don't think anyone knows what happened.
Charlie Curnow sort of gave us an inkling into what.
Well,
happens.
that's. I
Seems
forgot to
it's
mention
directive.
And he also gave up too.
Didn't he
Seems
say that
very
you can't
directive.
keep that up for 4 quarters?
Well, I didn't see us playing a ballistic style in the first quarter. That
I
you
didn't
couldn't
think it
keep.
looked strenuous. I thought we looked pretty smooth.
But another thing,
They were
but you still
glorified.
don't.
we
Right.
looked, mate. Honestly, it was a training session.
They were
So how do
glorified
you go-
witches' hats,
So
bro.
how do you
Come
go
on, man.
from that to what it
That's
was?
what we were.
Just,
No, that's what West
glorified
Coast were in the first quarter.
Mate, they were. Oh, and they
So,
were
but how does
pathetic.
it-
2 weeks in a row, they were that.
but
How does it occur?
How does it go
Yeah.
from what it was to?
The answer's actually a very
just
it's
here.
very uncomplicated.
Yeah, it's between
not
the-
complicated.
it's
It's,
just-
actually uncomplicated.
It's between the ears.
It's a mentality thing.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what it is.
And when Charlie did
Because
go
you
down,
know you can do
it's
it.
almost like
A resignation into,
Yeah.
but
We don't
it's
have to
also it
That's
was
what we do,
directive
they
too.
turned to fucking they're staring at the
Yeah.
sky.
Oh, it's a nice stadium.
Like, come on, man.
But it was
70,000.
again, it was directive as well.
I
And we
genuinely
did-
don't.
What do you
think-
mean? Is it, what was
That's what
directed?
Kerno said.
Yeah, but they're not entitled to
believe
play
that.
like that. That's bullshit.
I don't believe Charlie.
I
man.
kind of, because I was there, I kind of
I
got
don't
something.
believe
So
you,
what
mate.
did he exactly say? What do you mean it was
You
directed?
know, it was we couldn't really
play
play
it.
the way we did after quarter time.
Well, 'cause of
and blah, blah,
injuries.
blah, blah.
Because of what?
Whatever it might
Because of
be.
what?
But the
Yeah, but he was blaming it on injuries and not him.
but you know what?
Voss was.
You know this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
so
that's
forget
rare.
that, right? Forget that. I know you lose your.
No, but he
thoughts,
said
right,
we
but
had to change the way we played because of injuries.
There's
Hang on a sec, bro. People got short memories.
Yeah.
I know they're two different teams, but last year when we versus West Coast, those two big forwards did not
didn't play. I know.
I fucking forget that.
I know.
so there's.
I know.
Don't give me this shit
I
fucking because
know.
this guy wasn't
I know.
playing.
The problem is
Fuck
though,
off, man.
all the game state changed. So Charlie sort of went down, but the game state was beginning to change before he went off,
Yeah, in the second
agree.
quarter.
and it was one player.
Yeah, I know.
That actually looks really nice.
Yeah, but
It,
they don't
it
have-
was one. We had a sub.
Yeah, but they don't have Charlie to kick to anymore.
You know.
What? So everyone
Yes.
everyone drops the bundle.
Well, they just don't look
Come
up
on.
anymore and they don't see
we
Charlie.
did, and we did. I mean, granted. I mean, we kicked. If you look, we kicked 5-10.
Yeah.
We kicked 10 behinds after. I mean,
Yeah.
we did leave a lot of goals on the park just quietly. You know.
So what?
And-
I mean,
You know.
And
You
so
get-
did Brisbane.
We're getting 32 shots against them. You know.
Yeah, and Brisbane had about 800 shots against GWS.
I mean, and if you're going to compare, like it's Geelong struggled against West Coast until the last.
Yeah,
quarter.
because they can.
You know.
Yeah, but could they be bothered?
can I-
We got no reason to not be bothered.
And this is and this again.
They're
is
top
the-
four.
the
We're
narrative-
bottom four.
The narrative I'm sick of hearing.
I think we're looking at the method.
There should be
We're not
no
worried about the
chance.
end
That's
score.
the thing.
I think the method is what's concerning.
And we're the only team too that we can lose one player and the whole place collapses.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we
we are.
lose Charlie, the whole world
Yeah,
collapses.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. It's just, and you know what? When one,
Well then,
No more
when it's
badges
all-
to sell at half
it's, the
time.
funny thing is that when it's all going perfectly for us, and one mistake happens that causes an opposition goal, or it's an inexplicable error, it's almost as though,
yes.
yeah. Again, like you see, and I know I keep raising it. I'm going to only talk about it the once, but the one time Motlop goes into midfield, Ryan gets loose, they get a clearance, and he kicks, and they kick a goal.
I can't believe they put him back in the midfield.
Yeah, but that's it's
No.
nothing to get furious about now. You've just got to. He's going to roll with that the whole time.
No. He's
You know,
just
you
not
guys,
a
hang on a sec,
midfielder.
there's a lot of talk about people defending Motlop and going he's being played out of position. I wouldn't be giving him that excuse.
Yeah, but he's not a midfielder.
Okay, Mars, I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's not like they've gone, you know what, this week you're going into mid. It's not like he hasn't practiced it or he hasn't trained.
I understand.
It's not like he hasn't
Yeah.
trained around the mid.
I understand that, but the thing is, it's not fucking work. It hasn't worked for 14 weeks.
Yeah.
The 2 times he goes up forward and stays predominantly as a small forward, what happens? He kicks 2 or 3 goals.
I don't think he's as productive as what.
Well, he's not going to change it.
Oh, then if
He's
we
not gonna
all
change
think
it.
that, well, then you might as well get rid of him.
So can I ask you?
Might as well get rid of him.
All right.
Because if he goes to another team, a big team will take him. I'm telling you right now, a top 8 club will take him, and he'll probably kick 35 goals for the
So
year
you're trying
as a
to tell
small
me
forward.
it's coaching.
100% it is. Why are you putting him in the midfield?
It probably has an element
Right,
to
I'm
it.
telling you,
I'm
bro.
not spending my energy on
This
that.
Michael Voss experiment, bro. He plays fucking square peg round hole football,
But
bro.
wait a sec,
He
how
puts
much-
players
how much
in the
did
most.
he play in the midfield with West Coast? How long did he play there?
Oh, there was one centre bounce attendance.
Doesn't matter, but he still
Alright,
rolls
so he
through
had
there.
1 or 2. All right, so take away that, right? We're playing West Coast.
But it was more. It's like
Doing a fucking cardio session, bro.
He had
They all
five,
were.
he had 5 possessions,
Mate.
mate. He had 5 possessions.
Yeah, it's no good.
Do you understand how?
No good.
Take a second and think about it. Do you guys realise how fucking useless you have to be to have 5 possessions in a game? Particularly, I don't know how much time he spent on ground. I'm gonna guess it was more than 75%.
Do you see the way we move the ball?
You have to fucking be.
Do you see the way we move the ball to our forward line?
I
Against
did.
West
I
Coast.
know.
How the fuck do we move the ball to the forward line?
Oh,
We
it's
can't
true.
move a footy off half back.
After-
Where's the structure up forward? Tell me where it is.
Are you trying to blame the whole thing on the coach?
I fucking oath it is.
Okay.
He's the worst coach in the league. Tactically, he's inept.
I'm not disagreeing.
No,
with
he's
you.
inept, and his coaching staff is inept.
I'm not disagreeing.
How can you have somebody said to me about the Charlie and Harry? How do they always lead to the same fucking spot?
That's not Michael Voss, by the way.
Yeah, all right, Russell. Then how haven't you teach them something?
So he's
Why
gone.
is our forward line always
It's
so
dysfunctional, bro.
crowded? Why is it always so crowded?
It's
You want to know honestly?
dysfunctional.
You want to know honestly? I think the aura of Charlie
Gets in the
and
way of
Harry
everything.
Gets in the way of everything.
Everything.
Else. I know that's gonna don't get the
No,
word
but it's
twisted.
because when they look up,
when
they see
look
them.
up, they see him.
And if they don't see them, what do
And
we
to
do?
be honest with you, we all love Charlie, but like, bro,
It's a burden sometimes.
I haven't seen a player.
Oh, he stinks it when he
as
doesn't get it.
More disinterested,
No,
especially
stinks
You know,
it.
you know his opponents.
Stinks it.
His opponents already know what to do with him. Body him.
Once that's it.
Make physical contact with Charlie. You're in his head. I'm telling you now.
But does he ever?
Charlie's not a physical
But
player.
does he ever double back?
Charlie is not
No.
a physical player.
He can't double back.
Never double
Have you
back.
ever seen
Hardly
Charlie
ever.
this year go bang and then go
When
another
you put me on
lead?
the spot, I'm going to say no. But I could be wrong.
Go watch him.
It
He
wouldn't be
doesn't
too
do
many
it.
times.
He runs once. If it doesn't go to him, forget about it. It's lights.
Yeah.
You might as well rip it up. And then
Sure.
he gets in a wrestling battle.
He's not a contested. Charlie, I think, is best utilised
Running out of the 50.
in the Harry role.
Yeah, running out of that 50 coming
Like,
up.
Harry's good at that, where he's running outside the 50, getting the marks. But Charlie, I think, is better when there's 2 or 3 forwards up the ground, and he's the guy 70 or 60 metres out, passing the ball into 50 with a Williams running back with his back towards the goal, or a Motlop, or a Durden,
So why don't we do
or a
that?
Fogarty.
Look
Mate,
at
there's
this.
so many questions we
Look
all
at the
have.
system they play.
But you know how you were having a go at Voss.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that. He's not part of the problem.
He's
But you
one
blokes
part
are
of the
fucking
problem.
making it as if he is the only problem.
No, him and his coaching staff. Well, they
Mate,
set him up.
I think the playing group is broken, and it's honestly, if it's not broken, it needs to be broken.
All right.
They have
Figure
to
me
be
this.
separated.
Figure me this, right? So I went through every single team in the competition. Anyone can do this. It's simple. It's simple, right? Who are our top goal scorers this year? I'll get our top 5 goal scorers. Go. Number one.
I'd be. It's not Charlie.
Berno, 27.
Is it really?
Next best.
It'd be the small mids, or it'd be
Durden.
Chera.
Zach
No, not
Williams,
Zach Williams.
12.
Is Hewitt up there?
Durden, 11. Patrick Cripps, 10. Jesse Motlop, 9. Harry Mackay, 9. Fogarty, 8.
Yeah.
If you go to every other team in the competition, their premium forwards kick 30, or if you go to Adelaide, which is an anomaly, they got 30, then it's like 25, 20, 20, 20, 20.
At the same time of the year.
Yeah.
So you're telling me
If I go to
Collingwood,
Oh, I'll go to Collingwood.
are you telling me my check and Memory kick 30 and 25?
Elliot is their main goal kicker this year.
Okay.
34 and my check 23.
Okay.
Bobby Hill comes in at 18. Who else do you want to know?
Tim Memory,
Membry is their next best, 16.
Daniel McStay.
Well, he's been
He's been
dead,
injured, I
but he's
understand.
kicked 10 goals.
Okay, 10 goals in 10 games.
8
or
matches.
games or whatever.
8 matches.
Pretty good spread though.
It's a better spread than ours.
All right, we go to Geelong. We got the monster up top,
Jeremy Cameron.
44.
What about Shannon
Dempsey,
Neal?
22.
Yeah.
Stengel, 20. That surprised me. That.
Dempsey's a wingman, by the way.
Yeah.
Wingman, 7th forward.
Top 3 wingmen in the league.
Yeah. Okay.
Dangerfield, 19. And then Neil is 18. So you two, Dangerfield is 1 out in the forward.
Yeah.
So they're getting
You're doing something
productivity
funny.
out of it.
If you're comparing player for player, every Carlton player that you mentioned is nowhere near the same caliber as those Collingwood players you
I
mentioned.
understand. This is what I mean.
Okay, so how's it the coach's fault if the players are not in the same caliber?
Because of setup.
No, I respect. I agree, but I don't agree entirely that it's the coach.
You telling me a better coach with a better methodology doesn't play
will
better
do
football and get more productivity out of that forward line?
Yes, absolutely. I believe
And that midfield.
Yes, I believe that. But
I'd rather see Ollie Hollands in the midfield other than fucking
no problem.
half those players in there.
Explain to me why at least 10 of those players have seen 3 coaches in.
Who our list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the coach going to do, bro?
Yeah.
Bring me another
too.
fucking coach. Bring
They're
me another fucking
bums
coach,
too.
bro. Bring another coach.
They're bums
What do you
as
think's
well.
going to happen?
They're bums as well.
Like, mate, the deflection of the
understand
players is sick.
But where they had, so you're saying 3, right? So Bolton had them when they were juveniles.
Yeah. No progress, allegedly.
Legit Epstein Island job, right?
Pretty much.
Right? David T, Barker, whatever, write him off,
Yeah.
right?
David T. and
David
Michael
T
Voss.
gets him, he's midway through, couldn't get an ounce out of him. He did had like one half decent year, right? And then we go to Michael Voss, who's had a majority in their prime.
Yeah.
Playing this type of football, just
Right.
long up the line when it gets hard.
Yeah. So that's...
But in patches, when we play good football, it looks scintillating.
I
But there's
agree.
no middle ground.
Would a top coach, let's
Yeah.
say,
I agree with Mars. A better coach would get more out of us.
But this is in their prime. I'm talking in their prime
I
years.
think we're failing to realise he said it. He understands it. Paul.
I know the
ceiling
players
has been fucking
now it's here, but this is what I mean.
The Patrick Cripps you're seeing now, I'm telling you,
It's the end.
If you're looking at a
You come off.
if you're looking at a Bitcoin graph, it's honestly it's one-way traffic. I'm sorry to say, it's one-way traffic.
I get
it's
this,
doing
but
this.
he did
The
it.
idea
It's
now,
going down.
the idea now for him is to
be
he
traded.
knows no, but
No,
he
I'm
knows
sorry.
you know what his ceiling is. It's trying to maintain that throughout your career
I
now,
don't
like what
think- I
Pendlebury
don't-
does.
oh,
No,
you're talking
and
about Cripper, yeah,
and you
yeah.
can't, Paul. I'll tell you why. Because Scott Pendlebury was not fucking in and under midfield.
Yeah.
That never has been, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, he got into a prelim, right? He got into a prelim, yeah.
Yeah.
So the next year, how do you drop off so far with it throughout the whole year?
Injuries. Well, fuck last year.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
And what about
Fuck,
this year?
mate.
And this year,
This year, there's not much of an excuse.
there is no excuse.
We've been, apart from now,
other
the
teams get
last
better
week.
around us. Other teams get
Well,
improved.
But that's no excuse because the team's got better around us.
I
don't-
always hear
I
this
don't-
narrative they get
Improve
better
to the
around
next level.
us.
I don't think you can compare year to year to a
No,
point.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying how can you not hold that to the end of the year?
Hold what?
Like last year. How do you not?
Injuries. It's
Yeah,
How
but
many
it's
wins
always
did
the
you finish up
same
on
excuse.
2024? 12 or 13?
one less
13.
than 23. Yeah, I think it was 12.
12 and then 13.
What are we on? 6.
6 and 7.
You'll be lucky to win 12 games. 10.
But remember, you know, we've
I'll
got
tell you, mate,
fucking
the
easy draw
the
through
reality
there.
is that we're going to probably end up on the same win-loss ledger that we have been the last 2 seasons.
That's not good enough, Paul.
I agree.
That's not fucking good enough. That's not good
I'm
enough.
not saying it is, though. Yeah.
Well, if we're ending up at the same, we haven't improved. And last year, really, the way we finished was another Vergonia. It was disgraceful, right? It was. If you think about it, the last 12 months, what have we won? Who have we beaten?
Yeah, there's
West
been
Coast and
one-
North Melbourne.
There's been one solid performance. And
One
it was
solid
against Geelong.
performance. It's a disgrace. the
Yeah,
way
and they
we've
were
been
off that
performing.
game, and he gave us
And
no
but
credit.
mind you, from
No
last year,
credit.
see, I'm not even
No
looking at it
credit.
from last year. I'm looking at it from when he took over the reign.
Yeah.
I know we can't say it's not all Voss. Don't get me wrong.
Nah, players have to
It's-
take
Players
onus.
do, and I think. But at the end of the day,
I reckon it's everything.
It is.
If
It's
you're
a lot.
asking me, I reckon it's everything.
Do you want to know something? I know he wants to. I think it's a much deeper problem.
Of course,
He
it's a much
knows.
better-
Paul knows what I'm talking about. Not just the players and coaches, mate. The recruitment.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, it's everything, but it all starts from the top there.
I
Andy.
understand that,
It
so-
all starts from the top. They're just in allowing this mediocre performance from all of it. Even the all right, the players that we got on
And
the
that's
ground.
Voss's fault.
It's partly. It's a lot of it's his fault.
Yeah.
A lot. He's a leader. Sorry to
Yeah.
say, man.
That's fair enough.
He's got these players on there. Or even just the list that we got. It isn't the great. Is he getting the best out of the list?
Well, you can settle because it will change at the end of the year.
But all right, but for now, is he getting the best out of the? I'm just talking about
No.
right
Well,
now.
at the moment, it's easy to say no. The answer is no. Not easy to say. The answer is no.
So whose fault's that?
Well, it's not. It's you're cornering me in here.
Whose fault?
But
is
I
it?
can ask you the same thing and going, how come
Ask me exactly the same.
How
thing.
come players have got 3 coaches?
how tell me another group of players that have gone through 3 different.
I don't care about another group. I'm talking about I'm talking about our list right now. That's all I know. That's all I understand. The list I see.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm seeing, they have not fucking improved.
Do you want me to tell you why?
Why?
I'll give you the simple answer.
Why?
Because the way they fucking recruited was to build the list around Cripps. Cripps is a contested player. Michael Voss' style is contested. The game at the moment is not a contested game.
So whose fault's that?
The fucking recruitment.
Well, then why is
It's not. It is.
why
bro.
is Voss then? Why have we got this fucking banana here?
The
then?
recruitment of the players. I don't blame them for building
So, all right,
a
so
list around
explain
Cripps.
something to me, right? We get Voss, right?
Yeah.
We get Voss, right? And he's got a certain game plan.
Style, yeah.
Right?
You know why? With the players he's got.
Right. So now, 4 years later,
Yep.
have we got the right players to fit in this game plan?
His game plan?
Yeah.
Yes, but the game plan is outdated.
Well, then it's his fault. Then his game plan, the recruitment
Bro,
is their
the
fault.
fucking players he's got can't play a modern style, bro.
Yeah, but that's how he plays. That's his style.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Then let's change the fucking style. You've got to be able to do that.
Understand that, but look at the cards he's being dealt. Look, okay.
It's 4 years, bro.
I
If he's not
understand that.
changing it in 4 years.
Michael Voss is not the person who says, Harry Mackay, you're getting a contract. Michael Voss is not the person saying, Zach Williams, you're getting a fucking contract. Do you people not fucking realise that?
But I still don't. All right, so then what have we got him there for? I'm going to put this fucking bloke there to coach the team.
This is not fucking fake, by the way. This is
I'm
fucking...
telling you now, mate.
Alistair
Alistair Clarkson will not take this shit off this fucking club.
What do you mean, bro? Alistair Clarkson... How's Alistair Clarkson on at North Melbourne?
Then he's just been there 2 years, mate.
They
And
got
they're
worse
playing a
Clarkson
better...
when he got
They've
there.
got worse.
They got worse.
Yeah,
They look terrible,
bro. They
Come on, man. They
That's a
were
wrong
shit
example.
at the start, man.
In my opinion, I'm not saying Voss is the solution. However, I think the problem and the decisions made
It's deep.
is deeper.
I realise that.
Right. So let's be solution based.
All right.
Let's not dwell on. Let's be solution based.
Well, the first solution is
The first solution is Brad Lloyd. Fuck off.
Yeah, he can
Go get another
he can go
fucking
and get
job.
stuff.
No, he won't get
Fuck
another
you, bro.
job.
Fuck off.
gonna be flipping
I don't know
burgers.
who this guy
Well, he's the one
has fucking sucked off to stay at the
He's
club.
a carpet
The
snake.
shit
But he
makes no
keeps
sense.
sacking everyone that's going to get in his way, man. He's like a fucking mafia boss just getting rid of people.
Paul's well aware of this, and I'm sure that we will discuss it.
Yeah.
I got word that since the review, the internal review, he got given responsibility
More responsibility.
for contracts.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
When I heard that, the shit made sense.
Yeah.
So you've got Nick Austin, who is the recruiter, the list manager, or Mick Agresta is the recruitment,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the list manager
Manager is
is
Nick
Austin's
Austin.
the boss and Agresta is
Right.
a
You
recruiter.
can work
Whatever, they hold each other's
It could be
box
it could work
together.
at
It
the
doesn't.
fucking-
It's
they
all.
can work at
It's all
CBA bank
titles.
for a
It's
lot.
all titles. It's all bullshit.
What I want to know is who is I think the responsibility is being worn by other people. So, all right, Paul's department is fucking up, and you and I are wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Paul's not being held account to it. Along those lines.
So Andrew Russell.
He's not at the club.
Yeah, but he was a scapegoat.
He was a scapegoat.
Yeah, to a point.
I believe...
Well, he was because he got put under the spotlight for a whole fucking year.
I'm going to give you an example.
Not that I
give you an
care.
Well,
example.
that's people going down injured. His strength and conditioning, it's
I understand.
1-1, isn't it?
Well, it's amazing because Jack Martin's now a defender. Hasn't been...
He runs straight lines now.
Jack
It's only
Martin...
been 2 games, but he looks all right.
No, he does. I know.
He runs straight lines.
To give you some context,
Yeah.
I have it on very good authority at the start of April. Jesse Motlop and his manager walked into Carlton and demanded a 4-year contract. Word for word, Brad Lloyd was considering it. Graham Wright gone over the top of Brad Lloyd.
He's not even at the club yet, seriously.
No, in April he was
Yeah,
there.
I know, you know what I mean.
Graham Wright ripped the contract off the table. This is where I got confused and why I asked and why I was a bit dumbfounded when I heard that Brad Lloyd had a lot of responsibility for contracts.
So who normally is in?
I don't know.
Well, if you compare it to like soccer, like a sporting director is a head of football, and sporting directors will have say on contracts.
And is Brad Lloyd that equivalent?
Yeah, he's a head of football. Yeah.
He's the head of football. Okay, so Brad Lloyd was about to. He's the one who
He issues a contract.
Does the buck stop with him when it comes to contracts?
Yes.
To a point,
To a
but it
point,
would
sure.
be a collective.
But
decision
when they
to a-
come
to
to
a
a
point.
when they come to a head and it's a split decision, Brad Lloyd has final say. Am I right?
I
Who
don't-
knows?
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. The point
don't
is,
know.
I think the problems run deeper than Voss, and I think the players that we have are nowhere near as good, and a lot of them have been, for the lack of a better
All right.
term, gifted a fucking job.
Yes, I agree with the gifted. All right, explain something to me. All right. So we got the whole footy department, right?
Needs to be
Who's in
reshuffled.
charge? Who's in charge of putting it all together?
It was Brian Cook, and now it's Graham
Oh,
Wright.
so now it's Graham Wright. So it's his now responsibility. So to me, then Graham Cook failed in the last few years, right?
Brian
Brian
Cook,
Cook.
I think we
Brian
got
Cook.
swindled.
What?
Brian Cook.
I reckon
Graham
we got
Because you're thinking of Graham Wright.
Yeah.
Brian
Graham.
Cook, no disrespect, he
like
done his
a-
job,
Yeah.
but
know, when
I
they
reckon he was in
put him
semi,
together.
Flying off the field,
he
obviously.
was
like
semi,
you said, a salary was great.
So to me,
semi fucking retired.
What you're
like,
saying, he's failed there, right? Because
yeah, but this is the problem, man. This is where I get more head fucked. Every fucking successful fucking person in the AFL that has come to our club has failed.
Yeah.
What's
you know
the common
what
denominator?
the board,
The
broad,
The chick.
the
broad board.
then the board, the
broad board.
But
the
they're
broad.
different.
Huh?
But they're different.
Then they're changing, but is it really different?
They're all different.
Is
No,
it
no.
different, or
They're
are
all
they
mates.
just getting their mates in?
They're all
Just the
mates.
ecosystem.
They're all
of
got
clubs.
vested
People-
interests.
It's like Chernobyl.
All right, so
got
tell me
vested
something.
interest.
I want to know something. So
Chernobyl.
just say you're in charge.
Yeah.
Just say you are Brian Cook, or you're now
I'm Graham
Wright.
Wright. What would I do?
So the first thing you got to do. So you got him. He's the coach.
Yep.
You're something. I'm something. Like I'm recruiting. I'm that. Right. Your job is.
First thing I'd be doing in the first 6 months if I was Graham Wright is operating quietly, which he has done. It's been discussed earlier in the year. When you see him in the coach's box, is do a review, you observe. In business, you observe. You know, a new person doesn't just come in and start pointing fingers like
No,
he's on the
he's
dance
got to
floor.
see what's going on.
He sits there, he takes notes, he observes. He writes notes, he goes, right, okay.
When this happens, they do that.
Benchmark to what this is how it's meant to be compared to what it is. No problem. All right, not too happy with that. Not too happy with this. Not too happy with that. Yeah, I don't mind this. This is okay. Then we need to make change. How do we make change and subtle change? And if we can do it with the current employees that we have.
But
And I think at the
that will
moment,
cost you the least.
at the moment, I think he's in that process of he's reviewed who he's got under his wing, and he's gone, okay, I don't think we can work with you. I think I've got something in you. Like I'm looking at Brad Lloyd.
No.
I'm putting a pencil through you. I'm looking at Michael Voss. Your pencil's through Michael, but it's not through Voss. You're halfway. Honestly, no, I think he's halfway. We're looking at the people surrounding Voss because we know that Michael Voss is not a tactician. Great, we know that. Who's around him? You're all gone.
Dead shits.
Right? If you're not all gone, out of the 4, 3 of them are gone. Then you're probably looking at some of these players. Who has value? What assets do I have that I can maximise to return? I know people don't want to look at us as a business club, but think of it from a different type of theory. As a boss, what do I have that I can flip to make better?
yeah.
And I think the last thing they'll be looking at is the contracts.
All right. So what you're saying is pretty much
It needs to be a shake-up.
a full fucking
It's
rebuild.
no, but as
No,
Paul
it's
said,
not,
it's
it's
not.
not.
Well,
It's not
it
going to
seems to
happen
be
all
a
at
big
once.
rebuild. But what you're saying is, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at nearly every fucking step of this organisation.
Correct, and I'm honestly, I'm not happy.
And I'm not happy with.
I'm not happy with
90% of it.
I'm going to say he's not happy with 70% of it.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot when
And-
you've got these organisations that's been building and building. The first thing Cook should have been doing is getting us all together, and I'm sure they do, and go, right, Mr. Voss, what do you want out of this fucking... What do you want? Oh, I want this and this and this. Oh, with the contracts, what do you want? Oh, wait a sec, that does not line up with that. Why are you signing when it's not lining up with him? I don't get it. It seems like what I see on the field that they're not working together.
And
it's the same off the field. They're not working together. So what I'm hearing now, if this is all true, is that he's doing whatever the fuck he wants because he's signing whoever he wants.
You want to know something?
You've got some idea, but you're not talking to him.
The alignment's not.
Do you want to know something? You want to know why?
Especially, it's the time.
I'll tell you why it's not aligned. Because I have a suspicion that there's people at the club that know their job is being had. So let me give you an example. Imagine you rocking up to work knowing in 6 weeks, or knowing that there's people talk. You know what footy clubs are like?
Yeah, of course.
People talk. Employees talk with each other. Human nature. If you go to work and you're like, you know what, man, there's a new boss in town. He's looking at me pretty close. I'm a bit worried. I know there's murmurs. I'm probably not going to be here in 6 weeks. Would you give a fuck?
No.
Yeah.
There's your fucking answer.
Yeah.
And I know that's what's happening.
I've just done
That's what's happening recently, especially with Voss and that. You think that he's not losing interest and knowing that his head could be on the chopping block?
I'm very certain.
Players.
I'm very certain that Voss is aware of that and he's gone into self-preservation mode.
That's bad.
The only advantage that Voss has over the others is the others are probably more easier to dispose of.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's less dispensable than a few others.
He's a lot more public.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the easy out. I get that. And the others are, he'd be the easy one to get rid of. But you're probably right. They'll probably start picking out the other ones first.
They're going to pick out the first things. The first
Won't be
changes
done all in one go.
The
It'll
first
be drip,
changes I
as I've
think
been
they'll
saying.
do
It'll be drip fed.
will be not player or coach related. I think it'll be e.g. Lloyd, Agresta, and there's another donkey there. One of the assistant coaches gone.
Yeah.
How do we
Not as high profile as let's fucking trade him. Let's sack Voss.
No.
I'm not saying that won't happen.
No,
Like you said, it will be subtle.
It'll be very subtle.
Rest assured, there will be change at the end of the year. So
there has to.
there will be, right?
Which is nice hand, by the way.
You know, the gentleman,
football in the first quarter.
the gentleman who's come in now has not. You know, they've brought him in to make decisions to make us a better club. That's the idea.
You raised this on one of your shows earlier in the year. Actually, you know what? It may have been at your pre-season launch at that yard.
Yep.
Where someone on the panel, maybe Andy, I don't know who it was, maybe one of you guys, is there going to be a point where Graham Wright butts heads with the board?
Yes.
I'm positive someone said it before the year.
Yes.
One of you blokes or Andy? I don't know. I'm telling you it's happening.
Yeah.
That's the concern.
Yeah, but you have to. That's how you have a healthy environment.
I'll tell you why it's a concern.
So
they don't want to look like fucking idiots for fucking backing Voss.
Yeah, but
Understand
you can't
So,
all along.
To me, Tom De Konning's gone.
But you know
First and foremost, the board are backing Voss.
But you know what? But you know the people who
Club's
backed
fucked.
Voss.
In short, the
they're
club's
not
fucked.
there almost.
No, but they are. They are.
What's this?
They still
Well, the
hold
people who
votes.
backed Voss, you got Sayers who's gone. 2 board members have also gone, haven't they?
But Sayers.
And we've got 2 new board members.
Hang on a second.
So we're going to
Sayers,
go through
the
it.
descendants
Yeah.
are still there.
Yeah, there's a few of them. But what I'm saying is, the big boys, like especially Sayers and that, he's not there anymore. Don't get embarrassed. If the decision was wrong, it was wrong.
Well, Sayers has got nothing to do with the club.
No, so you got praise.
Now,
Yeah.
at the time out, he had a big say in who's coming through.
Yeah, and you'll know something for what it's worth. I really liked when he was at the club. I thought the club was very stable, and I thought the club's direction was a lot more. It was a lot more directed when he was at the helm.
But then it fell apart.
Yeah, because then he flopped it out.
No, but
And he got caught.
But even,
I'm telling you.
not for that. It didn't fall apart because of that. The club started falling apart before that. That second half of the year last year, the whole thing's falling apart.
Yeah, and what's that got to? And what does that come down to? That comes down to your list management because you're too top heavy and you're reliant on your stars.
Yeah.
And whose fault's that?
The recruiting.
Right, and whose fault's that? I mean, it always comes down to, like, you're going to go down the ladder,
We live in a
but it always
Carlton
comes down to the
paradox where
bloke at the
answers
top.
lead to more questions.
The
That's all
people,
that we
it's
live
always
in.
been.
We're in a Carlton paradox,
I know.
mate. There's
I'll
always
tell
a
you- I
fucking
know.
I'll tell you who's
a
fault it is.
question for an answer
tell you who's
every
fault it
We're
time.
looking for it. I know. We're
Every
looking for
time.
We've got more questions than answers.
Every time there's a question for an answer. There's never an answer and it stops. It's always, Oh, we answered, but then there's another question after it because there's always another why.
Because
why?
But there's
and
a,
why?
there's
And
a
now
lot
we got
more.
Kinnersley, and now we got this, and now we got Sugarmenki Guts, or that we got in fucking April, bro. We got these dead shits. Christopher Townsend and Michael Byrne, who they just fed underneath at a quick lunch.
that was
They
it.
added them to the board.
You know what I mean? Like whatever. You're on the board. Yeah, you're probably another crony mate of Luke Sayers. You're another
honestly,
crony mate of Priestley. They're all mates, bro.
Do you know, honestly,
it's someone
when the club
behind the
went
scenes
down-
pulling strings, bro. That's what we are. We're like the Illuminati, bro.
You know what's fucked
We're
up?
straight up.
You know what's fucked up?
New World Order.
At the time,
We're straight up New World
people
Carlton.
didn't like him, but Matheson was the only person at the time
Who went against
them.
He did, and you know what? That's funny though, because when he did, a lot of people went against
And the
him.
Carlton Mafia, the board
Got rid of
Mafia,
him.
Yeah, didn't want him.
Or they,
because
They made
they
more.
knew he was onto the operation.
all right,
Matheson
go
is a
rid of him.
businessman, but Matheson didn't invest in the club to make money. Matheson gave them,
Yeah, so he can have a
gave them
voice.
BWS.
Yeah, so he has a voice.
These
And a
other
lot
fucking
of money.
monkeys that were on the board were there to benefit themselves.
but we're the only club where the board has so much influence over this club. Like it's
Do you want me to tell you
always.
something?
Are we the only club that does
Do you want me
that?
to tell you something about business? And not being a dickhead here, but the more investors you've got, the worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Too many voices. Too many voices.
This guy wants to fucking.
How many
shut
cooks
your mouth,
spoil
shut
the
your mouth.
broth?
I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I don't want your investment. I don't want your investment. Shut the fuck up.
Have you noticed that the two clubs in the AFL who were still
Essendon and Carlton.
who were still beholden to coterie groups are
Yeah.
the two worst performed?
Correct, because
They're
they
the ones
fund
who
them.
got the two coterie groups.
Because everyone's got an
Got a
idea
say.
of what they're going
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, they got the S and the one with
The thing is, right, everyone should be aligned, but you should also have differing of opinions. What makes a healthy workplace?
I don't think
It pushes
anyone
it
at the club
forward.
challenges anyone.
No, this is what I mean.
I agree with you. Is that what you're getting at?
You need people to challenge each other, but still be on the same trajectory. You have to have the same vision, but you have to be able to challenge a person. And go, no, I don't like this, but why?
It's funny.
Okay, then we can come to an agreement as to why we don't like him, and him, or this, and that.
As much as you say that, a person like Graham Wright is not going to put himself in an environment where he doesn't think he can make a difference and succeed. Like he's not.
I actually
Because
think
people like that don't put themselves
Correct.
into environment.
They're
Like
too
they're not
smart.
like
They're
that.
too smart.
Does Cook put himself in
Yeah.
that very
Yeah, but he
environment?
Cook semi-retired.
Yeah, but he came for a payday.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is maybe I hope, and I've heard everything good about Graham Wright. I hope that he puts his mark on the club and that. I hope so. But can he also get in there thinking that he could change things, and then once he's there, he realizes what a big
Yeah, but he's not the CEO. He's not the president. He's
the CEO.
Yeah, he's CEO.
He
He's
will
not
be.
the president, though.
Because I'm going to tell you something. If I'm 65 or 70 years old,
Yeah,
or
I'm
67 like
paydays.
Brian
Paydays.
Cook,
Offer me.
and I'm sitting here, and
100%.
I've been divorced.
Penfolds.
I've been divorced 3
Penfolds,
times,
bro.
which he has, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I know I'm here. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, because he's got no money left.
He's
He's
been through
cycled
because
3
he's been through
times.
enough. He's been through enough headaches, and he's that old. He just wants to live his life. And he faces resistance.
Retirement.
I want to change something, and I come to you, and I'm Brian Cook, and you give me some push. You push me back. I'm like, you know what, man? It's all good, bro. No worries, all good. That's why. Whereas if I'm young, if I'm 35,
Yeah, I
if I'm
agree.
45 or 50 years old, and I'm still motivated, I'm gonna look at your pushback, and I'm gonna challenge you.
I agree, but doesn't this just show that even in the last 4 years and maybe more,
Been a shit show.
just the whole, not only on the ground, but the whole organisation isn't in line, like you say, right? You're getting Cook, and we all thought, like, Cook's a great thing, but we knew they got him out of retirement.
I said to you, this
Why are
bloke
they
is
getting
for a
him when they
retirement
know
fund.
that they're
No,
not
but this is in hindsight now. I look at that now, and clearly it hasn't worked.
Bro,
But
go
at the
back to
time-
when we got him. I actually said
I
he's here for a
believe you.
retirement
Okay,
fund,
great.
bro.
Well,
Like, come on, man.
I
Why did they
understand
get him
that.
for?
Come on, man.
Mars, you weren't the person making decisions.
Yeah, I
And neither
understand
were
that,
we.
but come on, man. Like, mate, the bloke's 70, bro. You're knocking on the door, brother. Here, you can see the light.
But he was retired. He was
You
about
can
to
see
retire.
the light, bro. Come on, man.
I understand that.
This
but
bloke ain't 50 years old where he's got, Bowley, where he wants to make a change, just stands.
You know, like
They're all
every
mates.
decision
They're
40
all
years
mates.
ago, hey, he's coming back to bite us.
for sure.
Right? Even the Voss.
Before
we kept
that,
saying with
even
the Voss,
before.
they put all their eggs in one basket. It didn't happen. Right? And then all of a sudden, bang, they got whatever they could, whatever what was left. It's like when you're at a nightclub, mate, and you wait till like 4 a.m, man. What are you going to get?
Whatever's left over.
Whatever's left over. Those lights turn on and you go, all right, come with me, you know. But at the end of the day, you should have gone early, like at about 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
Music's pumping.
But the prime doesn't rock up till 3 a.m.
Nah, bro, they're all gacked at 3 a.m. They're fucking junkies at 3 a.m.
Coming back.
No one goes out till 2 o'clock. Who goes out at 11 o'clock?
Who goes out anymore?
Oh, you know, that's when I used to go out.
11 o'clock?
No.
What are you home by 1 o'clock?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's when I used to go out. We used to go out a lot earlier. 11 was the prime.
I reckon we used to go out at like 2 a.m, come home at 8.
Well,
No, I'm joking anyway.
It's just a mates group. It's just a mates club, mate.
It
All they
is,
do is
yeah.
they go and they tick a fucking box, collect the check, and they fuck off home. No one cares, bro. They don't care.
And
they hit a couple of numbers.
That seeps through to the
They hit
players.
100,000 members, and that's it. We don't care.
hit 100,000
We're trying to push. No, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what? No.
Good.
Another thing-
They'll sell memberships until the last round.
No.
What a joke, bro. They're advertising.
$10 tickets this
Nah, $45 level
45,
one
41.
exclusive.
I saw
42.
you say
let's up 42.
you said on the
Grace.
Blue and Broad
And they're not
show,
posts.
65,000 you're expecting, bro. You are off your head.
For Saturday Arvo.
Paul, you're off your head.
Bro, it's at Marvel.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
at
not
the
MCG.
G.
Paul, you're off your head.
Is it?
I reckon
Yeah,
they'll be lucky.
get
I
less.
reckon they'll be lucky to get
100%,
50.
man. Is that
You
the
reckon?
G?
Mate, I'm not joking. bro. I
What?
think they'll be lucky to get 50.
65,000?
He suggested.
Well, it's a Saturday Arvo. It's a nice
Get
day.
off.
I reckon
I'll be shocked
I reckon they'll be
if there
lucky
was
to get 50.
65.
I'll be lucky. I reckon they'll be lucky to
Oh,
get
maybe
50,000.
50. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're selling tickets to level 1. They're telling you there's going to be no one there,
They're
bro.
selling level 1 tickets.
Bro, there's no one there.
$42.
Huh?
Aren't they selling them for $42?
Who cares
I
what they
might
are?
get
They're
it.
selling tickets, bro. They're trying to get them out the door, brother. They're trying to get them in.
Can I say?
Come on, man.
One more
Put your
thing
fucking
about
hat
this.
on, bro. You're not that fucking dumb.
You know how we're the best.
Fucking hell,
You
man.
know how we're the
Come on, man.
We're the best club off field. You know.
Yeah, we're the best club in
From
the
my
room,
house to your house, no one else competes. You speak to any player, they'll tell you that Carlton is
Yeah.
the best run.
Triple
business.
premiership.
I'm sick of hearing that. That is fucking crap. So we should be.
Great, go and get
Why are we clapping hands for that? So we should be. This is a Carlton Football Club. So we should be the most profitable. It's
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because the profits don't. It goes back in. You run it or not. It's
But
a
whatever.
not-for-profit. Almost a not-for-profit.
we got the most members. We got the most profit. We got 800,000 underneath the bed at Optus Oval. We got all that money. So we should be, mate. You shouldn't be clapping. Oh, Brian Cook's done a good job. I seriously could have gone there and done that. It's fucking easy, mate. It's easy. I just walk in. I'm the Carlton Football Club. You want to give me some money? Yes. That's what people do, mate. You bring out a new top, you should be.
People
I'm sick of
flock to
hearing
'em.
It's
they're
genuine.
praising each other, how great. That's an easy job. You know who should be praising? Someone like fucking St Kilda and North who are still fucking
Operating.
floating.
How they operate.
They're the ones who go, good job. You were still here. With us, if we're not top 3 in the league,
For
I would
money.
be
You're talking about
money. Money.
Yeah,
I would be
yeah.
disgusted.
No, we are. We've always had. There's a.
But that's don't praise them for that.
No, but
it's
then-
praising the mailman for delivering your
Yeah, but
fucking
you know how the
mail.
club works, mate. They look for things. They look for avenues to appease.
I know.
Yeah,
narratives
because
to
you know
But it
why?
shouldn't be.
The on-field stuff.
Correct.
Is shit.
But
Correct.
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't
We
be.
know that. It's
Nothing.
The club, nothing has changed with the communications at the club and how the club's been operated. Even when Mark, what's his name, the Italian guy?
Lagudashe.
When Lagudashe was
Latte
there,
sipper. Yeah.
to when Sayers was there, and now
It's always going to be
Priestley and
And I guarantee next year we're
Whatever
just
these
gonna,
fucking
the
idiots'
profits
name
are going to just go higher next year. You watch. Membership will be higher.
No, they haven't broken it. I don't know how much the membership is actually, but
I think it's 96 or 97.
good. I think it was 104 last year. They sold them to around 20 last year.
Pretty
too.
sure it's 96 or 97 from memory. I could be wrong, but
Well, we're down from.
Now we're at 99,000, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. 99,869.
Why doesn't he? I'm sure that bloody fucking Priestley there just buy 140 memberships.
who's this John JT?
Oh,
Carlton
yeah.
offering
Turkish Airlines.
Turkish
The
entrance
Turkish
with Tripper deal
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm going in for that one there, mate.
And you go to Turkish Airlines too. Yeah, it's a fucking joke, mate.
So,
We should be talking about on-field, not off-field,
Yeah, I was going to
mate.
say, Parley, you've been a bit quiet.
No, but I'm just saying, look, this is what we do every week.
I know.
Because of how shitty our
And we
team is
won.
on
I
field.
understand that we
We
won.
won what?
The problem is that for me now, I'm not talking about no one else. You can all be happy, truck parades. I don't care. For me, the expectations are
Well, it's
there
too
now,
low.
man.
Standards
I
are
want to be at this level, man. Like I'm over clapping them beating West Coast. That's what North do. That's what West Coast do.
VFL development
we
teams,
don't.
bro.
We
Come on,
should
man.
not
Fuck.
be doing this.
Deeper,
man.
bro,
We should
deeper.
be disgusted at the way they finished off that game. Yes, we got the 4 points. Are we going to go on a 12-game run? Maybe.
No.
But I can't see it happening. Now we're starting to get injuries, you know, like he's doing those stupid press conferences that don't make sense anymore. Like, my expectations are here. I'm not going to be happy with anything. Like, it's a Carlton Football Club. We should be the top four. We should be talked about like on the same line as Collingwood and Geelong. That's who. Collingwood, Geelong, mate. They don't make the final last year. This year, they're February. Every other team can do that in a year. We make just excuse after excuse. Now it's injuries.
No, it'll be injuries now for the rest of the year. That's why we won't win.
Now we got this.
That's the new excuse now.
What do you see? What do you see, Parley? You watch the game pretty closely and analyse and probably
I
watch
watched
the
the
replay
replay today. Yeah.
So, on field, what I know you said last night and the other, you said I don't get what happens between quarter one and quarter three, whatever. You know, like how do they change? What changed in the game plan? Like, what did you see change? Like, what happened?
Well,
we were playing one way.
Like Wiedering said on Waitley a couple of weeks ago that we're a very coachable group. That's what he said, right? He said we're a very coachable group. He said if you tell us to do one thing, we'll do it.
Did.
If you tell us to do something, we'll do it, right? So that's why I think after quarter time it was directive to
Ease down.
slow it down and to. Do you get what I mean? There's again, I come here. What am I going to? What I've seen for 3-4 years, I'm just repeating. To me, it's a pointless venture until change is made. Which change will be made? That's what I can't. I like what I hear going on at the moment, which hasn't been made public. I like what I hear. Yeah.
Oh, as in what hasn't made...
What hasn't made headlines, and I'm liking what I'm hearing.
About some of the changes happening.
Yeah.
All right, and that's fair enough, and that's what we're expecting here.
Yeah.
My blue heaven.
It's a. What's Bucky saying? Is he in the chat? Is he?
He's saying I'm hearing Kane Little.
No, I saw that.
He's talking Brad. He's taking Brad Lloyd's job. Good
He can't be
news,
serious,
don't
Bucky.
No, he's taking the piss.
He's got to be taking the piss,
No,
mate.
he's taking the piss.
No, yeah, like I
I
said.
don't know anymore, mate.
I actually don't care anymore.
What?
The
Is that the
season's
stage
done,
you've
bro.
got to?
No,
The season's not done.
Hey,
Nah,
Paul,
Paul, it is,
come
Paul.
on, man.
Yeah,
Why
I know,
you
I know.
fucking sugar
I know.
man?
No, I'm
Come
saying
on.
like you can't win
Fuck,
the flag.
don't fucking
Paul.
piss in my pocket and tell me it's
Just let
raining,
me explain
bro.
myself.
Understand?
Yeah, of course, go, sure.
I'm
Let me
like,
explain myself.
fucking hell, man. Go.
Right, so is the season over?
Yes. Not over, actually, but
Okay,
yes.
right. Okay.
Mathematically not over.
So
I know
that-
you're a journo, but don't ask us these little nifty
So
questions.
they can't win the flag, right?
No.
No.
Okay, right.
So is it over?
Right. So the season's done,
$67.
right? So that's it.
In my eyes,
Okay,
I don't
so-
think we are good enough to win the flag.
Okay, right. So what do you do from now till the end of the season?
Plan ahead.
That's the question now.
Plan ahead.
Plan for next
You've got
year.
to plan for next
You
year.
plan
You've got
ahead,
to start
plan for
planning
next year.
ahead.
And you know what? I think you're getting the blueprint. I think you're getting the answers as you see.
So what does that look like for you?
What do you mean? What's it look like?
So if you're planning ahead, you've got to make changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be
So what's that look like?
moving X on.
I don't.
What are you setting him up for?
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. No, I'm just
no,
asking.
no, no,
good.
If I was in
I'm just
charge,
asking.
if I was in charge, right? The
no.
first thing, well, for me,
I'm not trying to be tricky.
no, but for me, it would be the first thing would be coaching. It's either
Okay,
Vossi or the coaching panel. That's got to change. I don't like what I'm seeing there. The way they don't. The way he doesn't coach properly on game day, the way we are playing, I don't like it. We're not moving on with
Okay.
the modern day football. Second part would be players. There are some players that have to move on. I don't like their attitude.
Make them
I don't
now.
like some of our players' attitude.
I agree.
It's not even their skill.
I agree.
So just don't like their attitude. And if there are players like, for example, like a Curnow who gets pissed off and doesn't do, well, that's attitude to me.
Yep.
And if you are acting like that, I don't want you at the club. Because that goes through the whole club. And fuck, we're getting young kids in there and they're seeing their superstars acting like that. What are
They're going to do, yeah.
So they're the two things, and also there's going to be a couple of other moves. For example, a Brad Lloyd.
So what did you make of the Tom de Koning meeting with Graham Wright?
I saw the post, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
What a load of
So he asked about what was happening. Basically, he wanted to know what was happening
When
with
you
the future
say
of the club.
who?
Graham Wright and Tom de Koning had a meeting last week.
Right.
Feed the media what they want.
Tom de Koning wanted to know what was happening moving forward with him as CEO. Yeah. He wanted a bit more clarity on
You're
the
not going to
club
tell
moving
him.
forward.
Yeah, no worries.
Right? Of course not. Like he's not that silly, right? So was he asking a question of the coach? Was he asking a question of what are you looking to do with the list?
Are we going?
I know for fact. I won't, but I know that Graham Wright is actually he's a fan of the list. He likes the list. I'm sure there will be tweaks to it, and I'm sure there will be a big name that will be traded. I think it will be Harry Mackay. That's starting to do the rounds. Sydney's definitely interested.
You reckon he wants to keep TDK?
Yes. Yeah. I think the club definitely want to keep him.
Yeah.
But it has to be, of course, it has to be on the proviso.
I heard on good authority that the 1.7 from St Kilda is not on the table.
No, it's not.
Right?
I also heard that
It's
the
not.
Wiggles are coming down and we're going to be starting fucking playing mashed potato and hot spaghetti,
Let's
bro.
skip the theatrics.
Yeah.
Is Tom de Koning staying, yes or no?
I think he's staying.
Is Tom de Koning staying, yes or no?
No.
Is Tom de Koning staying, yes or no?
I think he'll stay.
I don't think he will. To what he sees at the end of the year, no.
I
think
guarantee you he will not. There you go.
I guarantee he'll stay. No, I can't guarantee.
Johnny Blue?
Well, you're going to put me on the bench?
You on record?
You're going to put me on the bench?
Nah, I'm a Johnny Blue man.
Done.
How long in the episode are we? Someone get this on record.
1 hour and
You don't have to
16.
put on record. My hand.
Your word is your bond.
He's not
Your word is your
fucking.
bond.
He's not fucking Mark.
Johnny Blue, 750 mil in one league. I reckon he's gone.
I don't think he's gone.
I don't know.
I do.
I don't know.
You know what I reckon is
don't.
if so be it, because he had this fucking generational meeting with Graham Wright, which they want to feed you, right? They want to feed
I haven't
you.
paid for any for the last 2 years.
Nice.
I think we're that 250.
We're going to drink it here.
So
Done. Whatever happens,
He's
and
waiting.
Before you go on with that, I would say if that happened, if there was a meeting, right, with him and TDK was asking him about the future of the club and what's going on, I actually like that.
well, that's just. I think that's just a.
I actually
If
like
you
it.
are, if you are about,
D&D.
yeah, I
doing
think
his D&D.
if
There's
you're-
nothing to like
if
about it,
you're-
in my opinion.
If you're a player manager or you're a
It's nothing special.
yeah, no, but to me,
Here,
it's,
media. Here, Carlton fans. Here,
But
just
if
hear
you're
this.
if you're a professional in your career and you've got a new boss coming in and you're about to commit long term one way or the other, I think you want to know what's going on, don't you?
I think Tom's management would have been, because Tom, I think, wants to stay. Yes, but Tom,
He's career driven.
he 100% wants to stay. We know that. He loves the club. You can see the way he's playing.
But sometimes there's offers that are too good to be refused.
He's looking at it
Think about
going,
that.
If he so say he signs for an extra, he signs maybe 2 years longer at another club on more money salary wise.
do you want to know
The
something?
player agent would be saying you could do a knee tomorrow, but you're guaranteed that money.
Do you want to know something? I reckon Tom de Koning should sign a 2-year contract.
Yeah, but he won't.
He won't.
Yeah.
I think if he's like,
Takes it too far out.
I'll tell
It
you
goes
why.
to 27.
so what? And then he can sign a 5-year or 4-year contract.
He won't do it.
You think he wants 7-year contract?
Fucking oath he does.
See, I think that's agent driven.
All right, I reckon he
You know
wants.
what's funny?
I reckon he
Who
wants
else is going
5
for
and 1.3.
Judging
Anyone else?
on previous
A lot of clubs have
iterations,
bid for him.
on previous iterations of how Graham Wright has handled where he's been at, I don't think you need me to get the texter out to tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There you
If
go.
it gets to a point where
if it's push or
if
shove.
negotiations are butting heads and it gets to a
See you
point where,
later.
mate,
I think
See
Graham
you
Wright
later.
will be steadfast
It's-
and will
this-
be,
this is
this is it. You come to us You come and meet us over here.
If not,
no
that's
problem.
okay.
Thank you for everything,
Shake
bro.
hands.
We'll get number 2
get a pick or whatever.
And that's why I should.
Trust me, I'm telling you.
why
I've been told he's gone.
I think we should.
You've been told.
Mate, I can show you messages in April. What was it? April
If
the
he's
8th.
gone, he wouldn't be having meetings.
No,
with
at
Ray
that
Wright.
stage, he wanted to go.
Yeah, things change.
Things change, mate. It's all transitory. But my honest opinion is he's gone.
I don't think he's gone.
And at the start of April, he's gone.
Why the fuck's he going to go to St Kilda?
Might not be them, mate. I actually don't.
I think it's Geelong.
I actually think
I
there's
think
a lot.
Geelong as a circle.
I think there's a lot more. There's a
that
lot more
would be
clubs
more-
that are.
Old mate will be playing with his brother
That
down
would
at
be
Geelong.
more
That was my call
reasonable.
start of the
But
year.
are
That's what I
Geelong
thought.
willing to pay him the one?
He'll
No.
pay.
Let's say
But it's not about that.
1.3.
Success.
Have
You
you-
don't have to pay money. Pay success.
Have you not
Come
heard
down
of-
and win a
Yeah, but
premiership.
you're just talking about TDK going for money, and now you're
Yes,
talking about
but listen.
success.
Yeah.
Have you not heard of the money laundering and human trafficking?
100%.
Fucking Geelong.
Cotton on, brother.
No, that's what I mean. If they're willing to,
He'll
pay
find
that
another
sort of money,
700
then
grand
that's a
somewhere
good move
else.
for him. That's a good move.
They got
I
human
think one way
trafficking
or
down
another,
there.
Tom DeConning is going to be earning 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Endorsements with contracts.
or contract combined.
They'll
one
try
way
and
or
find
another.
that at Carlton.
He is to a point, he's a poster boy for the AFL.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is. I
100%.
agree.
Yeah.
But he could have earned that sort of money with Carlton with.
Nah.
Yes,
No
he
way. Cool. No problem.
Endorsements
No,
and that.
no. Not, what do you mean? How? What endorsement?
How is
Puma
Geelong
don't
gonna do
fucking
it?
sponsor him.
No.
How's Geelong going to do it?
Well, Carlton can give him a business.
Business, yeah.
How's
that's about
Geelong
it.
going to do it?
Oh, Geelong
With
does it.
Cotton On.
Geelong does it because honestly, bro, they're a
Farms.
fucking money laundering
Yeah.
operation.
What do they say?
The only way Tom DeConning can get that money on a contract is if we get rid of 3 or 4 players.
I don't think they should
They won't-
pay him that sort of
won't
money, no, and you don't want to do that.
2 players.
I don't think as a club, and I want Tom DeConning to
It's
stay.
not viable,
But
brother.
for me and someone who's involved in that industry of being business orientated, it's business and company first.
But should always
Yes,
be.
we want you to stay. Yes, we value you. We'll give you this. We're happy to give you a pay rise. We want you to stay. But if you're asking us for our arm and our leg,
Yeah,
well,
can't
get the fuck
happen.
out of
You
here.
can't, and you can't bow
We're
down
paying
to
someone 120 grand and he wants 150.
Yeah.
Look, we can give you 130, 135.
Well,
If
the
you-
percentages, yeah.
If you want 150, okay, but look, but if you're
You're going to
asking
get
us,
a different responsibility.
yeah, man,
You're going to get an added responsibility.
you can't measure the highs without the lows.
Yeah.
No, I
And the
agree.
thing is with players and why clubs these days are reluctant to do it is because there's no upside for the club.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you an example. If I give you more money and give you the same responsibility, what risk are you absorbing? None.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What fucking risk is the player absorbing?
None.
Nothing.
Exactly.
If he goes down, we're fucked.
Exactly.
I agree.
And you're not. People think, oh yeah,
Not that I'm gonna think
he's
like
done
that.
great in the past, right? So I'm just automatically going to double his wages, right?
That's
a
works
mistake.
to- right?
Yeah,
but you're,
a
the
mistake.
contract
5 games.
Exactly.
the contract is paying for future performance,
Yeah.
not what you've
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
Which is
And
why I think he should sign, in my opinion, if it comes to a stalemate, it should be 2 years. Reassess your options. You could be worth 1.8 in
But then
2020.
you could do your knee and be done with
That's the thing. That's the
so I think 2 will never
Look,
happen.
again, I think to me, to me, the discussion around him is too big for what the actual scenario is.
It's
That-
not the
that's-
reason. Yeah, I agree.
That's
with that.
to
Yeah,
me.
that's
one
Like
piece
we,
of the
we've
whole puzzle,
like we've
yeah.
spent
That's fair.
we've spent 8 months on him.
Yeah,
I don't
I know.
think I don't think he would even put that much time into it.
No.
I know.
Right. So to me, it's not.
Bro, if he wanted to sign, he would have signed at the start of the year.
I completely
Simple
agree.
as that, mate.
Yeah, but
If
it's not though.
It
But
is.
It's not.
Because they would have given him
It's
the
not.
money anyway. What was
not.
going to change in 12 games to halfway through the years? What was different from the start of the year to 12?
A lot.
Do you know what I actually think is
Please.
going to
A
occur?
lot,
I think
please.
Nazai Wanganeen Miller is going to fuck off, and I think Tom's going to go to St Kilda.
Maybe.
Don't.
No,
He'll go.
I think Nazai Wanganeen Miller,
Where's he going?
he'll go to
Adelaide.
South Australia,
Adelaide.
and that will pave the way for what will be one of the biggest trade
Riley
periods.
O'Brien will come here.
Everything will
Draper
change.
will go somewhere.
I think this year's trade period, considering how close Tasmania is, if they're still happening,
Well,
Yeah,
that's
there'll be a
another
lot
story
going on.
there.
I'm telling you, honestly, these Mitch Cleary, Tom Morris, all these other fucking muppets, they are going to be working overtime. I think it's going to be a busy trade period, like really busy.
Yeah.
And a lot of big players for picks.
All right, so he's just one.
Keep in mind, we don't have a first round pick. Let's just put it out
Yeah, I agree.
We don't, but we will.
Whether
We
that's
will, yeah, and I
through
agree.
Yeah.
you're suggesting perhaps H.
I think that one of the two big.
He's definitely on the train.
One of the two bigs, I think, should go. We keep one and we get rid of the other. You're going to get good value for him, and we've still got a big forward. And I think it's going to change our whole
Dynamic.
structure up at the front, man.
Again, like what? This is why I'm not like. I mean,
And the coaching's going to change.
Everyone's
obviously.
blowing up about like I'm not. Everyone's losing their minds over this year, like going crazy and all that. But it's not.
prick.
I'm really happy looking forward to next year.
So am I.
can
Like,
tell you
I
right
don't-
now.
But that's the
Yeah.
problem.
How
here,
bad is
bro.
that?
No.
How
That's
bad?
the problem.
No, 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 no.
I'm looking
But it's
forward
not.
to next year.
No, do
is
you want me to tell you why? Do you want me to tell you why? Because
But you know
at the
it's a
moment,
disaster.
at the moment, it's like we're flogging a beaten horse.
And this is the problem. It's a fucking disaster. It's turned into a disaster.
But it's not a disaster.
It is a disaster, bro, man. You're looking
what?
at it
But
from
on what, though?
for fucking 4 years ago. We are worse than when we were supposed to be contending, and the window was supposed to be open, and we opened up the fucking sliding door,
Yeah, but
and
it
now
can still
all
be-
of a
it can still be there.
sudden, you're thinking, you're talking, oh, we've got to get rid of some because these players you're talking about that you want that we might be getting rid of was part of the premierships. Now all of a sudden we consider this year, mind you, we've all talked about this at one stage or the other. TDK, either Harry or Kerno. Walsh is on the table now, maybe.
He won't
Right?
be. No, he won't.
Whatever. The problem is you're talking about it. You're fucking talking about it.
Yeah, but that
You're
doesn't
talking-
mean-
Don't believe that. Don't believe that's actually what's
it
transpired.
doesn't matter.
But that doesn't
Oh,
mean.
well, hang on, yeah, it
doesn't-
sort of
doesn't
does.
mean that you just.
It sort of
that's
does
it.
matter, Rocco.
It doesn't matter to me because what happens is from 4 years ago when we were supposed to be slowly climbing, we've gone backwards. So in other words, I know you're saying it's just a tweak, right? But from being contenders, we're now dropped back. We've dropped back again.
So all right. So what's the strategy? I'm going to give you the Graham Wright hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the first thing? Not going to say if you make a change because you will.
Yes.
What's the first thing you're doing? First thing on the
Who are you
whiteball.
asking?
What are you crossing off?
Who are you asking?
Paul.
No, us
person,
for.
head of football.
Prushka, head of football.
football,
Okay,
yeah.
Mars.
Yeah.
Do I one person only?
No, you mate, go for it. Okay, for the purpose of the question, what's the first change?
That
you
carpet
would make?
snake Brad Lloyd.
Yep.
The cancer goes.
Yep.
He dies. Voss and his fucking cronies with him,
All four of them.
gone.
All five coaches.
Gone.
So 6 people gone.
Gone. They won't do it.
Yep.
You'd probably get rid of him and 2.
Yep.
So I'll give
What
one
about-
and TDK and either Harry or not Walsh or Kerno gone.
What about you?
See you
You're
later.
Graham Wright. There's a whiteboard here. You've got a list.
How many
What's-
do I have to give you?
Mate, just tell me what's the first thing you're
First couple.
first thing you want to take. What's first point of business at 9 a.m. you want to take care of? We're in a toolbox
Coaching the
meeting.
coaching department, all of that.
Okay.
I think we need the right person there.
To properly motivate them.
No, but
And
Brad
every-
Lloyd's
and
got to
every-
be gone because
And
he's
Brad
been
Lloyd,
part
bro,
of 2
I think-
regimes.
I think Brad Lloyd.
The
like
cancer's
everyone's
gone.
talking about Brad Lloyd. I think Brad Lloyd.
He's got to be gone, mate. He's a cancer. That's what he is. And I tell him to his face too that he's a cancer of a club. And I wouldn't back down from it. Trust me, I wouldn't. He's a fucking cancer.
But aren't you-
It's a
aren't you
carpet
something?
snake he's just sitting
Yeah,
under
I don't
there.
know the fuck.
He's badging at your fucking ankles and he's just fucking
But why aren't you
survived. He's
concerned?
killed everyone with his poison.
Why aren't you concerned? All you're doing is because this is every year. We'll just tweak a little bit and tweak. We should be there, mate. We should be right up there. Look, we're not.
What we should-
We're nowhere near.
and I'm not
it, Paul.
saying
Our
you're-
players don't look up to it. Like even if the play, for example, just say they're not motivated, right? Let's say they've got bad attitudes, right? We've got the quality, but they just got bad attitudes. Why? Why have these players got bad attitudes? Why? Why after 4 years we've got the best group? That was the Super Draft 2015. Admittedly, Wiedering as I think and Cripper, you know what I mean?
The chat seems to be saying Brad Lloyd.
Yeah, Brad Lloyd is definitely. I think everyone say that. But is he going to be like the answer to everything, Brad
Fucking
Lloyd?
bastard.
I don't know, man. To me, like it's
Fucking
really
pays
pissed me
wages.
off
Get
this
rid
year.
of TDK. What is it? You should.
Pay his wages
What do you-
to that
if-
fucking
okay,
prick.
let's say you want to move on some players. Do you want to speak about it? Play.
Yeah, well, Harry Mackay will probably, like Sydney are interested. There's probably there'd be 4, 5, 6 clubs that are pursuing
definitely. And
him.
you'll get
Honestly,
good value
half the
for him.
fucking league would
So
want
there's
him.
no
You
like
get
I
good
don't.
value for him too.
His contract is attractive.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah, yeah,
what,
yeah.
the
We're
remainder
discussing
in the
this
car.
someday,
The
yeah.
remainder of
There's
Harry's
no-
contract.
And we would
is
pay some of it, wouldn't we?
no.
No,
you reckon
give, us,
Right.
give us a first and a future second.
There's
or
no-
a
You won't get
round.
more than fucking.
We'll get a first round.
You
pick
get a
this year,
first
Harry.
rounder and probably.
Well, I don't really. I think I'm not that I'm not concerned. It's just because you say, you know, say and look, people have rolled their eyes. Oh, you know, the strategic plan, and you know, like you say, you set in place a goal with a vision, and then you have to set a time frame for that, right?
Yep.
So the time frame for us is 2027.
Now,
Right.
yeah, right.
So in between that.
There's a squeeze coming up.
Yeah, well, to a
There's a
point, right?
squeeze.
Say, right, 20, whatever that is, right? But just because you make changes within that time period, it doesn't mean that you can't achieve that.
No, I agree.
And that's what, to me, it's just, all right, we're 6 and 7, we're not where we want to be, so what do you do about it?
I understand that's the outcome. Like at the end,
So from what, and again, like I'm saying, again, how much like you can divulge all you want
The
publicly.
business model doesn't change.
No, it doesn't change. It's just the people within it change
yeah, but
in order
we
to
never
deliver
get
a
that
different
right.
standard.
We haven't got that right in years, mate.
We have got it.
What gives you
I'll say
the
that we've got it
confidence to
better
say
in
that
recent
this time
years.
we will get it right?
None.
What gives you that confidence? Like I see what's happened in the past, and I don't get that confidence. To me, it's just because we had this same discussion, or practically when we had Sayers and Voss and Cook, and they all came in with the same discussion. We've got these players, and now we're going to do this, and it's what happens. Same result. We're back to where we started.
Yeah,
right?
we're languishing this season.
So what
halfway
gives
through,
you that
right?
confidence that this time we'll get it right?
Well, the person coming in making the executive
But you
decisions has got it right
again with
previously.
this Graham Wright, right? Again with this Graham Wright, it's the right person. He's never been CEO, first of all.
I
So
think that's great.
yeah, and it
think
might
it's
be good.
Graham
And
Wright.
Yeah.
right,
I
and
think
it
that's great.
might be good because he's you know, like he's
Ambitious.
enthusiastic.
I don't think we've had many
I
of
like
those
that,
yet.
but at the end of the day, it still gives me no confidence in the organisation that we'll get it right. Because what have I seen in the past?
Do you want me to know what does give me confidence? The fact that
I'm asking.
the fact that some people at the club are shook.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Mate, there's people at the club that are
They're trembling in their boots.
They are,
But
and
they
that
were-
is why.
But they were trembling 4 years ago, bro.
Were
You've
they?
just forgotten about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
but when that happened, we improved.
different move.
Have
to a
we?
point.
So you can improve. So just because you improve a bit for like half a year or a year, and now we're back to where we were, that's not an
So
improvement.
do you?
Can I ask you, since 4 years ago, which player have we given a ridiculous? Which player have we traded in since 4 years ago?
Traded in? Yes.
Yep, I'm going to say
Traded
there's
in.
one on a ridiculous contract. There's one. It's Adam Cherry. It's
Cherry.
not even ridiculous. Akers was cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George Hewitt was cheap.
Yeah.
Nick Newman was cheap.
Yeah. We've had some great bargain.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So prior to 4 years ago, I'm going to give you names. You already know them.
Williams, McGovern, Martin.
McGovern,
Disaster.
Martin. It was a
Disaster.
complete
Disaster.
shit show.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what's changed. That's what's different. I like the fact that there's
Yeah,
people
but
at the club that are a bit unsettled.
Well, we're not
and
curtailed by that
as
anymore.
a reverse cycle, I'm looking at that from the outset, and I'm looking at that, and I'm going, that is the biggest indication of change about to come and moving forward for the positive direction. If people are concerned,
Yeah, but
as stakeholders of the club, if people at your company are concerned, if you're an investor like we all are, you should be not satisfied, but you should be content. You should understand that shit's going to get done. You're never going to know if it's right or wrong. You can only measure it after the
you
fact.
have all the evidence laid out in front of you, right? Based on, and the person making that decision will say, "Okay, well, I know from previous experiences that when." I know from previous experiences that when this particular thing happens or this particular scenario arises, I know that this particular decision has worked to a point, but now I'm dealing with different people, so I have to maybe veer down a different path, right? But on my end, the way I look at it is, it's not down the view of if a certain player leaves, if we trade a certain player out, if the head of football changes, if the coaches change, that it automatically means that you're just going to go backwards again. That's what I think. There's a fear with a lot of people that they think that if the coach change, if the coach changes, if coaches change, if the head of football changes, if players are traded out, senior players are traded out, that it means that it's just automatically going to regress. I don't believe that. And I think there's a fear with a lot of people that they think if that change does occur and we maybe trade out and lose one or two senior players to get in picks or to get in other players, that we will regress. I don't think that's true.
We don't know.
It could be. It could be. But I don't think that will happen, because I do think there is a base there to a point where we haven't, like, as much
the
as
base in the playing group.
Yeah. Well, Graham Wright, he's would I say he's a fan of this list? He likes it.
Fuck, you can like any list.
You know. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, is that
you can't change all your players.
A person of his,
do you like it?
But a person of his, yeah, I do, to a point. Yeah, I think that we can definitely make tweaks, and we can definitely play a different style to get a bit more out of the players. But I don't see it as a negative, like dark cloud, like it's all over, terrible. Like, it's not. I don't think, and like in business, you can't take that. Like in a football club, you can't take that mindset. You can't have that. So if we're trying to discuss what they're doing, and you're trying to understand what they are doing and why they are making decisions and why it is leading to this, you have to get into that mindset and get into the room and say, okay, well, why are they making certain decisions based off? So, like I was saying on last night's show, is that, okay, well, they've made this particular decision. I'm thinking, why have they made that call? Why does Michael Voss continue to play his style? Right? Because he'll live by the sword and die by the sword. You saw it after round 2. He's going to back that system in.
Well, he can't change it now.
Well, okay, so you know what? Bravo, well
Simon
done.
Goodwin did.
You'll live by it and die. Okay, fair enough, right? Fair enough. If you want to do that, and we want to play this Dower style, it'll get us to a point, which it has got us to a point. It's got us to 9th, 5th, 8th, edge of the 8. That's where we are, right? I don't think losing 2 or 3 senior players of the ilk we've seen over the last couple of seasons for younger players with regards to picks, bringing in another couple of players from different clubs, is going to see us drop off to be a bottom 2 or bottom. I don't see that.
I don't think.
No,
I'm not saying we're not going to go to a bottom 2, right? I don't think that's going to happen.
I think, and this is why I'm I don't want to say
glass half
but
full.
I'm not concerned. Like I look at 6 and 7. I look at the way we're playing, and then I see what they're probably going to input. Like, there's going to be change at the end of the year. It's inevitable.
Yeah, I know, but there's change.
It's inevitable.
In
There's
every
going to be
club
change
at the end of the year.
Yeah, and I like that. The
do
concern with a lot of people is that every time we've changed, it has not got better. But again, so where we were before as a club, what was our best moment to a point? It was an elimination final win. Oh, whoop-de-doo. What does that mean? And then you move forward, you build and build and build. And what's been our best moment since? The semi-final win. All right, now it's regressed since then. So what do? You go and go and go again. And then you put in people in in places and you go again.
Yeah, but
to a point.
I agree, and I agree what you're saying, and I don't think we're going to drop down to bottom 2.
Well, I don't know, we might.
I don't think we will, but...
I don't think we will.
Let's just say you miss the 8 this year, right?
Yep.
Let's not sell the whole joint.
No, but just say you miss the 8 this year, right?
Yep.
And go ballistic and go crazy. And?
I know, but that's the problem. It's and every year for us.
Yeah, no, but what are you going to do?
No, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, you change people in roles, whether that's
but you've given me the club, and in recent years has given me no confidence that this is going to happen for the good this time. You're giving me no confidence. It's like being in a relationship. Look, you're giving me no confidence that you're going to be faithful to me. You're giving me no confidence. Look, at the end of the day, the club doesn't give me any confidence that they're going to make the right decisions again. Like this time, what am I saying again?
So even if it's new people in those
roles... It might, and I hope it works, but at the moment, if you ask me, I haven't got that why have you got so much confidence that everything's going to be great now? What gives you that confidence? What have you seen in the past as an organisation? And I'm talking the last, 10 or 15 years or whatever. What is giving you confidence that this time's different? What has given you confidence?
Well, I mean, you go on, you make finals 2 years in a row, and we just sort of
So what? North made finals a couple of years, and they're back at the bottom. St Kilda made finals. So what?
Yeah, but I'm not. I think other clubs don't.
All right, but
really
so
consider
what? We
it.
made finals. We made finals. We went on a run in 23.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we've done. We went on a fucking 12-game run. That's all we did, really, right? Because then last year we started
Limped
well,
into the 8, yeah.
and then we just fell into the 8 there, you know, and we won one game.
So we've become. I mean, how you can go back, but this group to a point has become a finals team.
So
has it?
So
Right.
can I ask you a
Well,
question?
they played finals. The
5
last 2
goals
years.
up in a prelim final, and Voss couldn't coach when that happened.
What's that?
When we were 5 goals up in the prelim final, Voss couldn't coach.
Well,
Yeah.
he could be.
He could have motivated for another 3 quarters.
He probably got him the best they could, but at the
I
end of the day,
agree.
Could he
when
not
you look
motivate
at
him for
it,
another 3
when
quarters?
when you look at it, the overall thing, I'm looking at it and go, right, we're 5 goals up in the prelim,
Fully fit too.
fully fit,
Sure.
right? And
Was there
then-
anyone major missing in that game?
Well-
I don't remember.
No.
A few
No,
loose
There were
changes.
no
There was no
excuses.
excuse.
Matt Owies and Kennedy are not
No.
there.
Yeah.
Anyone else major?
No, there were no
Mark
excuses.
Spain?
There were no excuses in
So
that.
whose
prelim.
fault was it that particular game?
I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about
No,
that
I want to
particular
know whose
game.
fault was it in that particular game.
I think our condition just gave in.
All right, so we gave
I think our fitness and Brisbane were cherry ripe there. I think our fitness.
All right, so
just-
then last
just
year
gave
we
in.
started really well, and then we
Great,
fell away,
fully
and then
fit with all the injury. I'm not doing the injury
No.
excuse, but you got to state the facts.
and then we had some injuries, and I've stated
Some.
that last year. We had some injuries last year.
Mate, Rocco, they were this close to calling you to fucking play for
Yeah,
them.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we make
Come
it,
on.
and we're 60-0.
Yeah.
The way that we entered that elimination final was
Disgusting.
horrid. The decision making
Yeah.
was
They
horrid.
got everything wrong.
Let's not shy away
They got
from
everything
that.
wrong.
Who's that? That's probably the coaching panel and the match committee.
And that hasn't
sits inside.
changed.
That
Cool.
hasn't changed.
We
no.
understand that particular game was wrong. Here we are now in 2025. We're
Yeah.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
So this is the
For
thing,
me,
right?
the group
This
is broken.
Yes.
this is the thing,
Whose fault's
right?
that?
What do you mean? Whose fault is that?
Because you as a motivator, you as the fucking leaders, mate. Why are your players broken? They're not injured, right? They're going into a season.
Do you know why?
Why?
It's called trauma, bro. Because when you experience pain, you don't want to fucking go back, bro.
Well, but
The players are weak. Like
So
I don't know
that's
how to tell it to you, mate. The fucking playing
players
group
are broke from
The
when?
players
From when? when were they broken for?
Probably 2024, halfway through that point of the year, that GWS game, they couldn't even
So
win.
how do-
You know what? I'll tell you
Let's
when.
get them going, mate. Let's get them going, mate.
I'll tell you when it was. This is when I knew that Cripps' 200th game against the Bulldogs last year when they couldn't win for him. That's when I knew.
Yeah.
That Saturday Arvo game where
yeah.
he was
that's a year down the-
Batman, he was Superman, whoever the
yeah.
fuck this
We're a
bloke
year
was.
down the track, bro, and you
I
still
think
can't
the
get
players.
this team motivated.
I think the club is divided and broken, and a lot of it is the players. And the biggest indication, no one's even spoken about him, is Bubba Hollins
Said it a million times. Toxic
and Harry
environment.
Mackay.
Yeah, well, that kind of
I'm not
worries
saying
me.
that was the moment, but when those two incidences
Toxic
occurred,
environment.
I knew
It shows
straight
there's
away.
something wrong there, yeah.
But then you look at the Bulldogs and go, they got Jamara. Have a look how they're going. The Bulldogs are not going. They're not going the worst.
Yeah.
The difference is probably the culture at their club
Yeah.
and their coach. So
Yeah.
to back you up, you could measure us against the Bulldogs and go, well, they've got a bloke who's been cooked. Who's
Yeah,
pulling
yeah.
guns on his. I shouldn't say that on his
Yeah,
teammate.
yeah.
Anyway, he's doing some.
well-
He's doing
well,
some
that's
dodgy
the
shit
fact.
with his teammates. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting siphoned from his
How are
mates
they
too.
able to
Yeah.
gather themselves?
Yes.
Their list is a lot better than ours, for starters.
Yep.
They also have a tactical coach that is better than ours from my house to your house.
Very unique in his.
Different
Who's the
strategy.
tactical coach?
Luke Beveridge.
Beveridge.
Sorry,
Oh,
he's
the
not
actual
the actual
coach.
The
actual
you're a
coach.
smart ass. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. No, but in all seriousness,
Beveridge.
I personally think the group led by our skipper is just drained. Like, and I'm not knocking our skipper, but he, I don't know.
Maybe
you can
his
see it- you
trauma
can see
rubs
it-
off on
you
the
can see it in his
players.
face.
His trauma rubs off on the players because when he turns into Superman, what are they
Well,
thinking?
you also have a look
It's
at.
hard on
What are
them.
they? No, but what are
Carrying
they
that
thinking
team,
as a?
mate.
What are they thinking as a player in that moment when he's trying to take on 5 players in a contest?
Well,
Why? Like, why is he trying to take on 5 when you
he
got?
hasn't got trust in the rest of the side.
Yeah.
mate. That's
if you're,
what I
if
believe.
you're going to go down the path of whose job is it to motivate the players, let me tell you something, bro. You're a fucking AFL footballer.
Themselves.
Don't fucking tell me you need someone to motivate you.
No, but you do.
No, but you don't.
No, but you do.
Intrinsically, you should be.
I don't
No, but that's not
think you
true.
need.
Then why are there personal?
I don't think you need
Why are
to
there
be
personal
motivated.
trainers in this world? Because why do all the great stars have personal trainers and that? Because you're wrong. You might be the most motivated person in the world.
But you should have motivation.
You should.
Within.
You should. You should.
So if you don't give me a fucking pep talk, I'm going to go out and flop.
I'm
and
not
do
saying
nothing.
about a pep talk. It's not about.
No, but that's what you're telling
it's
me.
not about. No, I'm not telling. It's one pep.
A lot of
talk.
players
I
do,
didn't
though.
say it was one pep
on,
talk.
like-
You don't
What
think?
I'm saying is, as a group and that.
You
right,
don't
Comes to
think-
the
there
point
are
where
times-
you give me the message and we've delivered. We've listened to you, coach. Like, boss, I did everything I could. I tried, but I've come to realization that, you know what, it's just not happening. It's not you, coach. It's just I'm going through the motions.
Yep.
That's what I think our club is at.
Yep.
It's a bit stale everywhere. It's
Yeah.
not. So it's a bit of the coach, and I think it's also a bit of the players.
Yeah, it's a bit of everyone.
I'm lean. If I had a lean, I'd be 60% players, 40% coach.
Yeah, but why they like that, bro? Man, you just said they're AFL players,
Yeah.
right? And they're all down. Well, you know what I
Easy.
mean. They're all down. What? What's easy about this? I don't get it.
No. Sorry. The easy part to answer is the leadership.
Right.
So I think it starts.
But the
I've mentioned-
leadership starts from the fucking top, mate, and it goes down the ranks. The rank.
I
if
think
I'm
you'll
the
be
leader
surprised, yeah.
and you're the next level,
Yeah.
and I'm a fucking banana, trust me, you're taking advantage of it.
I believe the players have a lot more pull than what you think.
And you know what?
Agree.
I agree with you.
And this is why I look at. I mean, the main guys at the club. This is why I think they need to be separated.
So this is what I'll say.
I agree,
right?
yeah.
If they had to make a decision between a player or a coach, who would they side with?
Who's they? What do you mean? Who would
Say
they
argument,
side with?
just say for argument's sake, if you had to decide between...
They're going to go with the player.
Charlie
Player.
Kerno said, I'm not
Are you
happy-
talking about if I'm Graham Wright?
Right,
or we're Graham Wright?
if you're Graham
Yeah,
Wright,
okay.
you're making a decision, you're the board, you're making a decision, and your star player, Charlie Kerno, says, I'm not happy at the club, can't stand the coach, I want to go.
Oh no, they'll get rid of him. They'll trade him.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
What? No,
Oh,
they'll side with Charlie Kerno.
Absolutely
Yeah,
they will.
exactly. That's what I think too. And that's
Absolutely they will.
and that is
They
the
won't
fu-
side with the coach.
and that is the
No
fucking
one's
problem.
buying memberships and going to the game because of Michael Boss.
Well, you
And
know what
that-
happens?
and that is the fucking problem.
Well, you know what happens?
The
Your
tail,
club's fucked.
the tail wags the fucking
We're
dog.
fucked then.
The tail
We're
wags the
fucked
dog. And
then.
I've actually, you know
Because if
what?
Charlie's leading the rat pack there, well, we're fucked.
Can I say
I personally
something?
think he is.
And I'm not.
Yeah, I
gonna-
know he. I know he is. I'm saying like I feel like
Acres, Camp,
Yeah.
Walsh crew, all of
they
them.
got a
Can I
crew.
say-
telling you, bro.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna.
Imagine I said no.
It's my show. I say what I want.
We still got a Johnny Blue Walker, Johnny Blue
I'll
label.
be
Yeah.
fucking drinking it, mate. Either way, I'm drinking. If I buy it or I don't, I'm drinking it.
Done.
All right, now listen. I've heard, right, and this is from good authority, right? So I'm not going to give out names and that.
No, so don't.
There is a
Don't have to.
division between the top end players and the lower players.
Well,
There
that's
is-
just, isn't that...
Tell me
would
how
that
they.
not just
Tell
be-
me how they
No,
can be
but
when
it's
there's
getting
no
to the
fucking
stage
integrity.
where
Yeah.
it's getting to the stage where the top players aren't even really following orders. In other words, you know what I mean. So if that's the case, I mean, a good club doesn't act like that. Like a good club doesn't act like that. There shouldn't be
So
this
do you
division.
reckon? Here's my question to you: do you think that is down to the lack of respect for the coach?
I think
Yeah,
that's part of
100%.
it.
Part of it.
It has to be.
100%.
Because
Don't
if you
they seem as a
respect-
mate.
No accountability from the players.
Oh, what do you mean?
I said what I said. Is there any accountability from the players?
To a level, yeah, but not to the level that's
But when
probably
it-
needed to be consistently great. So, remember I said at the start of the year, you know you've got a good coach if you can manage the egos.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
think
And
I
this
keep saying
is
it.
that's part of my point
So
too. yeah.
first there were
You
two
said it when you
things.
got back from the Iron.
Yeah, it was one of the first things you
First-
said.
one of the things I learnt when I was in London when I was talking to some Premier League, you know, pretty well credentialed officials.
Andy's in the house.
Hello, Andy. Pretty well credentialed
Dawn.
officials.
Dawn Adlai.
Saying that you know you've got your hands on a very good coach if you can manage the egos in the room.
That's right.
I don't think he can.
I don't think he can either.
I don't think he can.
He thinks
I
he
think
can,
the
but he can't.
players. I personally think the core and the majority of the
What's the saying? The cart's pulling the horse.
let's call it the bigger players.
Yeah.
Tails wagging the dog.
Yeah.
I think they've got too much say. I think their influence.
They have all the say.
Their influence. Like, let's look at the Fergie days. Let's look at the Pep Guardiola. Let's look at the Klopp days and how they, as to Paul's
Mate,
analogy, how they pull rank.
Mate, Roy
David
Keane.
Beckham, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Ronaldo, fuck off. Yeah.
Simple as that.
Coutinho, fuck
Piss
off.
off.
Do you know? So, do you think that the players are pulling rank, and the coach is sitting there trying to plead with whoever he needs to, and he's like, "Well, I'm at a lost cause."
This
here
is what I was saying.
because I can't get the
I
players.
think we
on
have
side.
not had a person at the club that has not been scared to lose a star.
Who has not been.
I can almost guarantee you.
That has not been there to upset. I don't want to say it's not upset.
The apple cart.
They've been
Is that
they've been so conservative with the players.
Do you want my honest opinion?
That's what I think has been an issue.
Yes.
I reckon
But is
Voss
that-
is frustrated with some of the players,
Yeah.
but he knows he's powerless because the club is a business club that
Yeah.
the players that he's
Sells badges,
frustrated
bro.
with. We all know who I'm talking with. There's three of them, I reckon I know who I'm talking about. The three main ones
Yep.
that he knows
He probably can't properly get
fighting.
through to.
He's fighting a lost cause
Then
because
not the
he's
right
going
person.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then is he the problem though?
Yeah.
Well, he's not the right person.
Yeah.
He might not be the problem, but he's not the right person to take care of it.
Sure.
How can
We
you
need,
not?
we
Sure.
need the right person in there. We need someone who can stand up and take control and not be scared
Fair.
to lose a big player and not be scared to voice his opinion. You know what I mean? Maybe call out some stuff. I don't know, like maybe we need that. Sorry, before you go on, we've got a couple of before we forget.
Seba, $7.99, thank you. The players should be motivated once they see each and every one of us in the stands every week. We've been there forever and they spit in our faces.
100%.
Petra Khan, Bin's got coaches' votes on the weekend. Good kid. Yep. Thank you for being a member for 27 months.
What's
Well done.
Bucky
Yeah,
saying? I see
27.
Bucky in the chat, but we haven't. I know Bucky's tuning.
I
in.
totally agree with the star players having too much power.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the prisoners of...
Well, so this is so let's
they've ruled the roost
AD,
now.
AD and I, we like to talk about we talk about the business side of things and all that. And
I love it. I love it.
I like it.
so
I do. I love it because it gets you thinking. It stimulates your
so
brain.
this is what I want people to and this may be a subconscious thing at the club, right? So we are a football club, right?
Yes.
By name.
The Carlton Football Club.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So you would say in essence we're focused on football, right?
Yes.
Okay, but are we?
Well, we're not.
No, we're
so
not.
this is what I'll say, right? So if you
Your
don't-
being is playing football.
yeah, right. So if you, but we know that that's not the case.
No, we know that.
For football clubs,
Your
right?
core
It
being
just
is
ca-
playing
it's cha-
football,
The model's changed.
It has
We know
changed,
it, right?
that's
We
right.
know that, right?
Yeah.
But there's a saying that I like to use, and this I've applied to the club, right? If you don't know the intentions of someone, look at the outcome of their actions,
Yep.
right? If you don't know the intentions of someone, look at the outcome of their actions. Now, it's not a blanket rule because there can be extenuating circumstances that lead to outcomes. But what has been such a major focus for us as a club for the last, let's say, 2 to 3 years?
Revenue rating.
We just push that.
Revenue
Right,
rating.
so that has been a success for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So their intention is to. They're talking about money and revenue and the
Yep.
medical imaging centre, and we spent a 10-minute video with Rob Priestley. A third of it was about the medical imaging centre and how that's going to be a competitive edge and how that's going to
Political ties.
and how that is going to raise revenue for the club.
Yep.
Right. But the average common fan who watches that video doesn't care about that.
That's right.
Right. But the thing is, the people in that club, their intention there is bottom line.
Yes.
So what have we achieved brilliantly over the last 3 to 4 seasons?
Corporate
Revenue.
world.
Making money.
Brian Cook at the AGM that I went to, he said when they asked him about the pokies, he said, no, we're not getting rid of them because we're worried about growth.
Yep.
Right? So as much as...
Who Brian Cook,
Yes.
by the way, reports to the board.
Yes, correct, right? So... So they have what they have
his
set out to
pokies.
achieve as a business, which is probably a lot of their intention, they have achieved.
Yes, and does this go back to my rant a few weeks ago when I said they're just selling a dream. They don't care about. So they don't care about the premiership.
But eventually the pendulum has to swing back the other way because the pressures. Well, there has to be. Eventually, there's going to be pressure. You know,
fans uprising
eventually.
Right. Well, you would like to hope so, right? But again,
or are the fans getting hoodwinked that much?
Well, does the majority of our intention focus on football? And I understand
I think it focuses on individuals.
Yeah, and I understand that. I understand that sport clubs now are a business, right? I get that, but they're not. The AFL is not. Clubs are not privatised.
No, they're owned by the AFL.
They're not privately owned by anybody. No. So if we break even for a year, it doesn't
matter. The AFL just comes in.
So Carlton and the people are telling me, Carlton's got a lot of money in the bank. If you check their bank statement, they've got 26 million in the bank. And
cool.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but even if we lose money, the AFL comes in anyway and gives you a little.
Right. So
you need to be helped out. Okay, here.
Okay. So what I don't understand is right.
They're not going to let you die.
How do two clubs? Let's say St Kilda, for example. How does a club like St Kilda, who has nowhere near the political influence, nowhere near the money, nowhere near the
backing by private stakeholders,
make a grand final, right? And how are they more successful than us? I'd say
in the last 15 years.
How does that happen?
Did they focus on the football more than what they did?
Clearly, there has to be some sort of right. So there's as much as it's a Carlton Football Club, there are tentacles that touch other aspects of society and other aspects of business.
Corporate club. That's why they do that 10-minute videos.
But that's how
it's not for us.
No, it's for them.
It's for the corporate
it's
world.
To communicate.
Yeah, but
you know what? Fuck. Sorry.
To stakeholders. That's what it is.
I understand.
You know when I knew we were fucked? I mentioned it to you when I looked at the fucking Financial Review and I read an article about our fucking president and our club. Why are we in the fucking Financial Review? I'm not joking. I'm not having you on.
No.
Priestley won. Sorry, yeah.
That's when I knew we were fucked.
So when he got a thing.
I mean, that's not when I knew, but it's a good indication of how.
Yeah, by how the club is run.
The club is marketed.
Yeah.
The club is marketed.
Carlton in business. It's the great. They say it's the best thing to go to.
The wrong, and its fundamentals and where its mind is at is, as Paul said, not where it should be, which is
so we're
football
fucked
on the grass.
We're fucked.
Mate, I'm telling you. I was going to say it earlier.
No, because
really. It's not fucked, but the board needs one of these.
Yeah, on field.
To me, like philosophically, I don't know it's such a big zoom out, but things need to change philosophically at the club. And I keep raising this point that I've said this so many times on the show, right?
Football's in the
football. This is
Collingwood
merda.
Every single
Sicily.
He just so
Puglia, Lecce.
That's south east.
Nah.
I'm not sure.
South.
It is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm not even Italian.
Southeast.
You're right. You know that?
Yeah.
Do you know any girls?
You know how he got a hold of us?
How?
On the 24-hour live, right?
You're joking.
Because he put down, every time we'd watch a game, he put down
Champions League, Inter versus PSG.
He looked at it and he's going,
my god!
I farmed like a true content creator.
He's going,
I was farming.
What is this bloke?
He can speak proper. Is that Google Translate?
Nah, he can speak it. Nah, he's good.
Where does he live, on a farm or something?
Yeah, he's got an olive grove.
How good is that?
He's got an olive grove.
That is so good.
We sent him cult videos.
Do you start doing these ones, bro?
Right, well, he can be part of this week.
Yeah,
we'll dedicate the heritage round to football.
Get the flag out.
This is for you, football. This is for you, mate.
CCP.
Oh my god, that's a big flag,
That is a
man.
huge flag.
Fuck.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Hey, football's here.
All clear. There you go. Take an eye out. Thank you.
Nah, not me.
So,
Go. Sorry, go.
where were we?
We're with the board.
Oh, so again, it's
The board.
and I keep saying every single second, minute, hour, day, dollar, resource that you do not spend focused on improving your football department, you are just taking time away from improving your football department. So we put resources into Carlton in business. We put resources into a reconciliation plan.
The imaging.
We put Okay, fair enough. Okay, if they believe that will be a competitive edge on the field,
Do you think that's why they did it?
that's one part. But then there's also another part
other
to
part,
that,
yeah.
which they said was revenue.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Okay, right. So it may also be a stream for them to get out of pokies. Right?
Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
Okay, right. Which are not illegal, by the way, but people see it as socially unethical. Whatever. Okay. All right. People can make their own
don't talk
choice.
about what's right and what's wrong.
Whatever.
Who
Right,
gives, who gives a fuck anymore?
Whatever, right? Whatever.
Gold jacket,
Right?
green jacket.
Yeah,
who gives
whatever.
a shit?
People bombing each other, bro.
And this is why.
Fuck, we got more hotspots than fucking the middle of fucking Gaza there.
yeah,
The strip
Sam
there.
Walsh is full.
Yeah, got
And
hotspots
this
there.
is why I was saying that there is a. Is there enough of a focus on what we do as a footy club to? Are we doing everything in our power to improve our football?
All right, so now I'm going to ask you a question. Since you said that,
Yeah.
all right, so he just said that, and I said to you, doesn't that worry? And you go, no.
Well, what club has 26 million in the bank or whatever it is?
No one.
Who
who
lauds
has,
that?
who has $1 million
Probably
underneath the
West-
table
probably
and off the
West
table?
Coast.
Yeah, West Coast are
West
huge.
Coast and Collingwood.
Who cares?
But like, it's
Adelaide?
not like
Who cares?
All right, so now,
West
when
Coast
I
got
say
money
to
coming
you
out.
guys,
it's an
Why,
important.
why we care?
We
It's-
don't.
it's
No one
an
said we do. We just
important
don't.
aspect.
No, I'm saying, but why?
Yeah.
The problem is, why are we talking
To me,
about this?
It's an important aspect,
We
but it
shouldn't
should
be.
not be. It should not be
football based.
propagated the way it is what I'm saying.
all right, but doesn't this worry you, right?
What?
I'm going to explain to you.
All right.
Right, so you're saying that we're putting we put a lot of the focus on the other things, and we're succeeding a lot.
Yep.
And it's
But the core essence of what our being is not.
right.
Yes.
It's football, right?
Yes.
So now, when we come to a decision,
Yes.
right? You got football, and
Yes.
you got the business side,
Yes.
and we've got to go one way or the other.
Yes.
It's going to get influence towards the business side.
I think it has
is.
a bit more of a pull than what it
football
should.
side.
Like
Now
that.
that's the
like
worrying
that.
sign.
Yes.
Because every time we need to pull to this way, we don't need to. Because guess what, AD? We don't need to win a premiership. We don't need to.
Says who?
Because
The board.
you know who says
26
it?
million.
You know it says it? The financial review every year says we don't need to
Fucking
win.
side.
Well, it's like Tottenham. Do Tottenham need to win a Premier League?
No.
They've got the best stadium in the world, best business model in the world. They make hundreds of millions every year. They'll be alive for the next 5 decades. Why do they need to win?
Did you just say Carlton or Tottenham there?
Same club.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's true.
And we don't need to win it. And the only people
If
that
money-
seem to suffer
if money-
are the supporters.
Yeah, but
Because we're the ones that wear it on a week-to-week basis.
And we're the ones that
They go to the
then there's
club.
also a point where if the footy gets that bad, your business is affected.
I understand.
Then the footy starts to become an issue.
I understand.
But it shouldn't get to that.
Yeah, and it won't get to that with us because I'll probably always keeping our head above water. We'll always be around.
But then also, because we're so strongly resourced, you would suspect that eventually the football has to.
It does. I'll tell you
Eventually,
why.
it has to become.
I'll tell you why. Because we're that
Resource
that
rich.
very well resourced.
Yeah.
The people that are resourcing our club will start asking questions.
Yeah.
Correct.
Why?
Why am I putting my money in? But hang on a sec. You're putting in your money in, but you only want to talk. You want to open your mouth when you want to say something, but when things are going bad as well.
Yeah.
I personally think there's too many stakeholders, e.g., no, not stakeholders. Yes, private equity, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yep.
People with a lot of
That
money
invest in
that
Carlton,
invest in
yeah.
our club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But big.
You don't get a direct dividend
No.
back, but it's the network that
Yeah.
you.
It's
It's the
Correct.
network that they have
Correct.
that are influencing the club, and they are pulling the strings of the people on the board.
Correct.
The people on the board, let me tell you something.
The viewing
The,
set.
You know,
pe-
you're-
the people on the board are not the most powerful people connected to the Carlton Football Club.
Correct.
There's a head behind them.
I'm
They're
telling you right
tentacles,
now.
as you call
Correct.
it.
The people, Christopher Townsend,
Townsend, yeah.
Townsend,
He's a lawyer. He's there to.
MC.
make sure all the
Patricia-
legals are fine.
Master of ceremony.
Patricia
Legalities are fine.
Paddy Kinnersley.
Oh, yeah, she's just there for
Let me tell you something,
Mate.
Those figures on the board are not the most power. They are the people that are making the decisions, but there are people that are pulling their
They're like this.
They have a rabbi.
Yeah.
Well,
They're the sock.
We've known this for
They're the sock.
a long time.
And this is what happens when you're involved in a club.
So are we ever going to get better?
You know,
the normal people out there like us,
They don't care about that.
Do you want to know
all
something?
we care about is the one question: are we going to improve? And are we going to be a team that contends for finals every fucking year? That's all we care about. And by what we're saying now, it seems like it might not happen because it's getting pulled in the wrong direction.
Well, the short answer at the moment's no.
Are we
Because-
just lucky that we picked up in
2023, yeah.
In
No?
2013,
2015.
14, 15.
Yeah, are we just lucky that we grabbed those top end players?
Well, evidently we're not that lucky.
When?
You know, when was it?
2015.
2015?
Oh, 2015.
Yeah.
Kerno,
No,
Mackay.
it's luck. It's
Isn't it?
well, the list manager does his due diligence. He picks the players, and then they become.
And we're lucky that they all find out to be the best spine in the business. Like, we picked up Charlie at pick 10, you know. Another 10 clubs could have picked him up,
Yeah.
you know, and same with Harry, you know what I mean? And you know,
I know. I understand.
I
You know what I
don't
mean?
believe in luck, and I don't believe in such thing as a coincidence.
Yeah.
That's the two things I don't believe exist.
well, if we
I think people make their own luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. And the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah, that's
No, I
Yeah.
genuinely believe it.
But-
I know there's an element of luck, but I don't think luck and
You
coincidence.
are-
I don't think it's if you're relying on it.
No,
You-
I don't
Nah,
think
luck's
you're
the
in more-
football going this
I
way
don't
or
think
that
that-
way. That's
I don't
luck.
think
You're in more control
Not
of
you.
the scenario
Than what you think.
are.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Luck's something like if it might
All
fall
I'm
off
saying
and
in that
spill everywhere or
2015,
not. You know,
we
you
picked up
can't
a lot of
control
these
that.
stars,
Yeah.
right?
You can, though.
15 and 2014 and 18, you know, we picked up these stars, you know.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way. We are lucky in a way that they've all come up and they've all pretty good top end players, yeah. And
Are they?
Well, yeah, they are.
Okay.
You don't think that like Charlie Curnow and Harry? I mean, they've won multiple momentum, but that's telling me they're top end players.
Yeah. So you're saying we picked up talented players.
We did pick up some really
Sure.
talented players.
For sure, agree.
And if it wasn't for that, I mean, where would we be? Where would we be? Because really, I don't even rate.
Well, that's funny because
Maybe in a
I-
better position.
I look at I look
reckon
at.
Ben-
maybe.
I hate comparing us to this club. It happens every single time. But I look at Collingwood.
Collingwood.
You tell me the
W's.
talent between Membry, Myercheck, Jamie Elliott.
But that's
Anfield.
exactly what I'm saying. The only reason we actually win a lot of our games is because we've got these 5 or 6 players. They haven't got these 5 or 6. I mean, they picked up Dacos.
See, on the contrary, I think that is why they win as many games as what they do.
Who?
Because you're not relying on one player.
Because because for starters, they're not
Yeah.
relying on big names.
Yes,
It's
but
a
they
team
win.
buying.
But Collingwood win a lot more. Collingwood win a lot more. They win premierships because they've got this spreaded list and everything. What I'm
Correct.
saying
A balanced list.
Our list with our top end, we get
It's
a
holding
lot
us
of those
up,
wins. Yeah, it's almost
It's holding us there.
together.
And
That's
those
our
blokes-
baseline.
I wish it was.
They are our
So you're
baseline.
telling
One's
me-
not on the park.
you're telling me
2 are
where-
not on the park. One's underperforming, Charlie.
Yeah.
Cripps is underperforming.
And look how we're
There's your-
performing.
well, there's your
Yeah.
answer.
Are you
No, I
telling
know.
me that
They're
we
our
are-
baseline.
So this is what I'm saying is that I think we are too scared at the moment because we've had such a reliance on them.
On
that,
them to get rid of
if
one
we
of
lose
them.
one or
Yeah.
2 of them, that oh my goodness, it's just going to be. But I don't believe that.
I agree with
No,
you.
but
I'm
I
with
don't
you.
believe that.
I understand.
I'm
You know,
just
I've
saying
been-
the
you know, I've been
mentality that's
waiting
gonna go
for
through
this
the
day.
club.
How many times have I said just off camera, like ages ago, that there's
Needs to
going
be
to be a
separated.
time where it needs to
Be separated, it
players
has to be.
need to go.
So you say
and good.
But it's okay. So
It's
okay.
good.
It's not.
It's for the betterment
I know
of the
it's
club.
fine.
And if you can
Doesn't
recruit
matter.
well,
I
if you
know.
can draft well out of that, and you can make
That's what I mean.
Can we
TDK.
ask the chat? Are they actually scared if we trade a big name?
I don't think they are.
So
I don't think
what?
they are.
Oh,
I don't
good.
think they
No,
are.
good,
No,
good. I'm
no,
just.
no,
no,
that's
that's
fair.
I think our chat's pretty good. They keep
Yeah.
saying, you know, like it's you
Like
know, if we need to
like
change.
if TDK, I think TDK as a ruckman, you should pay him maximum 900k. That's not
Okay.
going to happen, right?
Right,
That's
okay.
just me.
Yeah.
If we're offering 1.1 million, TDK, if you stay, good. If you stay, if you leave,
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
care.
I don't either.
Because
I'm
I
actually
know,
with you on
I
that.
know I'm going to get. Well,
I'm
it's not.
completely
It's
with you
not
on
written
that.
actually in the rules that you get a top 5 pick.
No, we'll get. I can tell
But
you
we
now.
will get a top-
No,
Yeah.
no, we will get pick 2.
Yeah,
You reckon?
We'll
number
get
one
top-
is number one
yeah.
is untouchable. I guarantee you
It'll
we'll
be
get the
pick,
second pick.
It'll be.
Who?
Yeah, bro. What do you mean? Josh Bader went for $800,000 and St Kilda got pick 8.
Yeah, and no, to put it this way. Oi,
I
Ben,
know, but it changes. It's usually the pick after
Ben,
your first pick.
correct.
No, it's no.
Well, you finish on the ladder.
It's not. It's no
It's
written rule.
ended by what you get.
I know
Yeah.
that, but there's no
Yeah, but there's
real
no
set
written
rule.
rule.
There isn't a set rule, no.
It's
So
no
the
written
AFL, a
rule.
bit like the NBA, can go, oh, Dallas Mavericks, you
Yeah.
can have,
They can
sort of-
veto it.
They can say,
Damien
look, we'll
Barrett
give you...
called it the secret herbs and spices. You don't
Yeah.
know what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they're there.
You can veto it. They can come in and say no, you don't.
I reckon
Ben
if-
Mackay was picked 4 or 5.
I think it'd be top 10.
He's picked 4 or 5. Ben Mackay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
North
Yeah.
Melbourne got pick 4 or 5.
Yes, correct. I think it was. It's 4 or 5. Yeah.
I think we're looking at a top 3 or a top 4.
I think it'll be top 5.
Oh, based off that, yes.
It's
Yeah,
top
I
5.
But the problem is,
It's
and
no
ain't
written
based
rule.
off that.
Mate, it's fucking Carlton, bro, please.
I know, I know that.
Anyway,
I know
but
that.
let's just
I
say,
know.
if he goes, I don't care. If Harry
I'm with you.
Mackay
Yeah, of
goes or
course.
Charlie
I don't
Curnow
care.
goes,
I really don't.
I don't care.
No.
This is-
If
again, this
Wiedering
is-
goes, you know what? So be it. If you give me 3 first-round draft picks, which
No,
won't happen,
you see, this is where
I know, you're gonna
I'm
say.
going to intervene.
are you going to say no?
To me, the only player
There's a leader, natural
on the
leader.
list that is untouchable
Everyone said this.
under no circumstance.
He won't go anyway.
Under no circumstance, under no stretch of any imagination in any world is Wiedering touchable.
Yeah, he's not going.
He's
I
the
love
only
him.
player
Oh,
I
you
would
know me.
not
I
get
don't
rid
want to
of.
see him go.
He's
But,
the only one.
I actually said that last week.
but so be
He's
it.
the only one. The rest.
He's just
can all
so
go if they
mundane
have
that he's
to.
just the consummate
No, I
professional.
just think I think
what he
he's the player that has currency, but he's also a player that is not replaceable.
Yeah, I
Great
agree.
call.
I agree.
They're hard to replace.
Players have currency. Charlie's got currency. Harry's got currency. Walsh has got currency. Half of our list has got some form of currency, except for Jesse Motlop. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
He's got. But Jacob Wiedering is,
I agree.
at the moment, in my opinion, is priceless.
He's an untouchable. Yeah.
But you can give me your dual citizenship, you can give me your passport, you can give me whatever fucking. He's the only one I want to get rid of.
But the thing is, right, is
I believe he's if we're going to win a premiership with this current list,
probably
I
a
believe
captain.
it is, yes.
Guaranteed.
I think he is our next premiership captain.
I agree.
But just
Which, to go back to Paul's point, means it's probably not as doom and gloom, and I agree with you.
Yeah,
Paul.
but it's not like
I don't think it is either.
It's no.
I don't think it is
I
either.
just.
You know what it
if
is?
you make moves on a senior player who's been there for years and is a very, very good footballer, but you believe it's going to be to the benefit of you in the short term, medium term, and long term, well, make the call. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
that's why I'm not. I don't see it as this. Like, I've tried to get out of this mindset of if he goes and then he leaves and then he goes, it's all done and you're finished and we're done for the next 20 years and
I don't think.
I don't see. You
I don't
can't.
think
You
but a lot
can't.
of-
No one can predict what's going to happen. A year, 2, 3. Like the further out you go with your predictions,
It just builds
timeline-wise-
anxiety.
Yeah, but like the errors just extrapolate, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's like all these climate change people who think they know what's going to happen in 100 years, but you know what's going to. But they can't even predict the weather for 2 weeks away. They're going to predict the weather in 50 years.
That's right.
Come on, mate. Right. So your time frame is very crucial, right? So
mate, to be honest, if somebody come to me and said, Cripps,
Oh yeah.
see you later. The right deal, see you later.
Fucking know, for the right deal, for the benefit of
It's
the
going to
club.
be, you've got to benefit him and it's going to benefit
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Because what he's done
yeah,
for
I
the
mean,
club,
again, like it's extenuating.
But you know what gives you
circumstances, right?
confidence
That's
about
like
it?
that's like the big.
I don't care.
I just think with a club like Carlton,
Yeah, I know. It'll be a fan revolt.
They're too concerned that the fans are
Revolt.
emotionally
Invested.
attached.
But you also
To
have
a
to
player.
You have to understand as well, you can't get rid of everyone.
No.
Plus, to a player like him, and
Yeah,
a player
oh,
like
mate.
Wiedering, that can destroy the club for
yeah.
like that can just ruin the club.
And look,
See, to me, Wiedering's the
Cripper-
only player. I'll be honest with you. Players like Cripper at his given age
Yeah.
and his output from what we've seen this year.
I don't reckon.
I didn't say trade him in 2022. I didn't say trade him in 2023.
I know what you mean.
At the current state
know what you
at the
mean.
moment, to me, he's declining.
I don't reckon he's got much value at all.
But you see, this is where I think someone like Wiedering is the only one that is like, it's like picking up gold.
Yeah, he's
off the
untouchable.
ground.
I
It's
don't
hard to
only one.
find. Hard to find.
Wiedering and Cripper, you're not going to move on.
No,
He's
no
a
way.
captain. Even if you,
No way.
even if you give captaincy to someone else, I mean, Cripper's the man. He was loyal to us.
He has.
and he's still
I think he's still. Of course, he is. We know that.
But everyone else, not that you're going to trade everyone, but they can all be put on the table. This is the.
You can dangle them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, all of them. And if you get you're not going to get rid of all of them. But if you're going to get a good deal out of one or two of them, where we are at as a club, you have to look at it because I
reckon they will. Graham Wright will.
Yeah, I
think
agree
he will.
too. I agree too.
I think it's been reported
I don't think we're concerned
that is going to happen.
I think we know who the players are.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm not concerned.
There's 3 players, like we all know them. They're just
Charlie, Harry, and Walsh.
And TDK, 4, sorry.
Yeah,
Walsh,
they're the ones with big value.
From what I've heard.
All right, let's say not Walsh.
Well, I heard you float. Jack. What about thoughts on Jack?
No, sign him, for 2 years on 455.
They'll get more
Why
than
2 years?
450.
Well, he's going to be nearly 30 at the end of it.
455?
A year.
Nah,
No, you'll
he's
get
worth
more than that. A 460 is, I think, the minimum.
Mate, he at the moment, how he's playing,
You'll get 600.
he's worth $700,000 a year.
Yeah, but how can you?
But not for a defender.
games.
Not for an intercept
You'll get
defender.
6, Paul.
Not for an intercept defender.
No, not that much.
You'll get 6.
Well, what's the difference between his output and Haynes' output?
Haynes is 32.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but output-wise, based on output this year, what's the difference between the
same.
two?
No,
Okay,
but you don't pay when you're doing a contract. You're factoring age and scope.
Yeah, to a point, right? To a point. But if you're just looking pure output, right, the gap between Haynes and Silvani
It's not that much,
lot.
mate. Surprisingly, I think Haynes has been in our top six
Right,
or seven.
so what's
100%.
Haynes on? What would Haynes be on? He's a
But
rookie.
Haynes is on a 1-year contract. Yeah?
Correct, right?
300,000.
Correct, right? Jack has also got
History.
History?
Yeah.
right. Okay, and he's also played that role for how long?
They're not gonna give him 450
Why?
because they won't. They'll offer him like 600.
I
They'll
think
have
600.
To.
I think
They'll have to, bro. They'll have to.
So
Where do we stand on
$1.2
players
million you're tied
over
to
2
him.
years.
Not
Yeah,
that
you
they're
have
worth.
to.
Not that they're worth anything.
But it's not 1.2. It is 1.2, but over 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
But it's an extra 300.
To me, I don't think you pay.
You're not paying him unders.
I don't. Intercept defenders are not a rare commodity in the AFL.
I said
Are not.
450 a few weeks
they're
ago.
not a rare commodity in the AFL. They're not. To me, they're not worth.
He's pretty good, but he's been.
Yeah, I know he's good, and I suppose his flaw and his strength is his versatility.
Yeah. But listen to this, Paul. What's the
flawed his
minimum?
strength.
What's the minimum? It's 460. I read somewhere.
The average wage.
Average wage is 460.
I'd be paying him just above average wage.
And it'll be 600. You're not going to pay him 5. I'm telling you, they'll give him
It's not going to be 455. It'll be closer to 6.
Yeah.
657.
Okay, we'll say it's 6. Okay,
6.
fair
I
enough.
think 6.
He's
is
someone I would
reasonable.
keep as well.
6
But
is reasonable.
if the right
But then-
number, if the right figures
Like it's
came
just,
our
again,
way,
I'm not.
He's
I
not someone
don't.
you're
You don't
hanging
want to tie up a lot into intercept defenders who are solid.
But that's
he's
not
a
a
good,
lot.
solid intercept defender.
600 isn't a lot.
Yeah, I know, but again,
And we
like,
need-
you know what's fucked up? Do you know what this all comes back down to? Even since we started it, is the fucking recruiting and the development of these players.
Development is
Development is huge.
And it hasn't been mentioned.
Disastrous.
But don't get me like Silvani. I want him to stay. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
I
like
know,
I'm not. I
I
don't.
know.
But we've just got to be wary with what you're outlaying for defenders.
Of course.
Mate, I love him as a player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Love him as a player.
No, you're right. You can't be overpaying everyone and then fucking where we.
I think he'll be part of our. If we
I
go on a
think they'll
tilt,
re-sign him.
I think
What
he'll
would
be
it?
there.
All right, we'll put it this way. What would he?
I want. You know what I want that back to be? I just want it to be Silvani and Wiedering. That's it.
What do you reckon he'd get at Geelong?
Who?
Silvani.
500, 550, 600,
Yeah,
probably the same.
the same, I
650, yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking. That's a question.
I think so too. I think they would give him about that. He wouldn't be worth any more, and that's what I think he's worth to us.
There'll probably be other teams that might come.
Oh,
for
don't.
it.
Actually,
This
I'm gonna.
my issue. This is my issue. My issue is that you're gonna. So I think that a lot of our defenders' numbers are being inflated
Because we
of
play
the
this
way
style.
we're playing.
I was about
And
to
you
say
can
that,
get sucked into all those numbers and
Yeah,
think,
correct.
oh look,
He's worth this,
He's
he's
had
worth
10
that.
intercept marks. He's had to. You know, people say, oh, Wiedering and Silvani were amongst our best against West Coast.
How bad is
That's
that?
a concern for
know.
me.
I know, but
I understand what you mean, though.
no. But when you look at like Silvani, I can understand.
I think he's a very, very, very good
Yeah.
footballer.
His
And I
numbers
want
have
him
been-
at Carlton.
his numbers have been a little bit inflated because of how much the ball. But when he does go that one-on-one,
And I think he's
He's very
scrap
good
up, and I
and
think he's fantastic ball in hand.
and that's the other
Great
thing. So
ball
it's
in
not
hand.
like But forget about him. Like he's not our problem. Just
No, correct. So let's get that out. It's not that I don't want him there. It's
you mentioned Haynes and Silvani. Like
Haynes has been a good pickup.
Haynes is more of an interceptor than what Jesus is. Just thinking about it.
He's more loose.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
He's a looser player than what
Sauce is
Jack Silvani is.
Sauce and Wiedering are our more, if
Lockdown-ish.
you want to call it lockdown one-on-one. Like,
Correct.
Jesus is not really an intercept defender.
No.
He's at the moment, as it stands, your McGoverns and your Haynes are your interceptors. Your Wiedering.
Well, I think McGovern they should keep up front now.
Well, they've got no choice given this week, but
Yeah.
I'd like to see it the whole year now.
Nah, he played West Coast.
they're the two players I wanted to ask you guys about.
He played West
He's
Coast,
one of them.
bro.
Cheeseburger, McGovern, and Zach Williams.
Zach Williams is tied into a contract.
Until 2026. Can't wait to see the back of him.
I
trade
don't mind Zach Williams when he actually
Traded
gives
for a
us
fourth
something.
rounder.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
I think he's good up there.
Injury prone.
I'm just asking
he's
the
injury
question.
prone.
For what it's worth, I think he's, when fully fit, he's our
When
our,
is that?
he
So
is our third
So
forward.
McGovern's
When is
contract
that?
Is that Williams?
Yeah, I like him. I do.
Yeah, I do.
No, I do as well.
Yeah,
I do.
But it's reliability
The problem
issues.
is
No.
his availability
But he's
is
there
unreliable.
but he's there next year.
Sure. What
So
about
contracted,
McGovern?
yes.
What about some of these other guys that aren't
McGovern,
there?
I would seriously consider.
Well, I know.
He's a 1 year deal.
I've been
max.
told he's got a clause in the deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God,
what
is
played
it? Is
12
it
games? 15 games or something?
More.
18
And
games.
he gets another 1 year.
Yeah.
He's on target for that too.
He's played. To be fair, he hasn't been our worst this year.
No, he's been available.
I think he's been good. He's
He was
been
good.
fitter.
He was good yesterday.
Yeah, but he's
But why? Again, contractor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
contractor.
Ella, Deha.
Fucking Jake Stringer. Jake Stringer on a contract year is
Unbelievable. Deha.
Best
Flick,
player in the
mate.
AFL.
Flick.
Yeah, I
Flick.
almost
But
See you
again,
later.
look, in his last 2-3 seasons,
Thank
he hasn't
you.
really been unreliable.
Do you remember when?
been
Do you
okay.
remember when Corey Durden signed a 4-year contract? Did
he sign? No, he didn't
Yeah,
sign 4
not
years.
this year. No, his last contract was 4
Was
years. You go, who the fuck is signing Corey Durden? Remember you messaged me. You go, who the fuck is signing Corey? Who's chasing Corey Durden? Why did we sign
to
him?
offer him 4 years?
So
yeah.
Chera, I reckon they've used as a safety net when they signed him at the start of the year.
Correct.
I think he is their mark. They signed him a 4-year contract. We're going, who the fuck's giving him a 5-year contract or 4?
Five. Share five.
Who's giving him this?
They
Why have they
extended
done
it.
that? Why that? We're all in arms. Majority of us were.
Yeah.
I believe they've done that because if he is the midfielder that is expendable, if they need to trade, they know he's got
There's
value,
some sort of value
and they
there,
go
of
right.
course.
If we need to trade him 2 years into his contract,
Yeah,
There's value there.
That's right. That's why they put those out there sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Because you know they get a bit of value. And you know the
Jesse
type of-
Motlop. What's our thoughts on Jesse Motlop? Hey, what's our thoughts on Jesse? That's what this club does. That's what it does to us.
I don't know, just like again, I don't.
What do we-
Everyone, you can go ballistic. You can
No, you can't.
swear and call it like it just.
It's a failed year.
But it
that's
is what it is. Like it's. I don't know what's going to happen from now to the end of the year. We can predict based on what we've seen.
You can
but
project.
but how many times do you get that right? Never. We said it was all done in 2023, and then they went on a run. Now we're saying this year, it's all done, and I don't know what's going to happen, mate.
Yeah, but what I'm
I
saying,
don't know. I don't know. You know what?
like
All I can say is based off what I've seen.
You're making
right?
up the numbers.
Yeah, probably. But based
You are.
off what I've seen, we're probably going to go on a run because that's what we've done.
I can't see he's going on a run.
But see, you've said that the last 2 seasons, and they've done it.
Can't see it, man.
Based on what I've seen, I can't see it either.
I didn't say last year. Last year they started on the run and then they just
Right,
never
so
got
let's
back.
move. So let's to the game this weekend. Can we beat North Melbourne?
Yes.
Okay,
North
so that's
Melbourne
3 in a
back.
row, right? Can we beat Port Adelaide away?
No.
I think we can. They're not as good as what you think.
No.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't think
but no.
you don't think we can? There's not in any world.
Yes, there is.
Of course, there's
Okay,
always
right.
in a world.
Okay.
There's
Yes.
always in a world that
Yeah,
we
I
can beat
think we
Port
can.
Adelaide. But
Alright.
first of all,
Would we
Now
go in
all
the
of
game
a
as
sudden-
favourites? No.
No, it'll be
$1.60,
$1.75, $2.10.
All right.
$1.80,
I
$2.
don't know, Port
Yeah,
aren't
whatever.
as bad as you think, but anyway.
Nor are we though. I don't think we're
I
that
think
bloody
we
bad.
are.
No, but I don't think we are as bad as
Why?
people
How?
make out to
How
be.
can you say that?
Well, people are making out that we're like bottom 4.
Well, we're just barely getting we're barely getting over a VFL side in the last 2 weeks, right? We're barely getting over a VFL side who we again did exactly the same with the
I know, of course.
West Coast.
I know.
They beat us in our A game.
I know.
So what gives you confidence that we're not as bad as we are? We're getting now. We've got injuries now.
Because that's happened before, and it continues.
When did it happen before?
Happened last year. We went on that run.
No, it didn't happen last year.
In the middle of the year, we won 5 or 6 in a row.
Last year?
Yeah, we were 11-4, mate.
But after that, what happened? That was a continue on from last year.
But I'm saying, and then what it leads to being 12-10, 13 and whatever. Like that's what it's been.
We got. I really can't. Say
Where we are now, 6 and 7. Say we go 7 and 7. Where we've been the last 2 years.
Not saying
No,
we
it's
we
not.
will be going 7 and 7.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
We
And then
will
what?
beat North Melbourne.
And then all of a sudden, you got Port over there. You got Collingwood. You got Brisbane.
But is that inflated by the fixture?
Fremantle away.
Yeah. So is it a
Am I right?
Fugazi?
Fremantle Fremantle away or home?
Yeah, Fremantle away.
Well, after the bye, someone was like 10 wins. I think it's a conservative 6 or 7 max.
10?
Yeah, no, well, maybe it was taking the piss. Maybe it was you and Terry.
Yeah.
That's, sorry, it was.
Yeah.
He's taking
I'll tell you, we're not making the 8. I can tell you
My
right now.
opinion is
We're not.
We're not travelling that well. We have not played.
No, we're not. We're not.
Really any good
We're not.
football to give me confidence that we're going to go on
No, we're
on
not.
this run.
So can I ask you
We're not.
this? Do you think our football can get worse, or the only way is somewhat? How much improvement do you see?
I don't see any improvement.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
That answers the question.
I don't see any improvement. Where are you going to see the who? All right. So
I'm not arguing. I'm asking.
No,
you.
all right. Then
Yeah.
I'll give you back a question. Right?
Yeah.
Do you think our game plan? It's not going to change, right? So our game plan under Voss. Do you think that's going to give us an improvement in our football?
For the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I'll answer it this way. I think it can win us a few games. I don't think it's going to win us enough games.
And which players are going to elevate us to be this run? Which players?
Yeah, well, that's very true as well.
Which players?
The same players,
Charlie's
the same players that we've had for the last 3 years that that need to have the right mentality.
Right. So now Mackay's injured, so he's one that's done.
Not a
right?
Walsh is dead.
Dead. Right. So he's not going to be back. Right. Then you've got Cripper, who's
What are we now? I
trying
think
his
we're
fucking
13-1 without Walsh.
13-1-1.
Yeah, sorry, 13-1-1.
There was a
So
draw.
we
Who
got
did
it.
he draw against? Must have been in his early days.
So tell me,
Richmond.
Now outside of that,
Yes, that's right. When I tipped the draw, remember?
outside of that, right? Which players?
Yeah.
Just say we had all those players.
Done
Yeah.
his back
Which
there.
players are the players that are the game winners? The ones that are going to get you over
I was going
the
to say
line?
Mitch McGovern.
What's that?
Probably Charlie.
Which players, when we're
McGraven.
all up and about, which ones are the ones? You got Cripper?
Probably Cripper. Wiedering, I know he doesn't score, but
He's
he
in the back, but
yeah,
yeah.
but he's still he
All right,
wins
all
in
right.
games,
Wiedering,
101.
Wiedering, Cripper and Charlie Curnow.
Carlo, maybe Mackay too can get you over the line.
Yeah, but he's not. He's out.
But he's
So
dead.
Charlie's dead,
He's dead.
because he doesn't look like he wants to be there.
His specialist
now,
came
what is
back
wrong
for
with
one
him
day
now?
and went back.
What's wrong with
What's
you?
wrong with him now? Like why?
What do you mean?
Calf
What
awareness
happened?
today.
Calf.
Calf
Oh, so the
awareness.
calf. All right.
I think he's $1. I said
That's cap.
$1.03 to play now this
Cap.
week.
They just didn't want to play him.
All right. So out of all-
Did you see him?
I know. Taking the piss, bro. Spitting in our faces.
Mate, the guy couldn't get changed quicker.
I know.
He couldn't get changed quicker.
Disinterested.
He did not want to
It
be
was
there.
hilarious.
It
was so funny. It was so funny.
Yeah, good mentality. Real good mentality.
I've never seen someone
I was just laughing.
did not
Mentality.
want to fucking be there.
My government just went flying.
Did we kick one of the worst goals you'll ever fucking see?
Curnow.
That Fogarty goal. The worst goal you'll ever
One
see
where
in
he
your
tried to
life.
handball to
It's
McGovern.
the worst goal.
And he's like, sorry.
It's the worst goal you'll ever see in your
do, yeah,
life.
that was pretty bad.
It was shit.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
So
How's the mentality on Curnow?
I can't see it.
Disinterested.
I don't think we're making finals.
No, I don't. I can't see it.
All I'm saying is
Better.
$67, cuz.
I don't think we're making finals.
Should be $670.
When they cut the camera to like inside the change rooms, see with his shorts, he's put the Nike sneakers back on, and he's
He's
just there
just,
like
yeah.
that. You know,
Who?
like,
Carl- yeah.
it's hilarious.
No, he's on Nike. He's Adidas.
But
So
you know,
dope.
you
Get it
know,
right. He's dope, he has.
I was
Footy,
Mate, I was
I
just
understand.
laughing.
Everyone dances to their own beat. And
Oh, it was hilarious,
Maybe
mate.
footy's not your. I know it's your job, and maybe
Fuck,
you
imagine
see it
if he
as a
didn't
job.
have
They
footy.
asked
Bro,
him,
like this
He'd
guy.
be in the middle of punt road.
I love it. No,
With the
I love
fucking-
it.
with
I
the
actually
AMF
love
bowling
it. I love it.
pins.
After the game, when he was speaking, oh yeah, I'll be there next week, and I've never had a shot. I love it, mate. I love it.
I can't stand it.
Baby, man. It's just a big.
Oh, well, it,
So
it
good.
translates on the field, doesn't
So
it?
good.
Oh. Oh.
I'm telling you,
love
sometimes
him,
I
mate.
watch him play, and I reckon he's high.
He smoked 12 bombs.
I love him,
I'm
mate.
not
I love
joking.
him.
I
Rip the
think I watch
bilgy.
him and I just go,
I
what
love
the
him.
fuck
Rip
is
the
going on in your
billy.
head?
Rip the billy.
I mean, there's not many people
You
can do
know,
on the
we
field
are
what he does.
laughing at our club.
Yes,
we
yes,
are
yes,
laughing
I know.
at our club.
That's how hysterical we are. We're just delirious. Aren't
Yeah,
we?
we are.
He had the black sneakers, the shorts, no ice on the calf, nothing.
No.
Just
And you know,
Disinterested.
on a serious note, I
Makes me
don't
sick.
rate our list at all.
Rocco, I completely agree with you.
Like nothing apart from those top. There's maybe 10 players.
So then
there.
right's wrong now.
Huh?
So right's wrong.
Graham wrong.
Right's wrong.
Right's wrong. Graham Wright. He said he likes the
I
list.
don't like. No, I don't. Well, what do you like about it?
Yeah,
Like, I don't
he likes
like,
to listen until you see fucking 12 changes at the end of the
I
year.
don't like the bottom. I don't like the
I've seen him
bottom.
18 players out of contract there. Go on, that's why he
Yeah.
likes the list.
Well, maybe that's why.
That's why he likes it, mate.
Maybe that's why.
Come on, mate. Read between the lines there. Come on, you're
that's
not
why.
dumb there. Read between the lines, cuz.
Maybe
He
that's
feeds you,
why.
At
mate.
all.
He feeds you what he wants you to hear. That's what he's just feeding you little sound bites. Yeah, we met with TDK. Yeah, he's gone, cuz. Don't worry, top 5 draft picks coming our way. Read between the lines.
He said he likes the list.
Yeah, because there's fucking 18 players out of
Probably.
contract this
I
year.
hope he's right. I hope he's fucking right. I hope Wright's right.
Come on, man. Fucking hell.
What's he supposed to say? I don't like the fucking list.
Just
mate.
don't say
maybe.
anything. You can't say. He's not going to say that.
No,
Come
he's
on,
not gonna say
man.
that.
Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
I don't like the list.
Come on,
Not
man.
now. Oh, you know what?
Why wouldn't
I
you?
want to see
Come
at the
on,
end
man.
of the year
Come on. You know
when-
how it works, man.
when
You're not
10
going to say,
players are
I don't
doing
like
it.
the list.
He's not going to say that.
Come on,
Why
man. Oh, come
No, but
on.
hang on. Are you saying that he said it off record?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he said it on air, on record. Okay.
No.
Well, now it's on.
Oh, please, mate. You think I operate? Do you think we operate like what I see on the mate? Mate, there's layers. There's layers.
I
mate.
would have
There's
asked
layers,
him, what do
mate.
you like about this list? What do you
18 players
break
out of
the top
contract.
6 or 7. What do you like about it? What do you like about this list?
I think there's
The
players.
fucking they're all half
There's
of
certain
them
players that are-
half of them-
certain
can
players,
work with.
I think
Work
that
with.
Graham Wright's not a coach, but he's looked at his previous clubs that he's
Yeah.
been at. There's players on our list that
Same
are
mould.
akin
Yeah.
to some of the players
from other
other clubs that he's been at, where he goes, he's envisioned, he's looking,
Yeah.
he's going, you
Mate.
know what?
Hoskinelli and
He's-
Cottrell.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Like
he's looking
that.
at it
It's
going,
like
like,
that,
I
yeah.
reckon I can look at this guy. Fuck, he reminds me of X-player.
Yeah.
Fucking Fogarty. He
Yeah,
reminds
that's
me.
true.
You know what? I know he's not a coach, but he's looking at it going.
True.
He's probably looking at a coach in mind, if he is looking.
Oh,
at a
you
coach.
have to, don't you?
And he's going, well, given how that current coach is performing at his current club as an assistant coach, I'm going, well, this player can fit that mold. This player can do that.
Yeah.
You know, this player's a high
So if
transition.
he likes the list and we are performing as bad as we are.
Voss is not there, and I think Kate Simpson's our next coach. There.
Who?
You heard me. Kate Simpson.
Nah, you're far. You've been drinking that
Another
blue
Johnny Blue.
already. Come
Kate
on,
Simpson.
bro. Kate Simpson.
Is that Hawthorn,
So
man?
you tell me.
He's going good.
I know where he is.
No, I'm saying to him there.
Yeah,
I'm looking
so
at
tell
him.
me-
Kate Simpson is our next coach.
Oh, well.
Kate, is that the one?
Well, fucking Sam
The
Mitchell
most
wouldn't have got him if
losable-
he's a bozo.
The most losable player.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but that's
Hawthorn.
and again, what about the most winningest player, Michael
All right,
Voss? He's
here
a
we-
bum coach.
Here we go,
there.
Rocco. Tell me who you believe.
a bum
if we get rid of
coach.
Voss.
No, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
okay.
you're the first person I've heard say that.
Yeah, well, I'm not everyone.
If you're everyone, but that's big call.
The vision I have is Kate Simpson as our next coach. I don't know, doesn't mean I'm right.
Would not
No,
surprise me.
I wouldn't even put him in there.
Okay.
How
That
long have you
means
been
he's
assistant
definitely in
coach
there.
for?
Is
2
it-
years.
No.
Nah, 4 years.
5?
now. Yeah.
No,
Nah,
5. Fucking hell, you're just adding numbers.
Nah, it's 4 years.
He retired in 2021.
Yeah, it's
What's
4
that?
years. 4
Retired in
years.
2021.
4
years.
Yeah, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
No, it's not 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, no.
It's three and a half.
No. But he would have been doing his coaching before he ended his
Where?
career.
What coaching where? While he was
No,
playing?
well, you do it. You study after. What do you do after you train?
Someone got Google?
Yeah.
No way.
All right, so hang on a sec. Let me ask you then, Rocco.
They
Tell
get
me-
their coaching. They go.
I understand, but that's all right. See, it's like you get your degree.
Okay, what about
you
Sam
get your
Mitchell?
fucking degree, and then I'm a lawyer for 4 years. No, you just started this year.
What about Sam
He
Mitchell?
started coaching in 2022.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
22, 23, 24. So it's 3.5 years.
3.5 years.
Yeah, but he would have had to go through the
He's
coaching.
4,
break.
5, 6 years. You're just
Semantics.
adding numbers.
Semantics.
Oh,
It's not semantics.
Oh, what about
It's
Sam
semantics.
It's semantics. It means
It's
nothing.
10 and 12, but not 3 to 6.
how long was Sam Mitchell out of the game?
I don't know.
How long was Sam Mitchell
Sam
out of the
Mitchell was
game?
coaching at West Coast.
Yeah, I know, but how long was he? Yeah, but it's the same thing.
So can I ask
how
you-
long was he out of the game? 4 years,
Rocco,
5
you're-
years?
Rocco, if you're pro getting rid of Voss,
Yeah.
my question to you is:
That's not my job. It's not my job to find all
so how is it your job to write off Cade Simpson?
I didn't write him off. I
You
just
said no chance.
No. No,
You did it the Mitch McMahon. You did the Mitch McMahon.
No chance.
Wait a
If
second.
that's
When I
what
said no
you
chance,
got.
it was just
It's unlikely. You think it's unlikely?
Oh, that's more likely than unlikely.
Hell,
Yeah,
but all I'm
Carlton there.
saying is
Yeah.
that's the first I've heard of Kate Simpson. I never heard Kate Simpson.
Well, I'm left of field.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
It's no chance. No, all right, it might be. I don't know. I
don't know, you're probably right.
I'd mark him at 7 to 1.
Yeah.
So is he third elect?
He might even be second favourite.
So can I ask you,
Huge, right?
if we're talking about, because let's be honest, let's not sit here and act like as Carlton supporters we haven't thought about Voss leaving.
I think the people. I think those
You
in the
tell
club
me-
have
We haven't thought about Kawhi.
I think those
I
are
know,
the
we've
Every
only spoken
night.
about. We've only spoken about it for 2 hours.
Every night. I think.
Who do we think, or does anyone have anyone shortlisted for? Given that Graham Wright's going to be making the decision, we know what type of coach he's looking at roughly. Is there anyone here that wants to spitball a few names?
well, Longmire, Simpson. Those are your tried and tieds.
I reckon they're hundreds and drifting.
I completely agree.
Yep.
No, they won't. That's
so,
coach.
so they're not the names. I
Nah, not them. No
So-
way.
I think they'll go down youth.
New.
and
Daniel
New and
Syracuse.
I think they will go down the path of someone who hasn't done it before.
I think they will too.
New and untried, untested.
because he's been
Nah.
there a few times and missed.
Not Carousella. No.
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying. Yeah, they wouldn't go. Maybe
So I'm
they
just
wouldn't.
trying to-
but I
Yeah,
don't think so.
Salah's one that's been
But it's
up
different,
and
like-
about for a while, you know.
Different clubs, different lists
Yeah.
require different
All
coaches.
I've got to say
Who was
is
the
about
one that went?
Simpson. I just want people to understand.
Freeman
Hayden
was at West
Skipworth,
Coast, and then he
is
went
that
to
Nick-
Freo, but he didn't want the job.
Sumich.
Shout out
Is
to
it Sumich?
Nick Webb, Adrian Hickmott, and Skipworth. Nick Webb on the ball.
Skipworth, yeah.
Nick Webb
Yes.
is fucking spot on. They're two very good
Skipworth.
shouts.
Collingwood.
Adrian Hickmott's been at
Hawthorn for
ages.
millions of years.
He was at the Eagles as well.
Skipworth's probably
Yes.
he's the
Collingwood.
one.
Name.
Yeah,
He's a name that'll do the rounds.
yeah.
And
Yes.
there's a Collingwood connection there.
That's a good shout, Webby.
I don't know what the relationship is with Wright. I'm not sure. But that could be some sort of hope.
Who's Hickmont? Fucking
Adrian Hickmott?
He used to play for Carlton, there.
He kicked up.
No, someone said who's Hickmont
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chat. I know who he is, but fucking he's the one number 9
He was
there.
a fucking grand
Oh my
final player for Geelong.
Fucking Ginger Ninja.
in 95,
Yeah.
95.
and then he wore number 9. At
Number
Carlton.
9.
yes.
Number
He's a bit
9.
overweight. I mean, he was unconditioned.
No,
Thick.
he wasn't thick.
Yeah. Who was it who kicked 9 against Hawthorn? Was it him or Simon Beaumont?
Beaumont. Simon Beaumont.
Okay.
Beaumont, mate. No, didn't he kick 9 by half time or 8?
Yeah, eight.
he
It was like
did,
8.
he
Yeah,
did,
Hollywood,
he
half
yeah.
time. Anyway,
One of the most
anyway,
ever. Yeah.
We got Andy.
Yep.
Oh, $5 donation. Thank you very much. Before I go, 1, Sporting Globe away games are elite.
Yeah.
2, TJP and AD is elite. 3, this off-season is our most important in a while. And
Shout out
4,
Andy.
Unfiltered must return.
Yeah, we'll be back, mate. We'll be fucking
And
back.
5, get the Pasco Vale bottle and get a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Lanita estate and get the Shiraz for fucking $60 or $69. Fucking get whammed.
How good is it?
Files, fucking beautiful.
Nice.
And get a decanter for $20 from House. Put it in there, let it aerate for about 5
Lanita
estate, and put it in there for about 5 minutes, and then drizzle it in a beautiful wine
Up
glass
you go,
and,
Andy.
and have a
We
nice little
love
slip.
Andy. And the Monday Blues, seriously, last night, it go back.
Was
and
it- would have been rogue.
He roasted one of the commenters on there. I was dying, mate. He just gave it to him. It was the best, man.
was it
Anyway,
about?
just quickly on the Simpson part, I'm not against it. Right, I never heard his name being put up. Right, I hope, because that's what the other clubs did. They went for someone who wasn't tried.
That's
you know.
the mould. That's been the
I
mould
agree.
for
I agree. So
three-
I hope. So. All I say is this about picking.
You
You
need
said,
it.
who do you think? I don't know. I don't get paid.
Which you just don't think it's Simpson.
When we went for Voss, right?
Yep.
You know how I felt about
Well, we
that.
were all a bit.
Yes, and because there was a coaching committee, right? And I spoke to one of them,
I've heard the story.
and
you're
he
right,
wasn't picked, and they went against it. And I kept saying the process wasn't correct, and I was berated by one particular person on another channel who's going, what's the process? What's the process then? Well, here's the process now, because we're at where we are, because the process wasn't done right. All I'm asking for...
Well, the process was done right.
Right.
It's just that
the wrong man was
outcome that
picked.
they wanted wasn't chosen.
Exactly. But then the process wasn't right. If that makes sense.
Well, they got to the right candidate, didn't
And mate,
they?
they didn't continue on with the process. They just didn't
Tom
continue.
Lonigan.
Tendai Mazungu.
Mazungu?
He's a development coach.
Where?
Is he?
I think at Freo.
Oh, there you go. Sounds about right.
Anyway, all I'm asking for these people is to do this, right?
Tendai.
Let's do it correct. Let's put out the thing. Let's find the best person. Let's make sure we go. Let's not start picking people because of names. Let's just pick the right people who we think. Let's people come in and what's your plan? What's your vision? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, you know, and get that right person for the group that we're gonna get in the future. You know, that's all I ask for. That's all I ask. If it's done right and it falls
this bloke.
over, well, so be it. But get it right, fuck. You know what I mean? When Sayers and all that come in, everything was done wrong there. Everything was done wrong. He was elected wrong. He put the wrong people in there. He did it for his own good, right? It just none of it was right. We've still got someone on the board there who's getting paid. Like, what the fuck is this, mate? Like, dude, what is wrong with you people, mate? What is wrong with you people, mate? Start putting people in there that put Carlton first, mate, and premierships first. That's it. That's all we ask for as supporter base. And then we'll get the right people in. And then we win premierships.
And then we can have our bottle of Johnny Blue.
We're going to have that anyway.
Yeah, done.
It's fucking frustrating, man.
Mate,
all we
I know.
want to do is fucking win,
I
mate.
know.
You know what? At the end of all this discussion, what do we achieve? Nothing. We
Nothing.
don't get nowhere, man. Let's just hope that...
We just had a therapy session.
It is. Let's just hope they fucking do
Maybe
nothing,
Corey
man.
Enright. Nah.
Huh?
Yeah, he's not a bad shout.
Corey Enright.
Yeah, I don't mind
Here's
that.
another one.
He's had good grounding.
I don't know. I've just
Did you guys know Brendan Bolton's at St
Bolton.
Kilda?
St Kilda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went to see
He was
because
at
I saw-
Collingwood when they
He
went
was
there.
at Collingwood.
I
and
know
then-
he was at Collingwood. I just didn't know.
No, that he moved this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was him and Lepichu. Was that the right story? They had a not fallout.
Oh, did they?
It's fucking Collingwood. He gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Hayden Skipworth is a very good. That is a good shout.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
You got to look at you want to look and tie into who is Graham Wright got
Yeah.
a relationship
Shit,
with.
Yeah, well,
Well, you're
that's
gonna
going
go
to come
look-
into
yeah.
it too. That's going
If you look at the past clubs that he was at,
It's a fucking good shout, Nick Webb. That's got me thinking. That's
Skipworth is a name
Hayden
I've heard.
Skipworth, ex Adelaide player, and Essendon.
Where is he at now?
Yes,
Collingwood.
yes,
Essendon, yeah.
Yes,
he's
Played at Adelaide
he's a
as
head
well, didn't he?
he's played
assistant.
Adelaide correct.
He's their head assistant.
I don't care about the name. I just care about...
Are you competent?
The methodology. What he presents.
well,
to
he
the
must
board.
be half fucking decent if he's the head assistant, and they're fucking travelling a Butte, aren't they? And they've travelled a Butte for a while. So
And we just got to... Look, football evolves.
fuck, wouldn't Kate
It's
Simpson
always
just be the name, huh?
Oh, and you know what? I'm worried about...
Carlton.
I don't want the romantic story.
That's what I mean.
And I'm
No,
worried
but
about
I
that.
genuinely think
He's a
Kate
good
Simpson,
coach.
if he's not our coach, he's gonna be
a
a
coach,
coach
yeah.
in the next 2 years.
What have you heard about? Is he doing, like, is he doing a good job?
I heard he's very well respected at Hawthorn.
There you go.
That's all I've heard. I haven't heard he's connected. Didn't Carlton.
You know what's funny? Every time I look at, after a game and they go through all, like, when Hawthorn win, every time I see their coach, I just go, Brett Radden, Adrian Hickmott, Cade Simpson. How?
And David McKay.
And David McKay. Yeah.
That's and David Hale.
Yeah, Hale too. Yeah, correct. He's a midfield coach. Yeah, interesting. Very.
And we're sitting here worried about Jordan Russell, who was a defender, being our.
Yeah, well, like
I always take that out of it. I don't
like that. What's your thoughts on that argument? Why Aaron Hamill, who was a forward, is our.
Well, but that happens. That's
all the
everywhere.
time.
It's at every.
I don't care about that. If you're competent at the job,
I don't look in.
right? If you're competent at the job, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like look at Michael Voss, champion player. He's the methodology that he has on the field just doesn't work. It wins you games, but it doesn't win you. It doesn't get you to the pinnacle
For sure.
Well, it hasn't been there.
I agree.
He's taught us how to scrap
Yeah.
and how to be dogged.
We need finesse now.
You know
Now
what?
we need details.
Yeah.
We don't get those details right.
You know what I think about Michael Voss? This is what I think about
Shit.
Michael. He's shit. Nah. Great player. Remember, he was a good captain because he led on the field. Remember who the coach was, but right?
Yeah, of
Remember who the coach was. I think he's a good football person. He's not good enough to evolve with the game. He just has
what and this is what he is as a player and his mentality is what our team is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's not a
embodies it.
Physically big, hard,
It's recruited like that too.
like that, right? That is where we are him,
Yeah, we are.
right? Big-bodied, tough.
But doesn't work well.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
it did to a point.
It does to a point. It
But
gets
you need
to a-
others around. You need other things
Yeah.
around it. The case in point again was like we don't get that detail right, and this is just not me picking on him, but Motlop at that centre bounce, he goes in there. He's not quite equipped for it. He goes in,
Ryan
and
burns
he
him.
chases the ball rather than checking. And because he's chased the ball, he's gone after Cripps' man, who Cripps actually had.
Yeah.
And what's happened
Motlop's
is
man's
Ryan.
See you later.
Out, gone, goal. It's the little detail that we don't get right
Yeah.
that I think a coach can just instill in us. That's not over coaching, it's just understanding the details and the intricacies of a half step.
Yeah, where to position.
A half step.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. A body in the left-hand quadrant rather than being there. A body there rather than being there.
It's all positioning, man. It's just patterns.
Your leaders on the field are an
Extension of
your coaching group to a point, right? So I was like, the Adelaide game aside, like are we easy to beat? Tactically, probably yes, but like we're scrappers.
So how did Geelong,
You know?
with one of the best tactical coaches, not beat us?
Yeah, well, we were good that day. They were off,
and they were off.
That can happen. That's
We just got them on that off day.
And we kind of match
No,
up
but
well against them.
I wasn't meaning.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
No,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
telling you straight out, you are right. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not tactically. Are we easy tactically to beat?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
but are we hard to, like, if you're in the clinches?
Yeah,
like
that's
teams-
what I mean.
Like Hawthorn got us, we were there.
They just ground.
GWS
they
got
wore
us, we were
down.
there.
But this is what I say. Those type of teams, the way that they play, this is the modern game. If they play that way and we allow a team to play that way for long enough, they beat us. They open us up and we're done.
There's only one
We're
game
wilt.
where we've been blown out of the water this year, Adelaide.
Yeah.
One game.
On the scoreboard wise,
We didn't look into. That sad.
disinterested.
That was so bad.
Yeah, but even the Collingwood game could have ended up like that.
They got 8 goals 15. Is what they kicked.
Yeah.
Collingwood?
Yeah.
8
That
goals.
third quarter, they should have kicked 10.
they kept
Horrible conditions.
Yeah,
very similar to
blustery
very similar
night.
to the West Coast conditions.
There's a
raining.
blustery
It was
night
also
too.
raining too.
If you go back and watch that game, this is why I'm scared when we verse them again. Look how many times they were out in the first quarter. Look how many times, and the ball just got caught by the wind. Just go watch.
I know people can write off the season, but I've seen this a million times before. When everybody who's not involved go one way, the opposite usually occurs.
Yeah, but it's so hard from your ball.
Yeah,
It's so
I've
hard.
seen this too. Where
Yeah,
everybody goes
so
one
hard.
way. We all go one way because we're
the opposite
not,
happens.
What influence do we have to a point, right? Maybe whatever, right? When everyone goes one way, the opposite happens.
Yeah.
It has happened time and
Yeah,
time
but
again.
go look at all the past winners, and usually the
We've
best
done this
teams
before.
in the season
Again,
win.
This is like we did this last year, 11-4. Yeah, we can win the flag.
Yeah, I know, but it's different, Paul, because last year when you're 11-4, you're looking at what's happening, and you're getting and you're looking at it and you go, okay, we're playing good football. We're 11-4. We're beating good sides. Of course, the past will make you believe.
Yeah, the circumstances
but this
are
is
different.
completely different.
The scenarios are different, but the volatility remains. And how that volatility plays out in the season is what you've got in the win-loss column.
All right, so tell me. Tell me seriously, in your heart of hearts, what can you see happening? Do you really trust that we're going to make finals and be active in it?
I can see we can scrape into the 8. Yes,
You can. That's
I mean, I'm not. I've agreed with you on it.
I think we can scrape into the 8.
I can see it. Mathematically, it's just not happening.
It's an outside chance, but I can see it happening. It's not impossible.
Actually,
Water. Do you want sparkling?
It's not impossible.
Just normal water, bro. If that's all right.
It's not impossible, but you're making up the numbers in there, even if you make it. You're not winning it. You're not winning it. You're just not winning it.
All right, that's good. That's good.
I don't know. Like, it's a completely different club and a completely different scenario. But
I can't see it.
Did anyone see Brisbane winning the flag last year at this point in the year?
No, but hang on a sec. But what we did know was the competition was even.
Well, Sydney
but they had runs on the board too.
By what, 3 games?
No, but the competition was a lot more even than what it is. So, okay, let me get you. So, you had Sydney and then you had 4 or 5 teams that could challenge it. One of us being them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas this year, there's literally 3 teams that can win it.
If that, yeah.
The obvious 3.
Maybe, yeah.
And again, with Brisbane, what they started 4-1 or 5-0, whatever they started.
Yeah, I'm not comparing us to fucking Brisbane.
This is what I hate. Montagna did that.
Chris Fagan is not our coach, and we do not have Brisbane's fucking talent.
Wait a second. Let me finish before you fucking go into this, right?
No.
What I'm saying is, round 5, they were 4-1, whatever, right?
1 and 4,
1 and 4, whatever.
Lee Montagna.
Round 11, what were they?
They weren't much better. I think maybe
Brisbane.
Last year,
round 4,
they got to
4 and 7.
They were. What were they? They were.
I know they were 1 and 4.
They had a draw in there. They were like 4-1 and 6.
Yes, sounds
4-1
about right.
and
4-7 or 4-1.
Anyway,
4-1 and 6.
From round 4 and 5 to round 14, they'd won 6.
Who'd they lose the first?
Mate,
they lose their first game.
They lost their first 3.
It's 1 point.
They
41 points up.
You know what's fucked up about Brisbane? Yeah. Brisbane last year lost their last 2 games of the year.
Yeah, correct.
Do you remember? And they finished 5th. They fumbled the top 4 spot.
Yeah,
Who'd they lose to?
GWS.
Collingwood and GWS by a point.
Yeah.
They fumbled the top 4 spot.
Yeah.
But you can't. I don't think it's wise.
It's not comparable.
It's not
comparable,
different
right?
scenario.
The last game they beat Essendon. They lost the thing.
So if it was as simple as
the previous 2,
this is the thing, right? If
and they beat Essendon by like 100 points.
If it was as
20
simple
points.
as what we've done to this point in the season will predict what we're going to do in the second half of the season. But this is what I'm saying is that you can't. Mate, I don't even know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
on the
but where
weekend.
did Brisbane finish before that and before that and before that? They were like
Brisbane
always prelim bound.
Brisbane fundamentally.
They're prelim bound. They had
They had
5
base.
seasons in a row.
That's what I mean. They had
But
a
they're
base
giving
there.
me-
They've got belief that they could probably put it together.
But is 2 finals appearances a base you can build off?
Nah, not like that. Not like
What
that.
what if we do it this year?
Not the way we did. You're
What
scraping in again.
I like your case.
But do you know what I mean?
I do.
Because if you're going to make the
I
argument
do.
one way, you have to give credence the other
But
way.
you
For sure.
see what
You
we-
have to.
Oh man, like it's completely different.
It's
because
not impossible. It's improbable.
I know. I understand.
It's a 1%er.
Less.
No, I'm just saying. Like
Well,
you're
I
giving
mean,
yourself 1% chance.
$4 to make the 8.
5.
Yeah.
We'd have to start playing our games today
Yeah.
to make it. Like we're not. I just don't see that.
I don't know. How can you? How can you?
We're not
predict
beating
that?
Collingwood.
We're not beating Collingwood.
We're not
what
fucking
you're
beating
saying.
Brisbane. There's
Hey, if we
there's
beat-
3 losses and I haven't given you the other 2.
Hey, listen. If we win the next 3,
I'll change the perspective.
that's it.
Well, that's of course.
So why don't we just reassess in fucking 3 weeks?
Well, that's what I mean.
Right
Is
at
that
the
you can't?
moment,
Can
I
you
can't
make?
see- and with our injuries,
I don't see it.
and with our injuries,
but
we're
how-
a team that doesn't handle injuries well.
I'm not saying that I believe
No,
that
but
will happen. I'm saying you have to
you're
consider
mounting
that
a
as a
case.
possibility.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's always a possibility.
Yeah, of course. I know.
You know,
of
it's
course.
like Jim
That's
Carrey.
so condescending. Yeah, it's always a.
No, but it is. It's
You're fucking
What's that
smart
movie?
ass.
Dollar
but could happen.
$1.17 to miss
What's
the
that?
eight.
What's
It's like the American sports injury updates.
I don't know. I didn't know what you were going to say. You said just said
Questionable.
Jim Carrey.
Is it
Probable.
Bruce or no? Not Bruce Almighty.
That's the
No,
NBA.
no, I think-
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the NBA.
Questionable,
Not Truman
probable.
Show. It's Truman?
Listed as doubtful.
Yeah, doubtful. That's another
Yeah.
one.
No, I think it was Jim Carrey in Lie. I think he's
Oh,
talking
Lie,
It
yeah.
might be, and he's talking to the girl, and he goes, you know, we've got a chance to go out. I can't remember the exact
Yeah.
word, and she goes,
You wish.
you wish it'll be like 1,000,000 to 1, and then he looks at it and he goes, so you're saying there's a chance? And that's like us. He goes, there's a chance then, isn't there?
Oh, it was Dumber and Dumber.
It might be Dumber and Dumber.
It's not liar.
Dumb,
I
might
don't
be
lie.
Dumber,
It's not
don't
liar.
you?
Liar.
Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, you're saying
So
there's a
what you're saying, there's a chance.
Okay, and as stupid as this may sound,
Yes.
as stupid as this may sound, right?
Yes.
We've got a game on the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was about to...
This is what and this is what I mean. Like, if you
Fuck, how long we've brambled on about it?
the issue is right, we still got to get to votes, right?
3 hours.
This is what I was saying yesterday,
Yes,
right?
yes.
The
Votes.
issue is do you feel anxious about the club at the moment?
Yeah.
Do you feel anxious about the club?
For this year, yeah, but I'm not moving forward. No.
You probably, like most people, feel anxious about the club
Yes.
because what they've done is they've zoomed so far out
Yeah, for sure.
that they
That's
just
spot on.
see these endless possibilities that could be, based off what they think may happen.
Yep.
Right? They see, and when you see all these endless possibilities,
Yeah, it's
oh
overwhelming. I
my
know.
goodness! And you cannot do that.
I know.
You cannot do that.
I know.
There are people at the club whose role to a point is to do that's executive management, CEO. That's their role, right?
They're not doing a good job.
Right, whatever, right? Okay. All they can do this week
Yes, I do realise that.
is just your next training session, your next recovery, and that's what the players will be looking at.
And you know, Paul, and that's what we do, because guess what? This Saturday we'll be at the game.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, and we're going to win.
So the
Not we're
thing
gonna
is,
win,
right?
we
Okay,
might
so
win.
this is again, this is another question. If the season is over in your eyes, why are you going?
It's just something. Why do you go
Bullshit.
to church when you don't
Bullshit.
believe
Rubbish.
in God?
Well,
Rubbish.
I told you earlier today,
Rubbish.
I'm not going.
What do you mean?
Rubbish. Okay, so you think it's done, so you're not going.
No, I
Wait
think
a
it's.
sec, Paul.
Hang on, I
Wait
think
a
it's
sec.
done. I think it's done, but
Yeah.
I'm not going because I have a personal matter I need to attend.
Okay, right.
But I do think the season's
I'll
done.
give you.
Okay.
All right.
So why would you go if the
I'm gonna
season's
explain
done?
something to you.
Because we're sluts.
Wait a sec. No, wait. Wait.
Why?
We are.
What do you mean?
Did you go to every
What's funny?
game in 2018?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
we did.
guys
Why?
were
I
loyal.
reckon we
Yes, we
were.
did.
You were.
Why?
You were loyal.
We won
Because
2
we
games
go for a
that year.
social aspect.
Well, there's always the hope that you can.
No,
win and turn it
bro,
around.
we were always doing the fucking
no,
just to
don't
take the
get me
You
wrong.
guys went
piss.
there so you can go to Lygon
Wait a
before or
sec.
after
Wait
the
a
game.
sec. Wait a sec. There's a hope you're going to win on the day. Always.
but it ain't gonna
right?
change,
That
anything.
that happens regardless, right? But why do you continue
We went to
going?
every game.
But there's still a faint glimmer.
No, there wasn't.
No, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why did you do it that year?
Yeah, that's
conversation's
that's
going
different.
nowhere.
Yeah, so that's why I'm doing it this year.
Yeah, but the scenario's different now.
But it might be different. But I'm not going thinking, oh, we're going to make finals. Like, of course, there's always that. So there is a chance.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
All right, I understand.
So
that.
why go? Because there's also a social, and I agree
that's
with that.
why
I
I'm
agree
going.
with that. I agree with that.
You know why? Because
I go
I've
because
got
it's-
nothing better to do. Where am I going to go to fucking DFO? I watch every game of footy,
He
bro.
goes to the footy to get away from your daughter.
And she comes with me. She sits with me.
Oh,
I don't get away from her.
God bless.
She was going to the every
She's
game
as sick
before.
as I am. She's as sick as I
So
am.
why do you go?
I shouldn't say the
You know.
bloke I go is
No,
just to
I-
get some peace.
I-
peaceful
No,
time to
no,
himself.
I
That's
go for
why.
that reason, for the
That's the guy I
social.
go with. That's why
I
you
go to the
There's,
footy.
there's still the mate, regardless of what you
It's
say,
so bad.
there's still the glimmer of hope that we can do.
Who's
something
denying
this
that?
year.
Let's move on.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but that's not why I'm going.
That's part of the reason, though. Surely.
Well, that wasn't
Surely.
the reason in 2018.
No, I'm saying, but this year has to be
You
part
can't
of
tell
the
me. You
reason.
can't say that to me because I go to every game regardless if we don't win a
We
game.
just race day
or I
goals.
win every game.
Just turn up to Mooney Valley to have a punt on a
I
Friday.
will support the team.
Fucking back
every
Robbie Lang,
fucking week,
Zlatan, 40-1.
And I was saying this, you know, like even next week or even when we play other teams,
Then
and we've
see
got no
fucking
chance to
Nature
win it,
Strip get rolled.
I actually look forward to going to the game.
Okay, right.
I like it. I look forward. I'm looking forward to Saturday. Going.
You said earlier on the thing, I don't enjoy going. I don't look forward to it.
And when I get there, I don't enjoy the game.
Okay.
The
The
way
build-up you like.
I love going to the footy, but when I go there, I don't enjoy the game. Even like, for example, when we beat West Coast, or even Essendon was a little bit different and wasn't.
You feel unsatisfied because it's not what you want.
Mate,
because what you see out on the field, you don't think will correlate into where we want to be,
and I want to be there.
Yes, okay, and I understand that.
You know what I mean? So I don't enjoy it the way I want to enjoy footy. Like even you think about it, another team that's right up there beats West Coast by 30 odd points. You're still pretty fucking satisfied about it, aren't you? We win by 30
So
points.
again, what's the difference between Geelong's 40-point win against West Coast and our near 40-point win?
Because they're
against West
second
Coast?
on the ladder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
The position.
and we know
judges
that some teams can put in a good effort.
Yeah, I know.
And then, but then
Of
you
course.
still win.
Yeah, of course. I know. I understand. So the narrative and the assessment of the game is also based upon where you are as a team.
Of course.
Right.
And
so the game in isolation, watching it back, I don't think was as horrendous as people are making out.
What the fuck are we still talking about?
Anyway, whatever.
The West Coast game
was pretty horrendous.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, what you hear?
What do you mean, didn't notice?
I didn't notice it was that bad.
You thought it was okay?
No, I've taken the piss. Of course it was that bad. Sorry.
Ciao football. Ciao.
So
It's all good. Hey, you know what? Yeah, what's football doing? Thank you.
Bro, we beat another VFL development team. Like, who gives a fuck?
tough.
Seriously.
It was, can I put it this way? It was a tough watch after.
yeah, it was.
a tough watch after.
Like it has been the whole year.
Anyway, it's been 3 hours. We've got a whole heap of stuff to get through.
Mate, God
you know
almighty.
what? The next
How we
next
gone on for
bit,
this long? My God.
we didn't talk about the game at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's there to talk about?
Yeah. And Dan?
All right, you know what? We'll quickly get through this next.
What do we need? Votes?
We'll do the votes quickly.
Jesus.
That was pretty shit too. Did you have votes?
Yeah, I did.
Give it to me.
Chera, he was best on ground. He didn't get the most disposals, but he was.
Yeah, he was good.
And as I said, to be fair, he's been awesome. Chera 5, 4. I'm going to give to Tom DeConning. I thought Tommy's job was a good job. He was double teamed by Flynn and Williams.
Yep.
George Hewitt 3, Jacob Wiedering 2, and Fogarty 1. It was Fogarty or Ollie Hollands.
Nice.
Yeah, split between them. I'll give it to Fogarty, but Ollie Hollands is good. Honourable mention.
That's pretty good because I did my votes pretty much straight away. And you got the same votes but in different order.
Oh, okay, there you
So I
go.
got Hewitt, Chera, then TDK, Ollie, and I thought Wiedering was a good
Wiedering was good. Wiedering was pretty solid.
I'll go from 1 up. 1 Jackson Binns, 2 Chincotta, 3 McGovern, 4 Hewitt, and 5 Chera.
That's completely
I
different.
went. Where are my
I
votes?
know we don't want to talk about the game.
Terribly.
I thought Jackson Binns was. I thought he was weak.
Garbage.
Like he
Look at me.
Touches. I just thought he was a few weak efforts.
Yeah, but that's him.
Did you see him?
That's him. That's why I get frustrated.
He's fucking.
Yeah.
I understand now about him. He gets a lot of.
Oh,
the
you're
ball.
going to go for.
Yeah.
That's
Next, go, please. I don't want to spend fucking 20 minutes on this bloke. Just fucking go there, please. I don't want to spend 20 minutes on fucking binge.
5 Hewitt, 4 Chera, 3 Chincotta, 2 Fogarty, 1 Bin. Did you see how many score involvements Chincotta had? 9.
Yeah.
He was actually good, yeah.
Your leaderboard reads Adam Chera 80, Hewitt 79, Jack Silvani 50, and the rest doesn't
It doesn't
change.
shock
Good
me that
night.
he's number 1. Chera, I think, is
Most consistent.
very good
players,
this
yeah.
year.
What's the next
Good on
one?
him.
Shout out to Jonathan Terlato who's tuning in from Osaka.
You're my favourite
Nice.
country of the
Hey,
world.
we got all over the world.
Well done, Japan, the best country in the
Carlton is
world.
worldwide. What's the next?
I'm talking jumper punch.
Oh, Jumper Punch is worldwide too.
We're
We're in
Puglia.
We're in Cheshunt, London.
Yes.
Lee Judges.
You're in
yes.
Big Lee Judges.
Cheshunt.
Cheshunt in
London.
Broxford.
You're in Puglia and you're in Osaka.
Dubai,
He's done it
Richie's in Dubai.
Milan.
What have you done to him? He's
done it again.
You made him a Carlton supporter.
He's done it again.
All right,
He's sick. And a third, Yorkshire. No good in the cricket.
Is he Yorkshire fan cricket?
Yeah.
So he
He's
follows
coppers.
Joe Root.
Yeah, he's a big Jeffrey boy. He loves Jeffrey Boycott. Yeah.
Jeffrey Boycott.
Next
right?
week,
Jeffrey
round
Boycott's his
15,
name.
Carlton versus Kangaroos.
Yeah.
Saturday, 21st of June. I fucked it up. It said Marvel on Google, so they fucked it up. 120 at the G. So don't go to Marvel, go to the G. And if you go to Marvel, you're a dickhead like me.
Not being funny, but
All right.
yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Has anyone ever done that once? Gone to the wrong ground?
Nah.
Never known someone so stupid to do it.
Nah.
Has anyone ever gone to the wrong
Find
ground?
out if
Nah.
someone's ever gone to the wrong ground.
What are we?
There has to be someone.
Oh, tipping. Yeah,
There's
right.
got to be someone.
You can't be that. It's impossible to be that fucking dumb.
So
No, it's
next
not.
week
It's really not.
we'll quickly go into next week. So we got North Melbourne. Did you watch the reserves?
No. Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes, I did. Yes.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
answer
Quick,
points.
quick 1 minute.
Yeah,
Anything,
go.
Anyone?
They won.
Get
They
this,
pumped him.
get this thing out of your mind that Harry Lemmy's going to play. He ain't going to play.
Really?
Oh,
No.
wow.
He'll play.
All these goals were in junk time.
Well, but fucking hell, mate.
Lewis,
right,
Lewis
yep.
Young will come in.
He's not playing next.
Anyway, Charlie Curno's
Yeah.
playing. Charlie Curno's playing, so it's not
And
a...
Lewis Young will come in. I agree.
Two jumper Lewis.
Yeah, because O'Keefe's gone down, right?
Two jumper
Mars is
Lewis.
best mate, right?
He hasn't been that bad.
Wilson, good. Boyd, good.
Oh, yeah. I like.
Something to work with Harry Charlson, like him. He looks
I said that
okay.
last time, yep.
Moya got some midfield minutes, solid.
I heard
Needs to
that.
fill his tank.
The mid-season recruit from wherever he played.
Flynn Young kicked the goal, yes. Frankie Evans, best game, but again, you can't really base it off much. With all due respect,
Northern
they're an
Bull.
old club of mine. I did work for them
Yeah.
for a bit. The Northern Bull Ants
Poo.
will get belted by everybody this year,
Understood.
effectively.
What do we win by?
87 points.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's
For them, yeah, nice. Well done.
Hino, good. Again,
Nice.
so there are options there, but just call the Jets on Lemmy.
Yeah.
I don't rate him at
Why,
all.
bud?
Because he's not good.
But
he's not good enough.
fucking 20 goals.
So
a
when we
night.
won from the
Look,
VFL
have you,
game,
have you watched any of the games? Lord, how can you have an opinion?
No, I'm just. well, I can have an opinion.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
I can have an
Fuck, who
opinion.
cares?
But like
That's
Denzel
like-
says, it's
now,
uninformed.
now I've heard it all.
Yeah, but you can't just base your. You can just look at a
Yeah,
stat.
I've heard
Oh,
it.
he kicked 20 goals in 5 weeks. Oh, who was it against? A bloke that he was 20 centimetres taller than against the Northern Bull Ants. A bloke that he was 15 centimetres taller than against the worst Sydney Swans VFL team we've ever seen in history.
I watched all of Blue Sunday, and David Rees-Jones watched it, and he said they need to play Lemmy this week. And he's a fucking.
Could not disagree anymore.
Well, it doesn't matter. But you're saying, how can you have opinion? That's we've heard ex-players say, what do these blokes know on the couch? They've never played footy. So I believe that why not give him a go? It was like Harry Mackay in the fucking reserves was
Well, it's
fucking
not like
shit
Harry
out.
Mackay,
It's
but-
exactly like Harry Mackay.
it's
You
not.
never give him a go. We haven't seen him play.
There's a
Like,
reason
what's
for
the
that.
best time to play him against North
No,
Melbourne?
if he's going to get a game, this
Fucking hell, mate! Like what? Like I'll be saying, all right. So it's always in junk time. He kicked 7 goals. Oh, it wasn't good enough. Like fucking play the bloke, and then I'll decide if he's not fucking good enough, mate.
But he's not good enough.
All right, so he's not good enough.
All right, next.
No one's fucking
Who
good
cares?
enough to
Fuck,
play.
it's Harry
What the
Lemmy.
fuck are we?
Oh,
Why do we
about
just
it.
get rid of him now,
will.
mate?
We will probably. Who cares? Next.
I think if he was
Play
good
the
enough,
bloke.
I think they would have already played him.
Yeah.
100% they would have.
They would have played him this week.
But just give him a game.
Oh, last
Okay,
week.
so everyone talks about selection integrity and just give him a game.
So just give Lewis Young another game.
Yeah.
Every time. So instead of looking at the
He's
future,
more credentialed than Harry.
so every time we
He
just
kicks
look at the
snags.
future,
I'm
and
looking
we're
for
never
four
looking
this
at the
week.
future. How do you know
This is-
that he can't play
This is
at
the thing.
AFL level?
This is how you
How
know.
do you know?
This. I'll return serve. Hang on a sec. This is how I know he's not part of the future because he hasn't
played
But
yet.
give him, but that could also be because fucking Voss and the selection team are a bunch of fucking bananas.
Don't worry, it's wasted breath. Don't worry
That's
about
why.
it. Next. Fuck
That's
it.
why it
Yeah,
could be.
Lewis
That's
Young.
why it could be.
Woo-hoo!
Right? Fucking hell, give him a chance.
I'm gonna
mate,
wear
and
a
then I'll
jersey.
decide. Man, if someone's kicking 7, 4, 2 every fucking week.
He won't play.
Well, he wouldn't get a game for Lebanon.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ella.
Crocker was kicking 5, 4, 3, 6, 7 every week.
Benny.
Where is he now?
No, that's it.
Smoking
You made me laugh,
doobies.
Rocco.
Just keep him in there. Don't ever fucking play.
But he's not
these
good enough.
players.
That's it. He's
Alright,
not good enough.
good enough. No one's good enough.
What are we
You also
doing
said
next?
that about who was it?
Who?
I think it was either Binns or someone
he's
else.
not.
You said it's not good enough, and then he gets a game, and then who put him in the vote?
I gave him 1 vote. Doesn't mean that he's good enough.
Well, he was in the top 5. in your opinion, so he was good enough.
He did what he would do in the VFL.
So
against
get Lemmy to
VFL.
do what he does in the VFL and kick fucking 2 or 3 goals. He'd do better than what
Lewis,
our third fucking tall will do.
And who's the third tall?
Well, who's going to be Lewis Young?
Yes.
He'd do better than
Yes.
McGovern.
Lewis
Mr.
Young.
Governor
Leave
is
him.
fucking-
Look at him. Look at him, two jumper Lewis.
Just get
I
this thing. Let me.
I hope he has a two jumper Lewis moment.
Paul's very steadfast.
He's not good enough.
And Rocco's steadfast the other way.
He's not good enough.
Because I don't know, but we need to fucking see these kids.
No, we
and
don't. I
do.
disagree with you, Rocco. I disagree.
Why?
You don't need
Why?
to see
Because he's
anybody.
been on the list for what, 2-3 years now?
Yeah.
I think if we would have, you think if he was part of the future as
He would have played.
He's not even. He wasn't even an emergency
But in
last
the
week.
last 4 or 5
So
weeks,
what's there to look at?
last 4 or 5 weeks, he's kicked goals.
Why are we wasting
You
time
can't
on
ask
this
for
bloke?
more than the bloke. Like again, like you talk.
That's not the
you
question.
say
The
that,
question is
no.
not asking for more effort or asking more of the bloke. The question is, do we think he's going to play?
What's he there for?
He's there for backup.
He's there to kick goals.
But that's
in
what
the-
Lewis
in the
Young-
VFL.
but Lewis Young
is
is a
he
bit-
there to kick goals?
I understand.
So, and has he been kicking goals?
Can he play as a second ruck?
I don't know yet, but is he there to
Lewis
kick
Young
goals?
can.
Yeah.
That's why they'll pick Lewis Young.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, man! Like,
Leave Lewis Young. You're over 8.5 games.
I don't get it, man.
Over 8.5.
You put a player in there, you asked him to kick goals, he kicks goals, and you still say it's not enough as a forward.
Well, Liam McMahon had a better year than him, and we didn't draft him.
All right, who gives a fuck? Go, Jack the
playing,
Green
mate.
Chief. All right, let's go.
That's like you're
Next.
so
Oh,
selection
I was
integrity
behind the
and
trail. Let's go next.
doesn't
I
make
don't
sense,
give a
though.
fuck.
Who's the one that, for
Yes.
example,
Oh
you go,
my
like you just
God,
said that,
bro.
oh, fucking talk all day if I want about this. You can say about fucking, you
Lewis,
say about
it's-
Lemmy, oh, it was all in junk time. I remember fucking Motlop kicking 3 goals in junk time against North Melbourne. It was, but he's done it. He's done it. He's kicked it. It doesn't matter. But now that he does it in junk time, but it's in junk time. You can't have it one way and then another depending on the narrative you want to talk about.
Yeah, but at
to
AFL
me,
level.
at the end of the day, fucking Mackay's not there. Maybe, who knows about Kerner? You're saying 103. I've heard all this bullshit
He'll
before. He'll play, all right. Instead of like looking for the future, what we're doing is let's play the fucking try and test it. And you know what? Let's play fucking Lewis Young again because he's going to be there for our fucking grand final one day.
Who said I was?
Well, then why are we
Lewis Young?
playing him for? Why are we playing him
He has
for?
to get over 8.5 games. He's on 8 right now.
Because of your bet.
Oh, no, it was just my prediction. yeah, I didn't have a bet.
All right, let's go. Let's move on.
Relax there, Sid
Doesn't
Draper.
matter about
I gotta go, bro. We're fucking
I-
3.5
I
hours on
hope-
fucking limit here.
I hope that this year,
The Malacca.
before he goes, I want to see him play. It's not like he doesn't kick any goals.
You can see him play in the VFL
Yeah, that's
cuz.
the I don't.
All
I
right,
don't
what do we
watch
got
VFL.
next? The tipping, TJP tipping.
Quickly, let's get through this.
I'm 84. Paul got 6 last week, and we all got 5. The guest he
As
made
you
one
can see,
a
that
one
is the
gain.
main.
What did I make up the game on?
1.
What game did I make it up?
Mine was the Adelaide game.
Oh, who'd you tip? Adelaide.
No, well, the coin
Hawthorn
tipped
or
Adelaide.
Adelaide?
Okay,
I got 7 on my tips actually on my sports bet,
That's pretty good.
The guest is beating me.
We got to do this week, yeah?
and then I don't know if it changed much.
Not too much, but I did notice Matula's in the top.
Bravo.
Good on
Bravo, Matula.
God bless.
Let's just fucking motor through this.
Oh, let's motor through
Yeah.
this.
I'm only going quick, Sid Draper, because we're up to 3 hours and 15 minutes, and if we don't get through
Fucking hell,
the
man.
next part
We're
of
about to
this
be here
show,
till 12 o'clock.
so that's why I'm
No,
speeding
no,
it up.
no,
Or if it was earlier in the show, I wouldn't speed it up.
I gotta get up.
So that's my explanation.
4 o'clock?
So it butts us. All right, are you going first?
Yeah, you
I'll go.
first.
All right, Freo Essendon,
Fremantle, Geelong,
Let
Geelong,
him ride it.
Geelong.
Oh,
Yep.
you're right.
Carlton North, Carlton. I'm guessing.
Carlton,
Yep.
Port
Yep.
Adelaide,
Port,
Collingwood,
Collingwood.
Gold Coast,
Yep.
Bulldogs.
Doggies. All
How
right.
many games? There's not many.
Not
games.
many. Oh, there might be
7 again.
There might be another upset there, but I didn't tip it.
All right.
Fremantle,
Freo.
Geelong,
Yep.
Carlton,
No, why not? Yes. Yep.
Port Adelaide,
Port. Yeah.
the Filth,
Collingwood. Yeah.
all home games. GWS and the Bulldogs, all home games.
See, I reckon Sydney's a bit
Sydney's
of an
a game.
outside
Ball.
chance.
Sydney's a game.
Dodgy game.
Freo
dodgy
Essendon.
game.
Freo Essendon.
At Optus.
That might not be a fait accompli as you would think.
At Optus.
I got half. What? Anyway, that's all right.
Fremantle.
It's fair enough.
But Bombers can cover the line if you haven't applied.
Geelong Lions.
No way.
I've
Lost by 95.
Geelong Lions.
At GMHBA.
Let's go with Brisbane.
Oh.
Needs to gain. Carlton North.
Blues.
Lemmy kicks 4.
Port Sydney.
In the reserves at 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, Port Sydney.
Port.
I hope he plays.
Collingwood Saints. Pies.
Yes, Pies.
Giants Suns. At Engie.
Giants are without Taylor.
Yeah, he's out for 5 weeks.
Jeez, they've been a bit dodgy at home. The
Yeah, they've been poo at home. They've actually been poo at home.
$2 times been $1.30
Yeah.
rolled.
Yeah. $1.80 now.
Go
Get your money
Giants.
back.
I'll go Giants.
Giants.
They were good last week.
And doggies. Muzzy Bar's going with
Bang, 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 bang.
Freo. I'm going to go to Lions too. I do like them. No, something
Did
different.
you have all those notes on West Coast?
North Melbourne.
No, not for the game. No. There was
North
for
Melbourne.
everything else.
Did you get through any of it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Fuck, that's a lot of empty. That's a lot of.
No, just if I take notes during the show.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like there was any writing on there.
No, he makes it look like
makes it look like he's written
like
20 pages. There's one. We're stitching him up. There's heaps. There's like 20 pages with 1 page worth of writing. Look.
3 pages.
3 pages.
It's just if I want to doodle around.
Nah, that's fair.
All right. Freo, Brisbane, North Melbourne, Port, Collingwood,
Yeah.
Suns, and doggies. I'll either get 7 again or get nothing. And then what have we got now?
All right, let's. Thanks to our Northside.
G'day guys, Snapper here from Northside Transfers. No question again this week, but that's all good. Geez, that was a tough watch on Sunday night or Sunday evening, afternoon, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Geez, we're shit. Honestly, I don't give a fuck that we won. How do you dominate a quarter and a half and then only kick 2 goals after the 12th minute mark of the second quarter against a bottom team? How do you do it? You know what? Only Carlton can achieve that. Geelong, easily done over West Coast. Easily done over Essendon. Bulldogs, they can smash St Kilda. But when it comes to Carlton, we can't do it. Like, I want to know why. Like, why? Like, I want answers. But you know what? We're not going to get answers because we've got a coach who was sitting there smirking in the second quarter on the phone. Smirking. I don't know what you could be smirking at. Maybe in the last quarter, if you're close to 100 points up or 10 goals in front, you can have a bit of a smirk. But what was the smirk about? We've got injuries. Oh, we are in a world of trouble. North Melbourne this week. North almost knocked off Fremantle in Perth. I'm not saying nothing about that game either. But guys, great show. Have a great evening. And yeah, fire away any questions. Just remember, for all your transfer needs, Northside Transfers, tight lines, happy fishing, and yeah, have a good night.
Tight lines and happy fishing.
Tight lines and everything.
Thank you very much. The Schnapp.
Offside. Now, if you want your $50 vouchers, put in a question in the comments, and you're ready. If you don't, he's still going to give you a video. So yeah, if you want your $50 and if you do want your transfer needs, go down to Northside Transfers.
All right,
Instead of Schnapper.
let's go to this great man.
Let's go.
Bella canna, vai data, la griglia è pronta. Adesso ne andiamo a mettere qui sopra. Com'è? Oggi bisteccone alla griglia. Adesso ci mettiamo una bicchiere di sale qua. Guardate che bella sta griglietta, guarda. Un bicchiere sale, a così lo fuoco rende più vivace la fiamma e siamo pronti. 1 e 3, alle 123, com'è? Vieni Chiara, vieni. Guardate che meraviglia. E adesso la facciamo cucinare. Ciao, ci vediamo per la prova dell'assaccio. Buon weekend! Buongiorno a tutti! Oggi abbiamo fatto la carne arrostita alla griglia. Com'è? Che è successo? 1, 2, 3. Internazionale, ragazzi. Non si può togliere dalla bocca. Cipollina, una bella fetta di carne arrostita a cipollina, ragazzi. Un bello cipollotto. Buon weekend!
You're a dickhead.
We didn't give out $20 out, so I'm just trying to find someone.
If they don't get to 100 likes, you're not getting no $20
Well, tax time's
vouchers.
coming up. Can't they fucking wait now?
28 likes, you just
Get the likes up.
Yeah, use a scumbag.
Seriously, man, we've just been talking how our club moment they don't even put in, they don't look disinterested, and there was nearly 300 people watching.
Yeah, I saw. Fair
And we
effort.
can't get 100 likes.
If you don't get to 100 likes, there's no voucher getting put out.
Check yourselves, guys.
I've been disappointed with Ange and Tammy tonight.
Why?
I haven't got the customary Snapchat.
Nah, no good.
Very disappointed.
Oh, they watch it on Tuesday night.
Very disappointed yet.
Bro.
The trio, the triple treat, Chink, Tammy and Ange, very disappointed tonight.
They're probably watching.
Very disappointed.
The banana.
Brought to you by Tech Collectibles.
Thank you.
Banana, top banana.
Yeah,
Have you got a banana?
I do.
Let's go.
Charlie fucking Curnow.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
For what, but?
Oh,
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Fair enough.
Oh, I could go for 5 hours, but we don't have 5 hours.
That's it.
We already used 3.5 of them out.
That's it.
To tell you the truth, my banana's the whole fucking everything I've been talking about. But can I just give it to the Carlton Football Club too? This what
They're
is
like, it's like,
it? Is it the
What's the tally?
immigration
Yeah,
fucking
the
week this week? What is it? Italian, Chinese week?
the heritage week.
Heritage week.
garbage.
The 4
Yeah,
lines.
yeah, and the dash for the
the
5.
flags and all that, and the Italian flag. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
All clear. One behind.
That's it. They should use it for the goal.
Wait up.
Just that, man. Like last week, I know that was different because it was AFL.
Right, script
you can't
down.
have the Lebo flags.
You probably can't have Russia, Israel,
Can you have Belarus
Iran,
for Sabalenka?
But you should just take
and
all
Belarus.
flags out.
Yeah, for Sabalenka. They don't
See
show
what
her
Geelong are
flag.
doing? They're white outing.
Yeah, like Penn
HBL.
State for Patrick.
White
Danger.
out. Who's that for
They didn't
Stokes?
even. They didn't even
Is that
do
for Stokes?
No, for he's snorted enough white stuff. That's for Patrick Dangerfield's 350th.
Oh, really? God, good on him.
Whiting out.
White out.
Like
champion.
the NBA, you know the NBA stadiums, how they give them
Pretty
t-shirts?
slow.
Not really.
Or
Not-
optics.
It's not innovative.
Yeah, it's nothing new, but yeah, I mean, no club's done it this year, but yeah.
I just want to see. Oh, can't wait to see the entertainment this week from Carlton.
Mine goes to the Australian cricket team and the board.
How the fuck they lost
They're a disgrace. They're a fucking disgrace. I watched for 3.5 days, 4 days.
Fuck they
What
lost
a
that.
disgrace
Right.
they are. A fucking disgrace.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He's
Disgusting.
a disgrace.
It's a fucking.
disgrace. No, they are.
They were shit.
The sports
Gods.
people, gods are not making me happy. Because
Oi.
there's my two things: Carlton and the cricket. You know,
You love the cricket, don't you?
I love the
Yeah.
cricket.
Rat poison.
You're not a West Indies fan?
No, don't get him started.
Oh,
Start-
okay,
Leave
done.
it for
I
another
didn't know
day.
that, done.
Sydney fan.
Not at all.
Every
I
Australian.
don't know every
is.
Australian
I
your
hate
age, born
it.
in the 80s.
I hate it
Well,
because
or
in the
loved
80s
it in the 80s.
And trust me, I loved it. But how can you go against Australia?
I'm born here, bro. This Australia, very good country.
That's it. But
Ricky Ponting.
That's my fan.
Yeah.
That's who I go
He's your
for.
man.
I
Punter.
love him.
Ricky Thomas Ponting.
Hey, was he one of the best fucking?
Batsman
Best
ever.
cover drivers,
Oh, beautiful.
best
Was that
shot.
Fieldsman?
He had a lovely
Second
cut
slip, 3/4 sleeve.
Oh, the hair.
The hairy arm.
Yeah. You know, at the end of his career, he used to pop up the collar. The collar. He used to pop it up at the end.
Follows us on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, he
Ricky
does.
Ponting.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
What a legend.
I don't know how or why.
Who cares? He loves you.
I don't know. I should message him.
Punter.
Should.
What a player, man.
He's your banana.
He's
of the
got
week.
none.
He'll be at the game this week.
North
he's a big
Melbourne.
North
Yeah, he's
Melbourne
not,
person.
was at one stage #1 ticket holder.
Oh, yeah. That's Mars gave me one on the fly. Everyone who wants Harry Levy to debut.
Hey, that means he should be banana of the week.
That's right. Oh, what do you think he's doing?
Wait up.
Stock Arsenal. Stock Arsenal. Stock Arsenal.
Oh my god.
That's a Fruit Loop. That's a Fruit Loop.
I swear to God.
That's so good.
Debut kicks 5.
Welting.
I'm just gonna like fucking.
We're gonna trade him for 12 draft picks.
Explode all over the stage.
Oh god. That's a good one.
I heard what you said. If he kicks 5,
No, that's it.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, that's the
I'm
one.
giving my banana of the week.
We all gave
He
it.
gave you that, didn't you?
Nah, he had it. That was his. That was his.
Nah, you gave it to him.
Nah.
He did. That was very good though.
Yeah, but you didn't have one.
He's just upset you were directing it.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'll say that
Really?
everyone
Not banana.
in the chat too.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I don't think there's nothing.
I am content with myself.
Yeah, you're
Cop a
happy.
Banana, man.
You're happy to be in that
Man, you did this
position.
show for 5 years. You know the shit I fucking
Carl.
they write about me. Jesus Christ.
Imagine you cared.
Nah, couldn't give a shit.
That's all
Yeah.
good.
Keep
Right.
doing you, bro.
You do you.
This is my favourite part. Last time I couldn't read it.
Bachi of the week.
Living
I
our
ripped
best
it
life.
wrong.
Yeah, hard to oh,
Thank you.
bro.
Chocolate, grab the big liquor.
Well, give me the crystals there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go vomit. Thank you.
What am I going to do again?
Yeah. Give us a kiss.
Oh, wait.
Like that guy.
Wait, no, this is my chance.
What?
It's all the people that berated me at the start of the year.
About what?
You wish, cuz.
My last ball, can you believe that?
Wait up. I love this line. He who laughs last, laughs loudest.
Oh, that's a particular.
Wait again. Wait again.
Run it back.
For you.
Wait up. Oh.
That was the. Wow, when I saw that article, man, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He just.
Alright, Bachi of the week, go.
This is a good one.
Oh, wait, you got to redo the fingers for.
Someone's called John Laronitis in the chat. People power.
I am a believer in
People power.
John Laurinaitis. I believe in people power.
All right, the budgie goes to.
Rocco's ulcer.
What the Where in your ass?
In your stomach.
You got stomach ulcers.
Fucking Carlton, give me ulcers.
Oh my
Give me a bloody gift for her, man.
Stock
Just got worse this week.
For Rocco's ulcers.
Thank
I
you.
like this little thing here.
Do you like ripping the paper or does it have to come off nice?
Nah, that's to come off beautiful.
Do you sometimes stretch it?
Yeah.
Make it really.
Nah, you have to be bello fino.
Sometimes I spend like
5 hours.
just making.
And if it rips, that's it, you lose it. That's it, done. You're done.
Mate, you never guess who I got. I got the curse from the Ashburton tab. This guy's Sammy Butler.
You actually
He's the
did.
It's the curse.
Everything, he'd get fucking black caviar beat.
I got. Fuck, what a story I got. Go on, AD. Go on.
Dare to live the life you have dreamed for yourself. go forward and make your dreams come true. You know what? Imagine Michael Voss had that 12 players.
He should pull these out.
The only person who would actually take that literally is Harry Mackay. Everyone else would look at him and go, bro, Vossi, shut the fuck up.
Well, imagine if he just gave a whole bunch of barges out every week. And you got to read it.
He should.
That motivation.
He should. Someone comes out with a
You know what? Well, you know what? I'm going to go down with a bundle of of barges to training and throw them at him.
Just hand them
Fuck,
out.
costs us a fair bit.
I know. It costs us about $80.
More,
Do you want me to
man.
read it?
Nah, just tell me the name.
Oh,
That's when you know you need the glasses.
Flowerbird.
Flambeur. Flambeur.
Flabeur.
Yeah, Flambeur.
It is, it's
He's a
Flambeur.
French. He's French.
Flabeur.
Flambeur.
Let's have a look.
I think I got this one.
One can be the master of what one does, but never of what one feels.
Oh,
Yes, very good.
that is so inspirational.
You should use that for yourself.
You can't
Case study A1.
Yeah.
What you feel is what you feel. I feel Lemmy should play this week.
He's not going to let it go.
Mine's from Lao Tzu.
Last
Yeah, the strongest bonds are not with ropes and knots, nor can they be undone.
Mine is from Samuel Butler.
Oh
We've
my
never had
God.
Samuel Butler
Nah.
before.
Not even Dan
I'm
Butler.
worried that this is the curse from the Ashburton TAB.
Disco Sam.
Disco Sam, DS.
Actual.
This could be DS.
It could be.
What's he got to say?
He says, life is like music.
Oh my God.
It must be composed by ear, feeling and instinct, not by rule.
Sick.
Now,
Now, if
instead
he
of
had
music, put football.
Yeah. And instead of music, put punt. Life is like the punt.
Punt, yeah.
It must be composed by ear, feeling and instinct, not
Yeah.
by rule.
Carlton
Hold on,
under
Disco Sam
166
with
and a half.
the Disco Sam.
Moral.
Can I tell you?
The Hawthorn and Adelaide.
Can I tell you?
over 150?
Can I tell you what a curse this person is?
What a joke.
You got to hear this story.
You tell me.
Two stories, right? No, 3 stories.
160 and a half.
That's pretty good.
4 seconds to go.
Yeah.
160 and 1.
You got lucky. Well done. Take it.
your money on the other
This
game.
is the curse that this gentleman is, right? So, do you remember when Steve Harvey announced the wrong?
Oh my
It was
God.
the Golden Globe or Academy Award winner.
Yes.
It was the year that it was announced wrong.
Yes.
2018, 19, 20.
So he had 10 large on the favourite at $1.15 or whatever it was, right? And this was, the unbackable favourite. He's going to win the Academy Award or whatever it is, right? Steve Harvey announced it, but announced the wrong name. So everybody thought they'd won. And then on the night, there was a correction. So he did his
Clacker.
It's like the first time in history that had ever happened, right? Did his balls, right?
I'd stop betting.
Oh, yeah.
The next one,
Oh, yeah.
the next story is, so if you're betting on horses, you can bet on futures markets. So you can bet on a race months down the path,
love
weeks
this.
down the path,
Oh,
right?
right.
So what happens is, but when you bet on those markets, if that horse doesn't race in that race, you don't get a refund.
Nah,
You lose
all in.
I bet you got
All
scratched on the
in.
barrier,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, right. No, so he backed this horse to place in this race, not to win, to place. So you got to
I know
finish. You
this
can
story.
win, you get your play,
Yeah,
or
of
you can
course.
finish second and third, right? So you got to finish first, second, or third, right? He backed this horse to place at $2.50. So $2.50 odds. It's had a couple of thousand on it. And the race that this horse was going towards, the race it used in the lead up to this race, pissed him, like bolted him, like smashed him.
Who was the horse?
It was a Godolphin horse. I can't remember who it was. It was like rated one of the best
Sprinters.
and
2-year-old
then
sprinter.
he backed it a place. And usually there are like a lot of horses in the field, but it got down to this race and there were only 6
spots.
Yeah, there were six horses. 6 horses in the race, right? 6 horses in the race. So they don't pay out third, but if you've taken the futures
Futures,
market,
they do.
they'll still pay
Yeah.
out third.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Right?
What price did it start in this field of 6?
$1.50.
So $1.50 shot. Run
It's run 4. In a 6-horse field, he ran 4.
That is how fucking TVs get fucking broken, bro.
It ran
that's how phones and shit get
Right,
broken.
so,
Oh
so
my
place
god.
on the day it was
They
like
are.
$1.03,
They are.
$1.04.
Nah, that's bad.
It's
It ran
Boston.
forth,
That was
right?
Boston.
That's worse
Did
than
my
that's
clacker
worse
on
than
him.
the Steve Harvey one.
Oh yeah, bro, I'd be seething. Start at $1.50, making $2
The
a
last
place.
story. This is the last story of this.
$2 a place, bro.
It's back $2.50 a place. 6 horses. He just needed to run third. He ran fourth. Right?
I'd kill
$1.50
someone.
payment,
I'd nearly kill
Right,
myself.
This is right. Fuck, jeez. Then the other one is he had family members that owned a particular horse. Not a bad horse.
Here we go.
Not a bad horse. Right? City class horse. City class animal.
With Luke Oliver.
Right? Yes. Yes. You know the one I'm talking about.
Vaguely,
right?
yeah.
So, right, we were working together, and I backed it when it won at Cranbourne.
Yeah.
One first start, bolted him, like was backed off the map, right, and bolted him, won really well. And he's gone out. The next start, it's gone to, I think it went to Flemington, and it ran as like a $5 favourite, right? A lot of people were on it. And he didn't back it first up. He didn't back his family's horse when it won, when I was on, right? He backed it the start after at Flemington. Ran nowhere. Ran nowhere. Absolutely nowhere, right? 2 weeks later, runs again at Moonee Valley. Goes around at 50 to 1. You wouldn't guess what happened.
He won.
Didn't,
He didn't
and he
back
didn't back it.
He backs it the one time.
Unbelievable, mate.
Yeah, that's
He's
genuine.
a curse, though.
That is genuine
He's a
curse.
He is a curse.
DS.
Yeah, he's a
Disco
curse.
Sam.
Yeah.
He's a genuine
That's how
curse,
I
that
would
bloke.
be. That's why I don't bet.
Lucky you.
I remember when we used to go to the Flinders. If he was on anything at Hong
Wait, no,
Kong,
we'd
don't
leave.
back it.
No,
Leave.
we- no,
Don't
no,
back
no,
it.
no, no, no,
You
no.
don't back
No.
it. They got beat.
No.
$1.50 just get run down on the line, bro. You don't back them.
It's like in, is it the Bronx Tale? When they go to
with-
the racetrack and there's the curse,
Yeah.
and the horse is in front, and the guys like they're all like, "Come on, come
come
on!"
on.
Then the curse is on it as well, halfway through the run, and Chaz goes, "No,
No,
can't.
no.
What do you mean it can't win? It's a curse. It's a curse. It can't win." And then it gets beaten.
That's right, yes. The curse, mate. The curse. The
worst.
Malonkia, mate. The
The
Malonkia.
worst.
Yeah,
Gordon-y.
the Gordon-y.
The garden.
I got that on me.
Anyways,
It's
It's right
like
behind you.
anyways,
It's on your head.
Tis what it is.
The
Yeah.
chili.
Yeah, nah, I got that on me.
Show me. Oh my god.
That was for you, used for your wish, cuz. See? He went back
Like that.
and said, "Fuck you, mate." In one,
Oh, yeah.
out the other, mate.
That's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's the curse.
Yeah,
You
you
give
come
it a
see
curse,
it and then
back
you get
to
it back.
you.
It's a Uno reverse, mate.
Ah, okay.
It's a,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it is.
OG Uno
Like, throw me a
reverse.
curse. Go, watch this. Back to you. You can't win, mate. It gets you, hits you back in the nose, mate.
Yeah, literally.
All right, let's see this one.
We're flying through these. This is great.
We went for bloody.
Yeah, I know. 3 hours. Scusi. Ciao, scusi. Dave Portnoy. Ciao, scusi.
Oh, you know who else can get a banana? Fucking Josh Dunkley.
Oh my god.
What happened to Josh Duncan?
No, that's right. Next.
Okay.
I wish
prick.
football was back in 70s. Not only that we were the fucking champions, man. We were always right up there, mate. We wanted to win. Fucking pies were cheap too those days.
Collingwood or actual pies?
Nah, pies that you eat.
Yeah, how
Let's
much?
have a look at them.
Are they red? 20 cents is a bit steep, but
She's on the heroin. Look at her
Oh
teeth.
man, bad. Look at her teeth, guys. On the bib.
ridiculous.
20 cents.
He's a smoker.
That's why I'm eating tomatoes.
The meat pie and the pasty now both 20 cents. Meat pie manufacturers today are most reluctant to talk about the increase in price of the meat pie. They say it's largely because meat prices have risen, and there is an outside chance that before too long they'll have to increase the price yet again.
So if you were to compare that, what it is to income now, it's $2.32.
$2.30.
Actually, not that much. It hasn't gone up that much. So pies haven't gone up that much. That's what that's
In
telling me.
comparison to
What are you
income.
talking about? Like
Mate,
the
huge.
pie at the.
If you were to
footy's
compare
about-
those prices
It's
to
back then. No,
2023,
that's
it
what
would
it
be
should
$2.30
be.
a pie. That's what it should
What
be.
it
if you were
should
to
be.
compare the ratio.
It's like $6.
I must have
Yeah.
misunderstood
It's
it.
$2, but they're like $5 or
Yeah,
like
$5 or $6, yeah.
at the footy.
Yeah.
And they're good. I love them.
Yeah, I get one to understand.
Straight rat sack in there.
Yeah.
You eat straight rat sack.
Eating
it burns my upper
No, you got no that, mate. It'll be hot.
No, the scaldering. You have to have it scaldering, so when it's driven, you die.
You got to eat a pie like
I
this.
can eat things straight
What
out.
what is in that?
I just rat sack.
Don't start.
Who
I don't know.
cares?
Camel feed and everything,
nice.
but it's good.
It's nice.
Just preservatives and shit.
It's like hot dogs. What
Yeah.
the fuck's in
Have you
it?
seen
Oh,
the
them,
mix?
I don't eat hot dog. I haven't eaten a hot dog in a long time.
Hot dogs are grouse. Leave them alone.
What did we use?
Micro-
You like a hot dog?
Yeah,
Love it.
my brother
Oh,
loves
I could
it.
have five
Full fucking
what-
microplastics in there,
I
cuz.
I love it.
Eating Pepsi Max cans.
What
I
did
mean,
we-
watching a Pepsi Max anyway, I'm going to die of something.
And it's got like 80.
Yeah.
fucking-
Oh,
it's
mate.
got about like 8 teaspoons of sugar.
Yeah.
What did we used to say?
That's a real cocaine, the sugar.
Lips and assholes.
Yeah.
Mate. That's what
Remember?
It's complete lips and assholes, mate. But I don't want to know,
Correct.
man. I don't want to know. Hey, listen. I'm getting.
You eat tripa.
A tripper's alright.
I know, but you say you don't want to know. It's probably in there.
Yeah, the tripper's alright. Yeah,
Go, sorry.
But lips and assholes.
That's fuck it. A bit of the head, bit of this, bit of that. It's all good, cuz.
Lips and assholes, man. You can't have that. I'm getting there. I reckon I'm almost at this bloke's level or
Okay.
his age.
Yes.
I want to be this cool when I get old, but let's go.
Bloke's on the pip.
He's on the pipper hard, man.
Well, it's a finish.
Oh,
Fuck.
The
I wanna be this
audacity.
bloke. That's going to be Paddy Cripps.
Is he Australian?
He's got, I was going to say, he's got a Collingwood jacket on.
Is that a reservoir station?
No, bro, I'm replaying that, cuz. He's got a Collingwood jacket on.
I'm convinced he's got a pie jacket on.
Yeah, he does. It's
That's a Collingwood jacket,
Aussie
yeah.
home loans,
Yeah.
You reckon we interviewed him at fucking Broadmeadows?
I don't know. We might have.
I reckon we
We
did.
might
He
have.
had a Collingwood jacket on.
He's definitely Collingwood.
That's Bubba Hollands. Who's Bocek? It must be someone you guys know.
Yeah. He was on the couch for me a couple of weeks ago. Sick unit.
Yeah.
He's a puppy. Puppy tapped. Tapped.
This bloke,
Yeah.
next bloke, straight to HR. Let's go.
What's his dickhead doing?
Oh, God.
Oh no.
A forklift? What's he trying to lift, bro? Water?
Oh, must be.
Oh, no, don't tell me he's...
He's using it. Oh, no. Good night.
You're a fucking
Look at all the
idiot.
people trying to hold it back, too.
You are a
Bro, it's like 3 ton,
You are
bro.
a donkey. You say straight to HR, straight to ICU. No, he did, man. He did.
Try to stop it too, man.
Bro,
Nah, the worst is
people
why
trying
would
to
you-
come.
What are you doing pulling it?
What was he trying to get?
I think he was trying
Can I
to...
tell you a story? When I was a truck driver, right, this is why I don't give a fuck about the unit. Unit can go, mate. I was driving, I used to drive agitator, so I'm going down High Street, right, and it used to be turbocharged, I used to have a turbocharged International, 6 metre truck used to be like fucking 20 tonnes, man. So I'm driving down High Street, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden, man, it used to have like this extra engine on the back rotating the barrel. So all of a sudden I hear this, and it's the fucking, mate, the motor starts screaming, and then what happens is, it just lost, and then I couldn't switch off the truck, I couldn't switch it off because it just wouldn't, and then it just, started fucking screaming, and then, like, I jumped out, and I'm trying to fucking see what I could do, and I couldn't do nothing to switch it off, so I took off, mate, and then all this oil started coming out of the exhaust, and it flooded the whole high street, mate.
Like an oil slick. BP oil spill.
The turbo went, and what happened was the turbo started fucking screaming, and then it started sucking all the oil out of the engine, and it was blowing out of the exhaust. And I just took that until the and I'm thinking the thing's gonna blow, mate. The thing's
What
gonna
ended up
fucking-
happening?
It just ended up dying. Woo, and it died, And then when I went back to the yard and that, like the bloke says, "Oh, you fucking he abandoned ship," and I'm going, "Get fuck! What do you think I'm going to try to save the truck?"
No,
Like for fucking $20
I'm
an
saving
hour.
my life.
Oh, fuck, mate. I ran as far as I can, man, and just watch
it.
I'm fucking saving the truck for you, mate.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, here we go. What do we got here?
They've taken everything.
Yeah, they've taken everything. Let's have a look at this bloke.
Taking all our jobs.
Oh my god.
What qualifications do you have?
Nah.
None. They're taking all the qualifications as well.
It's the one where
They're taking all the jobs. How many jobs do you have? None.
None.
There you go. No, he goes, what qualifications? They're taking all the qualifications. How about you stop painting your fucking chest first of all? How about we stop doing that?
Get a job, bro.
Hey, listen, sometimes you got to think smarter, not harder.
Okay.
Let's have a look at this bloke.
Oh my god. In Italy.
Sicily.
What's he doing?
Oh,
he used it. Oh, there you go.
bravo.
Is he smoking?
Yeah, he's
He's got a cigarette.
Having a gap, an Andrew.
Oh my
Got
god.
a change in
The
the
horse's neck.
Yeah.
Mate, that's a fucking good effort though. I like that one.
He's taught the horse to put it on the back. Mate, that's fucking genius.
That is pretty good.
Genius. Instead of
Hey,
doing
listen,
his glutes.
What do you need What do you have to go to school for qualifications and become a dentist, for example?
Means nothing.
This bloke. What's it there?
Oh.
That's a win too. It's a chip. No.
Clean.
Straight out.
Straight out, mate.
There you go. New medical imaging.
Well, that's going to be a lot cheaper than going to the dentist.
Yeah, here.
that was
couldn't
clean.
afford
That
it.
was
Straight out.
The whole route.
Yeah. That's
This
unbelievable.
last one, I kind of saw it and I thought, this is Carlton, man. Just clap them off.
Oh,
You
God.
you do the littlest thing. Let's just, mate, they've done well. They've done well. Let's have a look
4
at this.
points.
I think I might just put a knife in.
Oh, what a legend.
Oh, that's the knife that was used at fucking Northland.
It's a sword.
Somebody else can finish it off. Do the rest of it. Well done.
How dumb is that?
That's Carlton, man.
That's such a monarchy thing to do.
Yeah,
as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
congrats. For what?
Yeah.
Dickhead.
I will say though, when it's your birthday and you cut your cake, you
Everyone
do get the
cries.
round of applause, don't you?
But they didn't.
I know.
They were waiting for her to go to the bottom.
I know.
The best. All right, that was a market cut. All right, let's now we talk about the Carlton Football Club. Of course, we do. We still don't like what they're doing. So this would have been episode 12 or 13. So back to a bit of TJP retro.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We
Jesus.
decided. Do you remember this, Paul? We decided to write our own constitution.
Oh God, here we go.
Let's have a look at
Oh, this is funny.
Oh, how long? Where was this?
This is when we had.
I thought we'd take it upon ourselves for the jumper punch to make our own.
So we've made our own. This
We've-
is what
we've-
the constitution
We've made
is.
our own constitution. This
Beautiful,
is
beautiful.
the jumper punch constitution.
Here it is. Here it
Now
is.
there are 10. There are 10
Fundamentals?
subsections or sections or fundamentals that we have
All right, I love it.
in our constitution, and it starts with 1. Always love Carlton.
Of course.
Right. Now in this there is a subsection. There are 2 subsections.
Oh, I like it.
So it's 1A.
Yeah.
Hug them when they need a hug. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone needs a hug every now and again.
Always.
But hold them to account when they need to be held to account.
I like it.
It's like discipline when you're a kid. Sometimes you need a hug. Sometimes
bit
you
of
need
a whipping, mate.
Sometimes you need a
across the
scuff.
head. The crack.
A scuff over their head.
Nice and bellow.
You know, beautiful. One way and then the other way. Right. Number 2. Always have the Medicina, the heartburn tablets at your disposal.
Always, see?
Always.
Always
Number
have
2.
it there.
Number 3. Always make sure you drink the espresso when talking about Carlton with family and friends and associates.
Exactly. Number 3, it's perfect. Always good to drink it.
Always. Always. And with the Talking Blue with Vince
Yes,
Lozano. You're always having the coffee.
Always
Same
drinking the
thing.
coffee.
4. Always demand wins.
Always.
Demand wins.
Wins.
That's it, right? 5. Always say make cuts with passion and verve.
Yes.
You don't just say, oh, make cuts.
No, you
Make cuts.
Market
That's
cuts.
what it's all about, right?
Oh.
Number 6. This one I really like. Always honour respond, and shout out the fans and people who give their hard-earned to the channel.
Yep.
Always.
100%. Always. And we always do, man. We love it.
7. I don't think we lived up to this part, but always be objective when giving your votes. We can work on that.
Yeah, that's it.
We can work on that. Number 8. Always treat the special guest to the drink of their choice.
Always.
Yes.
Yep.
We
Okay.
have so far.
We have.
The Vicky Bitters and the Tetleys.
Number 9. Always pay homage to the special attendant.
Yes.
You always have to say thank you there.
Yep.
And last, but not very least,
Oh.
do not get hoodwinked.
Don't get hoodwinked.
And that's
Exactly.
the
I
Constitution.
love it. I love it.
I like it.
I love it. You saw it there. We're going to put it up too on
We'll chuck it up on
yeah,
Instagram.
Instagram, and
Yep.
that's what we got to abide for. Not what.
Now that's going to be signed by all 3 of us
Yep.
with an ink and feather.
Yes.
Okay.
Ink and feather.
All right.
We're gonna
Nice.
and
I like
stamp
it.
it.
I like it.
Yep.
Backward.
I like it. It still stands, that Constitution.
It does.
All those things.
Maybe we strayed away from it. Maybe I've strayed away from it.
Shout out Zach. He already knew number 10.
Did he?
What was
What was number
that?
10 again?
Don't get hoodwinked.
Don't get hoodwinked.
Who are we going to give this?
Has it got 100 likes?
Bloody hell.
Spot on 100.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Well done, fellas.
Well done.
Who
Well
we
done.
Well done, chat.
Well done.
Chop the fellas out.
You got 4 points.
Have we given it to this bloke?
No.
Or this bloke?
No.
I reckon this guy.
Who?
That one there?
I've got a
Yeah.
suggestion.
The one
we
with
could-
that-
but anyway, I was
Okay,
saying
that's
because he actually went forth and put a picture on social media as well, and he's always in the chat. I don't know. I don't think we've given him one yet. Have we
Alright.
given one to Jonathan Tedelato?
Is that him, John?
John J.
Nah,
Have we given
that's
one
not
to
him.
Jonathan Tedelato?
I reckon that's him.
No, it's not him.
No, his name
It's
is
not him.
Jonathan
That's his
Tedelato.
actual name. I
Have
know
we
it's
given
not
one
him.
to Jonathan? I don't think we've given one to Jonathan
Alright, give it to him. There you go.
because he
What?
tweeted. He tweeted he's in Osaka watching
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
I'll give you that. You're in my home
When
when he
country.
comes back.
Is he just there for
He's there for holiday.
There's a sporting globe in Osaka.
Is there?
No, I'm taking the piss. But he's in my home country.
Alright, nice.
Yeah, Jonathan Tedelato.
Bravo.
Send us your email, mate.
Well done.
Bravo,
That
bravo.
was, well, he went above and beyond to post the photo and
Yes, John.
Wait,
Holder.
Jonathan,
Respect the
how,
hustle and the commitment.
how long are you there for?
to be in Osaka and to still be watching.
How long are you there for?
People are sick.
What time is it there?
Well, we were watching.
No, they're only 1
2
hour
hours,
behind.
1 hour
no, they're only
behind.
one. They're
in
only
London,
ten.
we were
What
watching TJP and then My Blue Heaven. when
Yeah,
we were in
in
London.
the
We were
morning,
watching
yeah.
Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would do it.
They're only 1 hour behind us, I think.
They are only an hour, correct? Yes,
Japan.
Correct.
John Holden, can't believe how grey Rocco's beard is compared to back then. You're right, man. It's gone fucking grey. Bad.
Losing
How old
Bit of
are you?
everything.
What else? Early 50s?
Yeah, I'll be 55 this year.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Huh?
What do you mean not bad?
I mean, sorry, it's not good. But
Steve Smith.
Nah, I'm joking.
Steve Smith, 55. Is that his average? What's his average? Nearly 60.
Nah,
Nah,
dropped off.
Dropped off because of the whole the last year and a half.
Righto.
And
Just
that's
flick
it.
us an email, Jonathan, or I'll email you.
That's it.
Oh, and
It's
I
been a good show.
could be selling the card, big card
Oh, I saw
Tech
that.
collectibles?
for all Carlton collectors.
Tell them what it is.
No, if you want to.
If you look up on your, is it up on your?
Nah, it's not up on there. I got to take a picture and put it up. But it's
give it a plug, Tech collectibles.
Harry Mackay, gold headliners,
Well,
one of
worth-
25.
worth
It's his
nothing
rarest
else.
card.
It's number 1.
1 of 25. It's the one that we packed.
Fuck, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's his rarest card in that he's got.
Are they,
so.
are cards worth more signed or unsigned?
No, so there's signed cards that they do,
Yep.
and then there's unsigned cards that they do. So
Okay.
if they're not signed, you don't want to get them signed.
Oh, if they're not, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only ones that
The
you
only
get
ones you get
signed are
signed
like
are
a
already
base,
purchased-
yeah, but base cards that are like there's a million of them.
Yeah, okay.
You just buy them, you go to training, you give them to your kids, that's it. But there's ones that are already signed. So if you look up Carlton Select Footy Card Signature, and they'll come up with a whole post of them, and they're the ones
gotcha.
you want to buy.
Unreal.
You don't want to say this card is a gold headliner, it's 1 of 25. You don't want to sign it. If you sign it, you devalue the card. You might as well throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably worth about 1,600 this card.
Yeah, nice.
So if you want it, let me know. He probably won't be there next year, so I don't know. If you don't buy it, someone else on eBay will. because I know there's plenty of collectors, like 01 collectors, that specialise in 01 cards, and that's it.
Legit.
Yeah, and jumper number, so he's 10. So yeah.
That's not bad.
The best cards if you want to pack him at Dacos.
Yeah, I don't know much about cards.
No, I'm just saying he's got the highest value right now.
His collection.
It was Dusty.
His collection must be worth a fortune.
Seba reckons we arguably have one of the most desirable Crips cards. Is that true?
Yeah, 09 booklet signed, and it's got a piece of his jumper in it.
Oh,
match worn jumper. Yeah.
Is that what they did? A little piece of his match worn.
Yeah, there's only 25 of them too. We got the jumper number.
That's unreal.
Probably worth about 10 to 15,000. So
Seba says 10 grand if you want it. He just straight up 10 grand.
Yeah, if you got 10k, I'm happy to take it.
Make it 11 instead.
I'm happy to look 10k and I'll give you a slab back.
Who would pay 10k for? No,
There's people you never know, man. There are people who collect this stuff.
I know. It's unreal, but
Well, no, I don't. But yeah, everyone's got their thing. Why not?
So yeah.
Stuart McQuaid is 61 years old.
Don't check goes Elijah has heaps of cards. Correct. He needs to wash them.
Credits.
Don't go to the airport with Elijah. Wash them.
That's it.
How much is a Harry Lemmy card going for these days? I think Paul is interested.
People pay. You pay them.
I genuinely, he doesn't have a card. He doesn't have a card. He doesn't have a card.
VFL players haven't got
No,
cards.
they have select players every year, like a select number of players. Usually the most high profile because they sell, and it'll make the card sell, and it'll make the pack sell. And
who would so in the senior side, who will not have a card?
In our side, I know Chincotta doesn't have one.
Oh, he'd be a nice.
If I was a player and I got a numbered card, I'd request a player card.
Yeah.
So I get my own card. It's special. Only the player can get that. And it's, as I said, we've got the Bazasto one.
The Bazasto one.
Yeah, that just says player. Only he could have got that. So we have that in. We got some actually rare Carlton pieces, which is good. Yeah, might sell them. Sell them all.
Winnering used to have a card that doesn't work anymore.
No, bro, he got that back plus 10.
He got scammed?
Yeah.
Who wrote that? Bocek? Whoever this guy is, I don't remember who was on 2 weeks ago, but he's got
a couple of weeks ago.
No, it was further.
Tell me the card.
That was ages ago.
Yeah, it's like 2 months ago. Like nearly a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Sorry. Yeah,
he hasn't been here for 2 weeks. That's why.
No, that's a fucking.
He's got a bit of spunk about him. Well, I like
that bloke.
Whoever the fuck you are, you're
Wait, that bloke got it back fucking times 10. Don't worry about that.
Oh yeah.
Fucking NAB. He was a worker, cuz. He worked for him. Promotional work. Yeah.
Trust
Carlton
me,
in business.
He did all right there.
Carlton in business. Hey, it worked for him. He worked for him. He got scammed and made more. Only Carlton.
And he does it. He's our best player.
That's probably how they're paying him his next contract.
For sure.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, all right. So we all think you'll be at the game, or
no? I'm not.
I don't think your thing is going.
Who's our next bobblehead?
No, it's going flat. That's all.
Do we know our next bobblehead?
Am I on? I'm not going. I'm not going to the game. No, I've got a commitment. But I think we'll win, obviously. Yeah.
So we're all.
Yep.
You're still going it? Yep. We're all about to go off.
I'm about to go, yeah. I'll be there.
Your one's going flat too.
Yep. That's what happens before our market.
I think I'm going to...
Enough.
I think
enough.
I think I'll be leaving early, actually.
You got work?
Oh, if I see I'm going to record you leaving early.
How are you going to see
him? I can see him.
From your seats?
Fucking oath I can.
From up there to down there?
Fucking oath I can. Just ask him.
You're
undercover.
No, I can see him. I can see. There's enough of a curvature where we see. Wait, just ask him when I saw him and Maloney. They were going like this. 50. Piss off at 50. They're doing this motion like that. And then I messaged him. Didn't I message you? Yeah. So I said, sit down, you dickhead. Like that.
Must have been a different person.
Yeah, mate. No worries.
I don't know.
Don't know, mate. I work in the industry now, mate. I wouldn't do that.
Nah. It's just a bit smart in here.
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
Harry Mackay, next bobblehead, they reckon.
Oh yeah, there'll be who?
That's what I said.
In a Sydney Guernsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is the next bobblehead? Who's the next bobblehead?
Silvani.
It's Jack Silvani.
Yeah, that'll be good.
With his dad. It'll be that. It'll be him
granddad.
three. It'll be the three, the trio.
One might have a smile on it.
Nah, it'll be a trio.
It'll be four
Generation
with
one.
Ben
And Alex.
and Alex.
But yeah, it'll be those. That's what I reckon the next
Joe
ones are.
Silvani. I reckon they should get a bobblehead of Joe Silvani. What do you reckon?
Fuck Joe Silvani.
Well, she popped it out. He's not a bad player.
No, I mean, nothing against her, but good on her. Hopefully she's a good mother and hopefully
Coffee.
No, thanks everyone in the chat for joining in. It's been great.
Check out Forever Rivals tomorrow.
Tomorrow night should be
There'll
good.
be a preview.
It should be good. We'll have a bit of a laugh. Get on too, man. I'll put up the link. You can get on. And
Football said he's going to come on.
He said last week, but he didn't come.
Nah, but he said he's going to show the Olive Grove, and then he's going to show Lecce Stadium.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That'd be sick, man.
Yeah.
All right, so get on tomorrow. We talk to football. Get on if you want. I'll chuck in the link. They should be good. Hopefully, Mark puts on the jumper if he's a half decent person, but he's an Essence supporter. Wonder what excuse you're going to make about a 95-point drubbing. But
the jumpers. Stephen.
Thanks to AD for coming on, man.
No dramas. Thanks for having me on.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
I think we had a good chat. We solved nothing.
Mate, we had a good, useless 3-hour chat. And it was good. It was good fun debating. It was a healthy discussion. We needed it.
I hope Carlton's doing that.
I can tell you now they're not.
Hopefully they're having a healthy discussion.
That's all it is. It's just rage bait. That's all it is.
It is. But we'll be there. We'll be back next week. Make sure you get onto the link to get to your Port Adelaide Carlton. Catch up. Thanks for Sporting Globe for supporting us. Get down there. We went down there this week. No machetes anywhere.
No, they're with the Queen.
Oh yeah, she had the machete.
That's right. Yeah,
And,
that's right.
She's got it this week.
And that's it.
That's it.
Thanks for having me, boys.
No,
Thank you.
We'll see you next
Chat.
And go blue.
Go
Baggers.
Blues.
Peace out.
Peace.
A-Town.
Town.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
We come to
Please
the
tell
end
me
of
that
this
play.
phase of our life. Trying to remember the good times and trying to forget the bad times. And we find ourselves thinking about the future. We start to worry, thinking, what am I going to do? Where am I going to be in 10 years? But I say to you, hey, look at me. Please, don't worry so much. Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth.